Oh yeah, it says we live. What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, YouTube? So wait. Okay, hold on. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, man, the phenomenal one, ATH the Great.
And y'all already know who it is, the Fade King. What's up with y'all, baby?
Y'all can go ahead. Oh, I know. I know.
Oh, okay, you still
yeah. I got you. All right, man. Hey, it's your boy. For everybody on Twitch who's watching right now, y'all know me as Silk. Mr. Leroy, I come through. I'm Mr. Hard Hitter. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do.
And I'm the elite one.
What's up? We ain't seen y'all in a minute, man. It's been a long time. I know it's been a long time since we did a podcast. Sorry that we were away for so long. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. One of the reasons we were, the main reason was it was my fault. Made some decisions I shouldn't have made. I did, said a lot of things. They were using the content. I learned my lesson, and we move on. So I do want to apologize to all the people that follow and things like that, and really the people that followed the podcast from the start, supporting, donating, things like that, man. So as a man, I did make a mistake that almost put our whole entire brand at risk, and I just have to apologize to the panel here, my brother, my cousin, Leroy as well, you know what I'm saying, and that's what it is, but we move on.
So now we're here, you know what I'm saying? So you ready to do this live, ready to go ahead and get it going, but thanks to everybody who be supporting us. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all support us all over social media, man, all our platforms, man. Now we got Leroy here with us, and then our cousin is here with us this time. So man, this is something we bring in, a little bit new, but the same thing, as Hayes Evolution as a whole, man. This is just what we do. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all keep on supporting, and a lot of other things that we got coming up new, and other things that we got that's for sale now. I mean, check this out real quick, just before we get started. Y'all already know who that is right there, man. It's this man right here. You know what I'm saying? The belt is on his cheek. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's go ahead and get this going, man.
So before we get going too, I do want to introduce Leroy here. Me and him have been friends for over 10 years. Yep. Started working together. I got a funny story. I was waiting for this. This is really what I was waiting for. So when we met, right, back in the day, I was an extern. He had started working. I don't talk, you know what I'm saying, at work. I'm quiet. I just kind of mind my business, do what I got to do, and that's what I got to do. So he said he tried to say something to me one day, and I guess I didn't say anything. So
I was like, hey man, what's up? Hey man, what's up? Yeah, one black man to another. I see a black man in this one. I'm like, hey man, what's good, man? How you been? Nigga ain't say nothing to me, bro. Nothing at all, right? Nothing. I'm sitting there like, all right, I guess I don't fucking matter. Cool. All right, cool. And I was a kid, right? So I'm hot-headed, like I'm fucking hot-headed. So I go over to Portia.
Yep.
At the time, I'm like, hey, Portia, man, who's the nigga in the back?
Black ass nigga.
Who's the nigga in the back, man? Right? And she like, oh, that's Athens. He's cool, man. He's cool as shit. I was like, oh yeah? Well, I just said what's up to him, man. He ain't say shit to me. She was like, oh, he probably didn't hear you. And I said, nigga, I said that shit because that nigga heard me.
I didn't hear it. I promise.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm hot-headed, right? And I'm like, she's like, oh, well, go say what's up again. Like I'm telling you, like, he probably didn't hear you. I'm walking over, I was like, nah, man, I'm finna go cuss this nigga out. I walk over there, man, and when I walk over there, before I even say that, I think he turned around and was like, hey, what's up, Rick? And I was like, threw me off guard, bro. Like, I was like,
no, when he said this funny shit, talking about, nigga, I thought you was on mute.
I did, nigga.
I'll never forget that. I thought you was on mute.
I was confused as shit. Where I was like, man, nigga, all right, fuck it, my bad. Like shit, nigga, I thought I was tripping. All right. He said something good.
Oh.
And after that, I think we started talking about some random shit. And I think it was like I don't know if you had something on that was a Steelers thing.
Probably.
And I was like, oh, you're a Steelers fan. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, ride die Steelers or whatever. Nigga, I was like, I'm a Packer fan, bro. Yeah.
There's only two motherfuckers I know that are Packer fans. Him and Lonnie. That's it. So any of you other motherfuckers, well, no, I mean, probably out in the world, there's probably a whole bunch of people that are Packer fans.
I know, man. We know it's only two people now that we know.
Yeah, that's
Lonnie
it.
For the longest. Now you know. Now we got Leroy.
Yeah, so.
Cheesehead.
Hey, straight up, bro.
And I
Die
mean,
hard Packer fan, my nigga. Like,
and we know the return, we know he needs no introduction. You know, my cousin, my brother, Elite 29. I know well, you know what? That's gonna be interesting. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned because you know, both of these dudes, Vince let their girl go, man.
oh,
See,
yeah.
this the one. This the one.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's like, man, why y'all got me sitting next to this guy?
All I'm gonna say is, you know what I'm saying. She follows me.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying. I was like, hey, girl.
She follows you, but she kick it with me. You know what I'm saying? She kick it with me. She can follow.
She can talk to me every goddamn day.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
The Nia Jax, she's not like most girls. Man.
No, she ain't.
Yeah, she definitely not.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, y'all know we gonna chime in a little bit. Y'all already know what y'all can't see the wall, but y'all already know. I still feel the glow. I still feel the glow, man.
That was a good plug.
And already.
Lord
Jesus.
I was just gonna say just one Natalia. I mean, they already know.
Yeah,
So
they
we got all type of footage of you and Natalia. Y'all already know this Natalia, baby. You know what it is, and let me know whatever she say about them two, who better or who she really talking to. Let me know about that tonight.
Come on, Naya. Who you got, Naya? What's up? I know you on social media like heavy too.
Hey.
Now I'm gonna tell you, she can take down some of the videos.
No,
I'm just hey. We'll talk when we get to this.
So man, that's our panel. So man, look, we're gonna start off a little different. So I know most of y'all are here for the rest and stuff. We're gonna get to that, but we got a very, very important issue that we need to talk about. Here for first couple of minutes, man, and that's mental health. A lot of us suffer from it, men and women suffer from mental health. My thing is that if you are suffering from it, please seek out the help that you need to seek out and talk to somebody because, I think we all can say, at some point in time, we all have been, dealing with some stuff. Shit, we probably dealing with some stuff even now, but, mental health is really become a big topic. I know for myself, I have really turned over to trying to gear a lot of things, especially toward men's mental health, because I feel like there's not enough things out there for us. Not knocking the women or anything like that, but let's just be honest. Y'all kind of got a lot of different platforms and things y'all can go for to get the help for y'all, but men, we kind of don't. So that's why I know for me, I gear my platform more toward men. We, here even with, things I've been through, this year, these men right here, I'm telling y'all, man, they have done a lot to hold me together throughout this whole entire year, and I thank them for that. But not everybody has that support.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, if you don't have that support, just reach out to whoever it is that you can, because we all know, what mental health leads to, depression, a lot of suicides, and as we see a lot of men who are, you see it rising to where they are, let's just keep it real, man, they're taking out their families, bro.
Oh, yeah.
We all know that's not cool, not agreeing with it. I think what was the video? We seen a video like last week where a dude, took out his girlfriend and his ex-wife, man. And I get it. You weren't supposed to do that. Yeah, but sometimes y'all don't know where the plane in our head as men, you know, we deal with a lot of shit, man, that
They don't realize
talk
the
about.
build up to that. They just look at that situation like, dang, he wrong for that, but like they don't realize what got to that person to that point. And the people that, you know, of course you can go and you talk to somebody and know about mental health and stuff like that, but the person that is actually listening to somebody who's trying to vent to them, actually listen, you know what I mean? Because when you do that, you know, kind of brushing them off, and that person knows that you kind of brushing them off somewhat, because that's probably the reason why they don't want to kind of talk to certain people, and they want to keep it to themselves, because when they have tried to talk to people, they may have brushed them off or ignored them or kind of gave them the cliche answer to things, you know what I mean? That everybody can easily say, oh, over time, you'll be okay and all that type of stuff, but really sit there and talk to that person, let them in even multiple conversations too, not just one time they come to you, talk about it, nah, it takes time, not just one conversation that's gonna heal, you know, the whole process. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But out here in this world, man, you know, you gotta stick together, especially, you know, I feel like a lot of black men get closer, and you know, when somebody is talking about mental health, that is very real, man. A lot of people don't even take it seriously. They think you kind of just joking around or trying to, you know, just look for some type of you know, attention or something. But other than that, man, you just go ahead and, you know, talk to people and be that person that listening ear.
Yeah, man. Some of the key to that is the listening without judgment.
Yeah.
You know, like you get a lot of people. If I'm telling you about something, man, and you automatically look at me with this face, like it's like, or you want to chime in. Sometimes I don't think I need you to chime in. It's more of a just hear me out.
Yeah,
Right? The more you hear me out, the better I start to feel. At the end, hey, we can talk about it, but let me vent first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you judging me on every call that I make, man, that's even harder. We take that in, and all of a sudden it's like we think we have nobody to talk to at all. And then once you're there, man, it's hard to come back from. It's a difficult road after that. So, but get help. There's a lot of people out here to talk to. Shoot.
Yeah.
I found some just off Twitch alone. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and mental health is very serious, and we need to understand that we don't know what everybody is going through, but everybody has something that they are going through. So take the compassion as a human to understand that we may not have the answers, we may not understand what a person's going through, but give that person that time for them to vent and allow their emotions to kind of just be dispersed, not in a negative way, but understand where a person is coming from, man, because it's a lot of times that I don't even understand what's going on with myself, but I can reach out to any one of these guys and say, look, man, I'm going through a hard time right now, and sometimes I'm not looking for an answer, sometimes I'm just looking for a sounding board.
Yeah.
Be that sounding board for somebody sometimes, and don't judge, like you said. Judgment is one of the things that makes a person go off in these dark corners and start cycling all these negative thoughts in their heads and everything like that. But just be a sounding board, man. Have that humanity inside of yourself to understand, man, everybody goes through something. Yeah. And just give them that time to speak for themselves.
And I mean, my thing is too, if you're going to be there for somebody, be there for them always, not until. Meaning, like, until you're upset with them, or until whatever, if it's a relationship, y'all break up, or whatever the case may be, or, you know, if it's a family member, until that family member makes you mad, you know what I'm saying, whatever, like, understand that, you know, and that's both sides of the, you know, the spectrum, because, again, you never know what somebody is going through. We see the stories every week, literally, every week, and we're probably asking ourselves, well, what made her do that, or what made him do that? And again, most of us are quick to judge and be like, oh, well, that's just wrong. It's just no reason that, you know, he or she should have done that. In most cases, you're probably right, but yet and still, you don't know what was the buildup and what led to that situation happening. So, like I said, you know, like we've all kind of said, you know, seek out the help that you need to get to help you get through. you know, whether that's a family member or, you know, or a counselor, whatever it is that you need to do to make sure that you keep yourself right, or do like this right here. This whole thing, man, this is about to be therapy for us. You know what I mean? Like this is about to be therapy for us. So, you know, y'all, you know, I think we might end up doing like a whole entire other podcast with that, just talking about that. You know what I mean? Because again, this is, yes, it's the last one of the year, but then it's also a new beginning to a whole bunch of things that we're going to do with the podcast and moving forward.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I say one more thing. Just realizing that people, the main thing when they're going through that, you know, it's loneliness. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what you're looking for. You want to have somebody that you can feel like you can vent to and talk to and that understands you. And that's what causes, I think, a lot of decisions and immature decisions or bad decisions, because that person been lonely and they got so many different ways that they think that they can be able to get out of that or what the answer is, and they don't have nobody to go and redirect them to say, hey, no, that's not what you might want to do. You might want to do this over here. And then give them the opportunity to decide if they're going to go with what they've been thinking or with somebody else and we got it the wrong, you know. So it'd be a lot of loneliness too. When you've been in that situation before, I'm pretty sure, you know, everyone has pretty much that has, you know, that's watching. There's a lot of people who have been in mental health, man. I mean, like, it's been in that mental state, you know what I'm saying, that people just, especially in today's, you know, what's going on in the world today, man, a lot of negativity is out in the world, so it's very hard to find that positive, you know, page or that positive person or that positive family member or friend, whatever, you know what I'm saying, because it's so easy to be negative with all the negative going around us.
right.
So,
Yeah, right. So, are y'all ready? I said.
He said, "Are you ready?"
No, okay. Man, so this year in wrestling, we've had a lot of different. It's been a lot of good things that have happened, but also been, you know, of course, a lot of bad things that have happened so far in wrestling this year. The one thing in particular I want to talk about and start this whole podcast off with, well, we kind of already started. You can tell I ain't done this shit in a while. Fuck it. CM Punk's return.
man, you went for the jugular right
Yeah. Awesome. I mean, I'm real quick gonna pass this off. See, I love the return. I do feel this though. I think it could have been a little bit bigger if it was WWE. Not because I'm a WWE fanboy and none of that shit. So before y'all go typing that shit down there, I just think because that's where he left. So that's where we want to see him come back. So it was a great wrestling moment for us all, and I really enjoyed seeing him back. But I wish he was really with WWE. Now, so far as his run, it's been absolutely terrible. Fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. Terrible. And to be totally honest too, a lot of you CM Punk fans, a lot of y'all are just, y'all full of shit. Straight up. This man was gone for 7 years. He comes back, and within 6 months, y'all booing him already?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Y'all were taking over WWE shows with CM Punk. Now he back. Y'all booing him.
Let's be honest, bro. Like, his return is halfway done. It should have been with WWE. That would have been the full return of it. And I don't think well, man, I'm gonna say it. It's a good return for me as a fan, because I feel if he would have went to WWE, they would have fumbled the ball like they've been fumbling the ball lately.
With everybody else.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, as fans, we actually have a lot more control than what we really put on. Now, this booing, I'm agree with you. I think that's just disrespectful. Come on now. Like, we've been waiting for this guy for how long?
7 years.
7 years to come back. Yeah, we didn't get the WWE comeback, but he actually came back. That's the beauty of wrestling as a wrestling fan. Not what brand that he's representing or anything like that. It's just the beauty of him coming back. Like, we should still be celebrating this, man. This is like something this is history. You feel what I'm saying?
Should still be talked about.
Right. Not booing, but as a fan, I must say, yeah, it's a partial comeback, and I can understand that. I can understand that. We got a little theme music we got.
Yeah.
That's my fault. I don't know who did that. We're gonna turn this down.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll say this. I'm a CM Punk fan. I like CM Punk. But I love the return. It was an awesome return. I really didn't know how his run was going, but I kind of figured it wasn't too much of nothing because it wasn't getting talked about. It would have been, it would have been talked about a lot what was going on with him and stuff like that. But the thing that I do dislike is the booing because y'all have ruined some shows by doing that. You know, it's been matches that was going on that had nothing to do with CM Punk, and y'all are chanting CM Punk, want him to come back, time and time again. You go to Chicago, when they having shows in Chicago, y'all chanting his name, and then when he makes this epic return, which I feel it was an awesome return how he came back, man. Shock, kind of just crashed the social media, and then
Grown men
once down
crying.
the line, you have y'all are booing, so it's like just disrespectful. There's no other way to put it, no other word to use. Just very disrespectful. It's like, yes, it would have been better. I feel it would have been better. Yes, if he would have made that return to WWE, that's where he, that's the last time we've seen him. So, him making that return there still is somewhat cool, but at the same time, when it gets to the booing part, that's my main concern. I mean, my main issue with it is the whole booing. When we have been praising this man while he's been gone, wanting him to come back, a lot of fans are calling him, which he always says he's the best in the world, which I don't agree with, but still saying that he is the best wrestler in the world. And I'm a CM Punk fan, but you're not even in my top 10, bro.
Right.
But whatever, man. Like, it is. I like your gear, the boots you wear, the pants, and all that type of stuff. And then people always talk about the pipe bomb and all, about all that, that
Overrated ass promo.
So
my
it's,
opinion.
and then he was with my boy Paul Heyman. I love me some Paul Heyman, but
Oh man, this is one of those things, man, where when I look at it, and I've talked about this before, man, it's very difficult, right? CM Punk is one of those guys where did great, nice runs in WWE, killed it. Most of the time, right, like entertained us where we needed to be entertained. WWE fumbles the ball with him and so let him go, whatever case may be. He doesn't want to wrestle. All right, fine. Goes off, do his own thing, comes back to the wrestling scene, and everybody's excited. Just like, man, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that tuned into that.
Yeah.
Like, we all tuned into this because we're fans of wrestling. We know what CM Punk's like.
Right.
We get out there and we're like, damn, this guy's back. Can't wait to see what he does. I said, he's over at AEW. He should have a phenomenal run. The fans are gonna love it. Shouldn't nobody turn their back on him now? And I think it's one of those, you don't know what you have until he's gone, right?
Yeah.
He leaves, all of a sudden it's like, where is CM Punk? Comes back and everybody's like, glad to have you back, man. It's that new thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's that new toy, the new shiny toy all over again. But then, you put that shiny toy against something that you really like, and all of a sudden you get that class. He goes off to fight, I can't remember his name.
Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston, right? Beats Eddie Kingston, if I'm not mistaken. All of a sudden, everybody hates CM Punk again. And it's like, what the hell, man? Like, do we not know what we want?
No, we confused.
Fickle.
It doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense, man. Stay behind the guy, bro. Like I feel like he's got a lot of offer. Yes, sometimes I do think he's overrated in certain things that he does. I don't know if I can say he's overrated when it comes to his mic skills. I think he's actually really good at it.
Yeah.
I think he just, when he said that, it was just the pipe bomb. Like how everybody just always talks about that and put that so high up there that it's like
it was
that's
one
what
of the
that
best
was.
promos.
Yeah, like that was overrated. Yeah.
I honestly think though, I don't know if y'all remember the promo he did with The Rock, where he was telling them, were you boxing with God? I think that shit better than the
that
pipe
was
bomb.
right.
Yeah, you know what's true? Yeah, that was.
Right,
That, I really do.
I love that.
I mean,
love that.
the pipe bomb was dope only because it was something that hadn't been seen on TV yet, right? Like I can't name a single wrestler who did it that way.
Yeah,
He said, "Fuck it, I'm hijacking the show.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna sit here and y'all are gonna listen to me.
Yeah.
Turn my mic off if you want to.
Yeah.
Turn it up. Go ahead. I'll find another mic."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But then, too, do y'all think it was because who was in the ring, he was kind of shooting the fucking promo on because it was Cena?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
oh yeah.
That was top talent at that time, which my bias is on seeing him still being top talent. But
Oh, he is.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's
Yeah.
real?
Okay.
Like, yeah, man, like it played a big factor in that. And then it was the climate at that time. This dude's contract was going to expire in days.
Mhm.
And him grabbing the mic and saying, "Look, I'm taking over this show, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and you're not gonna do me like one of the most biggest times in the history of wrestling, where you snaked one guy and he left and he didn't have the belt. I'm proving to you that I'm gonna say what I say, and I'm gonna make truth to what I say, and then I'm gonna take the belt, and then I may come back. I'm gonna make sure that y'all are in limbo and not me."
Yeah.
That's a. I'm not gonna say it's the greatest promo because I'm like y'all. Nah, that's not the greatest promo.
yeah,
It was just the
that
perfect climate for that to go on.
Yeah.
So
Simple
if
as
it
that.
was, so
Makes
if it was
sense.
somebody else
Makes
that,
sense.
let's say if it wasn't Cena, would it be that big of a? You feel it would be that big of a?
No.
thing?
Like if somebody else was in the ring.
So yeah, if it's somebody else in the ring.
I think it would have to be somebody as
He was hot at that time,
right,
though.
like a Randy Orton,
Mm-hmm. Randy.
like a Randy
Yeah,
Orton.
it wouldn't be that-
maybe an Undertaker.
Yeah.
If Undertaker's in the ring and you're
Mhm.
you're shooting while the Undertaker's standing there, maybe. But I can't think of anybody
I think
else.
that would have been a make or break for him if he would have
Yeah,
shot
the
that.
Taker.
And well,
I mean, well,
Yeah, I
when you
can
look
see
at
what
it, it's
you're
like one and the
saying
same,
with
right?
the
Because
statue
yeah,
of
like
person. Yeah,
the
I
way
got you.
the way people look at the Undertaker, and you kind of look at Cena up there the same way. Like it's like, hey,
yeah,
this is the guy,
yeah.
right? So when you look at the Undertaker the same way, and you're like, if he goes in there, but once again, I don't think it would have went as long if the Undertaker was in the ring,
Mhm.
No.
because Undertaker loves his WWE.
Yeah.
So I think the Undertaker may have interrupted.
And
I
that-
think
and-
that would have been the only
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And at that time, who was all wrestling at that time? Like,
That was
or
the
who he
top
could have,
stars.
top stars at that time. So I feel if it was, when you brought up The Undertaker, it made me kind of rethink. But I'll take him. Besides The Undertaker or Shawn Michaels or, I could say a legend, really, basically. Not saying that John Cena's not.
Mhm.
Y'all look at most. Not saying that he's not. But at that time, the top dudes, I feel like that even gives Cena more of an argument because he's the one standing in that ring. He's the one who he's pretty much kind of shooting while the top guy is in there, which is our golden boy. So if it was anybody else, I don't necessarily think it would have been that big of an issue. It's because how he did it, you never seen that before, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you have Cena.
Yeah.
Cena gonna bring attention no matter what he does or whatever he's in, no matter what.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so-
of course.
I'm gonna throw this out. All right, this is not even on your sheet. Is it safe to say that CM Punk is like a people's champ? And the reason why I'm saying that is because at that time, he played the role off the people. That's what really made that moment so big. It was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get the people involved in this, letting them know, like, you're not gonna do me like Bret Hart.
Mhm.
Basically, yeah. You say that, yeah.
So
That's where
that's
it's
a
from.
people's champ moment right there, where the tide shifted, where the people. I'm gonna be honest, man. I wanted him to win, just to see something get twisted. Because Vince has a way. And Vince, if you do get a part of this video, hey, holla at us. We got some ideas for you.
I should be announcing that damn show.
You feel what I'm saying?
And I just need a check for some shit I promote for y'all.
And y'all should just let me advertise whatever the hell.
The shit that we buy,
Let me advertise.
Come on, yeah, give us love.
50% off, motherfucker.
Right.
Real.
But Vince, you got a way of manipulating us. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you will give us some trash and we'll still eat it. You feel what I'm saying? At that time, CM Punk hijacked the whole freaking show. And he took what you was feeding us and, man, he made steak out of it at that time. It was a perfect storm.
True.
So for us as fans, I'm gonna say, yeah, he's a people's champ. Now I ain't gonna say he's a Rock. I'm not gonna say that.
Nah.
That's blasphemy. You ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
He's a people's champion, what, like in a different way, like besides
I'll
The
say
Rock,
that.
Cena, you know, all
It's
those
something that
type
we
of-
yearn for.
It's different.
Right.
What you mean?
Right.
He's a people's champ as far as you know, in that category, but
Right.
he's doing it in a different way.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things, man, where like, and at the time, when you're right, like at the time, there was nothing else to watch, right? So Vince can do whatever the fuck he wants. He can say, you know what, fuck the crowd today.
And he
Like he does to us right now. Yeah,
We
like,
could, yeah, you guys are right now.
Right.
But we couldn't turn away because if you love wrestling, you're gonna stand there and you're gonna watch that because that's all that's there. So we endure what's going on with that. Like we're always gonna accept CM Punk for how he is at that point. And now that there's another brand to watch, right? We can say, I don't like what's going on over here. Fuck you. We're gonna switch the channel.
right.
It's wrestling is difficult.
Yeah, it's very complicated.
It's a complicated.
Yeah.
Ah man.
Yeah. But we're seeing success with him at this whole nother brand. See, it's one thing that we know as wrestling fans. It's two things that you want to be whenever you're wrestling. You either want somebody cheering for you,
Yep.
but you definitely accept those boos because guess what? They're acknowledging who you are. Roman Reigns, shout out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you want that to happen, and he's getting both reactions. I say that's a people's champ right there, man.
I'll agree with that. I think if we had to put together like a top 5 list of guys that have been on the wrestling scene that we'll say like that are like people champions,
Right.
I'll put him in there.
In all fairness,
Yeah.
they
I'll
know
put him in
that that's
there.
not my favorite wrestler. CM Punk is not
Yeah,
my favorite.
yeah.
I probably like CM Punk the most by that era
Right.
right here.
So,
Oh, you do? Oh,
Oh,
you?
you,
I'm a pretty big fan of it, but I'm not probably not as big as you. You might be right.
Mm-hmm.
There's just issues I got with CM Punk, but yeah. But I'm a big fan of CM Punk. When he left, I was like, God damn.
and that's all. That's what been my problem with him because the way he left, like all these people loved you. You should fucking bounce. You didn't say like no fucking goodbye, nothing like that.
Yeah.
That was always my problem with
Yeah,
him. Other
yeah.
than that, that's cool.
But and that's hard too though. He did leave like that, man. I
Yeah.
think, but once again, when he talks about why he left and all the stuff that
Yeah,
happened,
then you understand.
you
yeah.
take it back to his mental health. You talk, and I think it was like a lot going on for him at the time. He just like, I just can't do it. So that's something I started to understand later. I was pissed off at the moment, but then I started to understand. I was like, this dude must be going through a lot of shit for him to be like pass up the money.
Yeah.
At least just pass up the money. Yeah, so
Balance. I mean, then don't even want we all know it was an offer on the table from WWE for him to go back there.
Yeah.
He was like fuck
and still, like fuck you.
Yeah. So it must have been that.
and they teased us in that, man, because when they had that show that was going on, he came out. And it was like with what was her name? It was like
Renee Young. Yeah. When they,
and then he
yeah.
came out, and that was like a teaser because we was like, oh man, maybe we can get him doing some promos on the regular show or stuff like. And it didn't transpire. So it's like as a fan, I can understand that you're not getting your full return value on this person. So
Yeah, that was because at that point in time when we seen him on that what the hell was the name of the show? Was
I
it
can't even
Backstage?
think.
it is.
Backstage.
Backstage.
And when you seen him on the show, you were like, when it first happened, automatically, I think everybody was like,
Oh yeah,
he's back.
Yep.
He come back.
yeah.
He's finna, hey, he'll come out here and beat the shit out of, who was champion at the time?
Lord knows. And
I
that's
can't
crazy
even
with the
tell you.
current
That's
process.
sad. Yeah,
That's
that's
sad. That's
That's
pretty
so
sad.
much that was just bubbling around at that time.
But no matter what, you're like, he's gonna come out, he's gonna take the title instantly. That motherfucker said, man, fuck WWE.
Right. That's exactly what he did. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? He did it twice. So
Yo.
it's crazy, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I don't know. As a fan, man, like we gotta relax. Like they're both brands is trying their best to give us the best product that'll keep these storylines going. And once again, dog, we talk about this all the time. Some of these fans, man, they get in their feelings
Mm-hmm.
and they be geeked up.
They be breaking TVs and everything like that. Like, man, stop doing that, man. Like, God.
Very
Yeah,
bipolar.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Very bipolar.
Right.
Thing, you know.
I mean, I said this before. We know how bipolar you are, right? Because WrestleMania will come around. Man, everybody is high on whatever the fuck it is they're high on. They're like, I can't wait for this dude to come out with his championship. And then tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, we got beach balls being thrown around. They ain't even paying attention to the fight.
They
Sometimes even before Monday come, right after they win on social media, it's hit.
It'd be the same motherfucker that was like, I wanted him to win.
Right.
Yep. It'd be
They didn't win the way you wanted him to win, so
Yeah.
therefore it's like, fuck that nigga.
Right.
Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, what is it that y'all want?
We don't know.
We don't know, but you know, and then too, kind of moving forward, because I do want to say this with your fans. We're talking about this disrespect to these legends
Oh yeah, that
has to stop.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Gotta stop.
This disrespect for the Undertaker, damn sure has to stop.
Yeah. Y'all out y'all minds, man. Stop.
You know what I'm saying? Like, here's my thing. I don't, and everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
And I get it. So, I get it for like probably all of us here. I know for me, I've watched that man from the time he debuted. Literally watched that show. I've seen this man in person when he won his first WWE title. And of course later on in his career and things like that. But nobody's saying that he is the GOAT. Now in some other people's mind, yes, he is the GOAT. In my opinion, he is. But I have my reasons why he's the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
But this whole disrespect for the Undertaker because some of us say he's the greatest of all times and all that type of stuff. Half of y'all with y'all rebuttals with who y'all naming off, and then that's the thing. It's not even like it's Shawn Michaels or somebody like that.
Man,
It is somebody.
Like, I need to know this. Like, who are they naming?
I mean, some people some it's like Austin, Rock. You know what I'm saying? Hogan.
Okay.
But
they're not talking about nobody in
like
this gym.
that's low. No.
Yeah,
No.
okay.
You know, I mean, they kind of keeping it there, but and then some, you know, it's like, well, you know, I just don't see it. His interest is boring and all that. It's the fucking Undertaker. Like, I mean, he been walking slow down the goddamn aisle for 30 years. So and I get it. I know some of y'all, okay, I guess this is where they start going on. Yes, because we're all passionate about this.
Yeah.
In some type, form, or fashion, whatever it is y'all say, regardless of what y'all think, and this is not a gloat moment or nothing, but this is what we're passionate about. In some shape, form, or fashion, all of us get some type of money out of this shit too. So this is why we do what we do. So that disrespect for the Undertaker, man, that I've seen it, and I mean the thing is, I've seen it like the past year. I'm not understanding it, man. Like, if y'all don't think he's the GOAT, that's fine. I understand that. But the disrespect for him, like, oh, his entrance is boring, or he walks to the ring slow, or he like, that's some dumbass fucking shit.
It's a lot of
It's
wrestlers. It's a lot.
you.
Okay, I was gonna say I can let you.
I'm one of those guys.
Really?
I can't stand that fucking intro. Don't get me wrong. I love when it pops. Boom, it goes off, and I'm just like, it's Undertaker.
I gotta hear this.
I know who this is.
I'm glad
But
that you do.
I'm a fan of fucking wrestling, right? So
Right.
get your ass to the ring so I can watch you beat the shit out of this dude, right? So from the aspect of some people where I'm like, okay, I understand why you want to see the entrance. It's exciting. But the other part of me is like, nigga, come on, man. Like,
But
I
you
can't
don't
wait for you
think
to
that's
get
a part
I can't wait
of
for you to
him,
get in
though?
and beat this guy ass. I just want to see this happen. And sometimes that entrance to me just takes so goddamn long that I'm just like,
I feel like that was
I've
a
been
video
able-
game out and seen it already.
I've been, look,
That's
I'm
why
just
you press
saying,
A.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
you press
hold
A.
it.
I've been able to fucking go make a sandwich, nigga, and then come back and this motherfucker is still walking to the ring.
He's right.
That
You
nigga's
are right
just
on
taking
that.
his hat off, and I'm like, nigga, fucking ring the bell. Like, you know what I'm
But
saying?
this is
Like,
the reason why he's one of the reasons why he's up there because he
Iconic.
could just come out. Yeah, he could just come out and do something like that. Take forever. Just walk down. You know how to. It's
don't get
just
me
gonna
wrong.
go everything.
Believe me, I understand all that.
I'm
Give you goosebumps.
My issue
all that.
is still, I think I want to watch you beat the shit out of this nigga, man. Come on, get in the ring. Come on, get in the ring, man. Hey, like the American Badass one. when he became that.
Yeah.
Riding motorcycle, got to the ring pretty quick, got his ass up
I
there, beat shot,
respect those
nigga, drove the fuck off. Right? Like I was like,
But that's also my favorite
Yes.
taker though. American Badass.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait. I like it. I really do.
I'm saying.
I like this guy. Thank you for bringing it. But I'm gonna say this right now for every Undertaker fan. This Joker only fights 5 times a year. You can sit there and wait and watch that. Give him his respect.
Don't get me wrong. For the Undertaker now, yeah, I get it. The Undertaker back then when I was like, come on, man.
But I still don't feel he's
But
the
you see
respect
that every
taker
day.
though.
I'm not-
He just said that he don't like to. He wants you to get on with it. Let's go. He's not saying you can't wrestle.
He likes it. I just like, come on, man.
I don't agree with it though. I just don't. I don't
Okay. There's a lot of people that don't agree.
He's
Yeah, I mean,
There's gonna be a
because
lot of people.
I think that if you again, and y'all know I love top 5 and 10s. Top 5 entrants, easy.
Yeah, no bullshit. It is. That don't mean I want to see it all.
Man, dog, that's probably
He's
top
probably in
five.
the top 2. I'll probably me.
Yeah, right.
Top 2.
No, he's not topping H
I'm-
though. He's not topping Triple H though for me.
Okay, that's bias. That's
that's
bias.
bias.
That's
Hold
bias.
up, hold up,
Wait,
that's fine.
I gotta think
So he's
because
saying he's 2.
who Taker?
Yeah.
Entrance wise.
I'm gonna say yes. Who's what? Shawn Michaels.
Amen.
Shawn Michaels all day.
Amen.
And the reason I'm gonna say Shawn Michaels is because that's just what I've grown up. It's the first thing I've seen when I was
Man,
in
you
wrestling.
ready?
Like that's got to be. I told him the other day. I said when I first seen Shawn, it was like a aura. I seen his aura. I'm just like, oh, it's the goat. You know what I'm saying? It's the goat. This nigga come out here. What nigga you know can come out here with glitter and shit and not looked at as gay or as the pretty boy.
No.
He come out here
I'm
swinging.
sure we looked at him as
You know what
gay
I'm
at first.
saying?
That nigga came out and said,
They
I was
probably
like,
did. But you think he gave a damn about who was the niggas who was thinking that he was gay?
nah, that nigga's making money, bro.
But that's without me even being biased, honestly, it's not even my bias. I just feel like that was just he's one of the best interests.
No, I get that.
He has multiple ones.
It's funny because I thought Chris Jericho right off the bat.
Ooh, I like you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But they know Chris Jericho's one of my favorite interests.
I fuck that interest, but
Of all
that
time.
motherfucker was.
It's not better than Shawn.
Put down
that's-
like
It's
like
just
our
not
favorite.
better.
No, hold on. I got that right here. So wait, let's go down to, because we got H, Shawn, Jericho,
Shawn.
Okay, those are the top entrances. So I got this question now, since we on interest theme songs. The theme songs that just hit different. That, I mean the fucking theme songs. We're about to get rated R. If you're in the middle of smashing, you probably be like, okay, wait a minute, hold on, where that shit coming from? Literally. Or you gonna stop whatever it is you're doing, and your attention is on the TV or you looking around.
Just
Them songs, I don't care how many y'all got.
I'm telling you, Edge,
That's an interesting.
man, that whenever it hits, I don't care where I'm at. I can be taking shit for all I care. And if I hear it, I gotta go see it. Is there something about it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a cold intro, man.
Edge.
Fire.
Of course, I'm gonna say Shawn, but I'm gonna go Undertaker too. I can even go. You hear DX, you hear that? It's like you gonna want to see that because you don't know you don't know. It could be even now if they was to come back now. You know they old as shit, but if you hear that, you hold on, nigga. I think I might want to go see what the fuck are that old ass is doing. Even back then, every time especially when they would reunite,
Right.
and then they would come back on Raw or whatever, and you hear DX music. Oh yeah, you gonna want to hear those are iconic.
Well, and it's crazy because you think like, I say this because it's true. Because somebody said in the chat to you, man. Like, I'm like, it don't matter where the fuck you are and what country you live in. If that gong sound comes on, if you have never watched wrestling in your whole fucking entire life, I guarantee, I bet you know that's Undertaker.
Oh yeah.
I bet you sit back and be like, yep, that's
It
the
has to be
Undertaker.
one of the. It probably is the top. Probably.
Yeah,
I'm saying that.
That's what.
Is it safe to say that we can sit there and watch it?
Not everybody.
Come on, man. Come on.
No, okay, so look at this. Like, okay, so if you didn't tell me the Undertaker was coming out today, and I was watching Raw, and the motherfucker popped up, I watched interest today. I would sit here and watch it because
Okay.
I haven't seen the entrance in so long that I'm like,
Mhm.
I missed the
You
guy.
know it, right.
I want to see him
Yeah.
come out now.
Gotcha.
Compared to when I was a kid growing up, and I'd be like every fucking week because he wrestled back then every week, right?
Every week, yeah.
So I'd be like,
Especially
here
on
goes
SmackDown.
again.
Yeah.
Like we gotta wait for this motherfucker 5-10 minutes to get to the ring. You know what I mean? Like as a kid, I'm antsy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, nigga,
Since this man
I can't
all
sit this
jacked up.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so every seeing it every week, I'd be like, I just can't do it. I can't do it. I miss it now,
Yeah.
but at the time I couldn't do it. I'd be like, I'm gonna go fucking bake a cake. I'll be right back.
Yes.
Like nowadays, I'm like, shit. Look, hey, Undertaker coming out. Shit, let me sit here and watch this motherfucker. But like, you know, it's a growing thing. So same thing with
Yeah.
CM Punk. Hate him tomorrow, fucking love him yesterday.
Yesterday,
You know what I mean? So like, it's difficult. That's a difficult situation.
And my themes, of course, if I hear that Triple H theme, of course the Undertaker gong, smell what the Rock is cooking, and this is this is probably a love-hate one, but that man right there.
John Cena? Yeah.
If I hear that,
Yeah.
them horns,
Which entrance is better?
what you mean?
Which entrance is better? The old one or the new one?
What, from John Cena?
The Word of Life one or?
Word
No,
of Life
no,
or-
no, the one now.
Okay.
Not the Word of Life ain't gonna give me like.
No.
I mean, I don't know why. But when he
I know that's everybody's
that Bray
favorite
Wyatt,
scene.
when he had that shit with Bray Wyatt and he got to come out as the
Yeah.
like I was like,
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
I missed that
Uh-huh.
shit. I was
Yeah.
like, oh
That was a
shit.
dope moment.
Yeah.
Oh, when he came out against Elias, what was that? That was at WrestleMania, right?
When he came out that way, I was like, God
But I
damn.
don't know. It's something because
It's something about that.
yeah, because that shit, yeah, it just.
It pops you, right? You're just like, oh shit, John Cena coming. Yeah, I get that. I get
So
that.
it's probably those, and then like Kern, of course, y'all already know, nigga. That nigga AJ Styles shit, nigga. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad he done with almost.
I'm not gonna lie to you, nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you, nigga. CM Punk's entrance to me, I don't know if it's the entrance or the music.
You know what? You know what?
I fucking love that.
Honestly, I think that's why so many people. And I don't know. They may fucking throw the goddamn shit at me. I honestly, a lot of times think that's a big reason why a lot of people like him because of the theme song.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
the
I mean, it was that. It was that in the.
Yeah, it's closer. Yeah,
Time. You know what I'm saying? Like it was. I mean, it was very basic. It was a basic one, but the song, like when the song hit, I'd be like, oh shit.
Yep.
I would have downloaded.
That whole.
I would have downloaded that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Another one we missed, I'm pretty sure y'all agree, is Austin too.
Oh hell
man.
yeah! When that glass break,
Before
well,
the
and-
first song even come, the
Yeah.
glass break.
and
that's
to
iconic.
me, that entrance is like top 5.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
and then he just walked into the ring.
yeah. But he got there faster than Undertaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see it?
But he do take a minute when he goes in.
That's gonna be the thing.
I mean, he do get in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
So
He gets up here and does his shit, but you know, be like, but he's in the ring already, motherfucker. Like,
Okay. Oh wait a minute. I got this one then. I got this one, and this one because my brother couldn't stand Triple H entrance. When he'd come, stand at the top of the motherfucking ramp forever. So then,
It's some good water, dog.
so then, fucking, which one you think is worse, Triple H or the Undertaker?
Triple H, hands down. I ain't even think that's
Like,
not even
worse?
close.
Yeah, because you know
For-
it used to
for
take
him.
Triple H a long time to get to the ring too.
I think
In WrestleMania, you can forget.
but
it.
he
That
does
takes
something
forever.
though.
Why?
Take, Triple H.
Yeah, but he does something though.
Taker
Like,
does too though.
what does he do? Like he get
He either have
the
promos,
nigga comes out,
sometime he'll have smoke, sometime in different ways,
but
different areas, or he have
but
different
he's
roles.
not doing anything. You see what I'm saying? He's coming out. He's coming out. He's standing there and he's like,
But it,
and then starts walking and I'm just like, okay, here comes the slow walk, creep to the ring. Triple H at least come out and be like,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like he do something. Like, you know what I'm saying? It keeps me wanting to stand there and say, all right, nigga, what is he gonna spit the water today? Oh, he's not gonna spit the water out. No, he spit the water out. All right, we good. Well, the Undertaker just comes out. I mean, I know once he gets down to the ramp, like once he gets down to the stage, the ring area, I know he's gonna lift the hat off. You know what I mean? Like, and then or throw the coat back and walk up the stairs. But like other than that, I'm like, it's that beginning, that coming out of the curtain and walking down so slow that bothers me. You know what I mean? Like once he gets to where the ring is, I'm good. I'm like, oh shit, I can watch this now. But
Because he does got some, he does have some iconic moments, like when he gets down there. Because I love it when he has Hell in a Cell matches and he walk in and then slam that motherfucking door behind him. I love that shit.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Triple H,
I still just can't. And I even actually like the old Triple H song way more
ooh,
My
than the
time.
new one. I like that
My
one.
time.
Yeah.
I like that one better than
Shit.
this one now. Even though this one is more
I
classic,
agree
but I
with
like that old when that it sounds kind of, it could be annoying, but it's not. Every time I hear it, it never annoys me.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I like the whole DX thing. Yeah, like when they come out
Together.
all of them. The
Yeah.
Triple H one by itself, sometimes I can be like, eh.
Which DX?
I can miss that one.
Gang and just Triple H or the whole
The
gang?
whole gang.
Everybody.
Okay.
China.
That's a good question though.
The gang comes out.
Okay.
But that's a good question though. Like since we because we talked about this the other day, stables. So what was the better version of DX when it was Shawn and China and Hunter, or when Hunter had his own DX? That when it was
That's a
him,
tough
X-Pac,
one,
and fucking
But what
the
if
New Age
Yeah,
Outlaws.
see, that's a tough one.
Well, how though? Like, you mean it like were they better? Like.
Who made the bigger impact
Oh, okay.
on that time?
China.
What DX made?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bigger
you
impact?
gotta say them.
With
yeah.
China.
Yeah.
I feel like that made, because
Yeah.
you hadn't seen anybody like China in WWE. And I think it was mainly her that impact was on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, when you first seen China come out, this big swole ass woman, you just like, God damn.
And she another one. I wish y'all give my girl her respect, man,
Right,
because
man.
you know she kind of get lost in this shuffle when we talk about.
Because people only
Women's
see the bad
wrestling.
shit that happened, bro. Like, everything that happened after WWE, y'all gotta let that shit go.
Right.
Yeah, she played in.
Because her entertainment was serious in the WWE.
She
you know?
Hulk.
She
Yeah.
brought
You
attention
know,
to the women division.
She
too.
paid her
So,
ass.
but
Like,
she
she was
wasn't
holding
even-
her own against grown men.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
And I want to. She's not the first one to do it, but she was the first one to do it for me. That was convincing.
right.
You know what I
There
mean?
you go,
And
man.
I
That was
think,
right
I think
on the
that's
spot.
that's what hit me for her. Like,
And y'all stay tuned because I got a very good question dealing with that. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that.
What, will we date China? I would. God bless the dead.
I seen the video.
Will we date? You said dating China? I wouldn't date her, but
You know, I seen the video.
I put it nice.
most definitely I would.
You know what I'm saying? Nicely, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But
So
yeah,
when we were talking, we gonna get to that because y'all I gotta try because if we get to talking about these girls too much, it's over.
No.
It's over.
Yeah,
So we was talking about with the stables. So, and I think we were talking about this. We were talking about this the other day in here.
yeah.
The stable that had, and this is, I don't care how y'all answer it, bias or whatever, but at least tell us why. Top stable.
Oh man, bro.
And meaning, so when you answer that, but two, it's like,
Top stable.
who, maybe most impactful. How was I saying it the other day too? The stable that just make the company grow. Like, something came from the fucking stable.
Oh man, this
Because
is
I'm
hard,
about to
bro.
say something that's gonna piss off a lot of people.
I
I already know. If y'all want me to go, I'll go ahead and go.
you know what?
Okay.
Money.
Because my thing is, I know a lot of people are gonna, and trust me, I got all due respect because they're one of my. If you ask me who one of my top stables, I'm gonna put them in there, and that is the NWO. Yes, they did Trailblaze, they did a lot of things, but y'all that are sitting your ass over there, wherever it is you're watching, think about this. What superstars did the NWO produce? I don't want to hear Hall. I don't want to hear Nash. I don't want to hear Hogan.
Not ones that were already stars, but
They was already established before, yeah.
So, don't say Buck Bagwell.
I did say Buck
Yeah.
Bagwell.
I don't want to hear Sting, Lex Luger. What stars did they create? So let me go ahead and say my answer. My answer. And this is total bias. And this is my favorite stable. It's evolution. Why? Because you had the past, you had the present, and you got two fucking superstars,
bro.
mega superstars out of that. You got Batista, which at one fucking point in time was bigger than Randy Orton.
Batista was the shit.
Yeah, and then you got Randy Orton.
Why did we say his entrance?
You
I
know
don't
what?
know.
I was actually gonna say that.
That's one of
I
those.
was
This
actually
is
gonna
interesting.
say that because I use
You know what I'm
like
saying?
whenever you creating a player, a wrestler in the game, I use Edge and his entrance to kind of play off of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, man, that's energy in it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah.
Especially with the Tommy gun, and then you got the Radar Superstar, boom. You know all of that.
See, I
man.
would usually use the dying light.
There you go.
from
There you go.
Randy Orton,
Yeah.
the old Randy Orton.
Yeah.
See, now
I
y'all
like
saying all
song.
that, and I'm gonna throw y'all for a loop. When we bring that up, I like Goldust.
You know what, man?
The entrance.
Yes,
Yeah.
the interest.
I forgot about his.
That was ahead of his
You know, that
time,
was,
dog.
yeah.
That was.
That
He was like the
I
prince
feel like-
of wrestling.
Now I ain't with all the.
that was part of it, though.
It was. I liked it.
It was like,
Ain't no nigga coming down the ring rubbing their nipples.
no, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Hold on,
yeah.
talk about. Hold on, you said won't no dude come down rubbing their nipples. I might just
Wait a
entertain.
second, you right.
I might just entertain. I might do it, and they go. They no.
You know,
So I can't
that's
even-
my fault because one of the guys I like a lot over at NXT before they kicked out.
Oh,
He's at
man.
now.
Dang,
Nigga
yeah.
Velveteen Dream, right? Like the guy, thought the dude great entertainer, not a good wrestler, but a great entertainer, right? And he does all kinds of weird shit. And I actually like that dude. So I can't say no nigga gonna come out and rip his nipples.
Biggie now. I like Biggie.
Lord Jesus.
And then Sean back in the day too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
My bad, got you off topic.
Yeah.
Staples.
Staples.
I agree with that evolution. I do
And that's
agree
that's just my personal. So that's bias.
because all of them jokers was champions.
That's
You know what I'm
bias.
saying?
World
They
heavyweight
all-
champ.
they
Big
was all
gold
champions.
title. That's what you know it from. Evolution title. Man.
Nation.
I'm
the
going with
nation.
that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Because when you think
that's-
about
that's one of my
it,
top
I mean,
stories.
besides Ron Simmons at the time, he had kind of just brought people up.
All three. Well, you think about all of well,
We got the
I mean, Papa Shango before nobody fucking.
God ended up Godfather, one of the biggest things
My
after
boy D-Lo.
D-Lo
You know
Brown.
what I'm saying? The
And then,
Rock.
of course, the Rock. Yeah. That's that. Yep.
I mean, maybe that's just me, but I agree.
No,
I
I agree with that.
that's
I
a good
agree
one.
with that one.
I didn't really too much focus on them at that time. So, but I could. It's not a like, oh yeah, you tripping. It's not one of them. Mine is just DX. Now, when I think about when you put into factor what these people bring out or what type of superstars came out of it and all that type of stuff. Of course, you had Billy Gunn, Road Dogg. All right. Then you got Shawn and Triple H, of course. You got China. I mean, but when
I
you
think
start,
everybody became a star out of that group.
yeah. But when you bring in the factor of that, when he was saying this, it did kind of change my answer, and I would say evolution when you think about that because my name is Hayes Evolution for one, and then two, it's just like that is. When you think about it all collectively, you like, well, yeah, because all of those are Hall of Famer superstars. Well, I feel Batista is a Hall of Famer if he's not already in. I do. I feel he
will.
Randy Orton
I
for
think
sure.
he is, but I still think he has
Triple H
that
and
love
Shawn,
hate.
of course.
I think he still has a love hate relationship with the crowd. It's
Yeah,
fun to watch.
a lot of people would disagree with the Batista being in the Hall of Fame.
But man,
I really
they
think
better.
so.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
gotta give him that, man, because Batista at one time
Was the
every-
biggest fucking thing.
right,
Yeah.
a freaking animal. You know what I'm saying?
And like I told him, I said, really, Batista, when, you know, they wardrobe, how they came out, they gimmick and stuff, really, Batista was the one who fit that, like the suits, the shades, and all that stuff, you know, how they came out. Yeah, Triple H, he kind of did, you know, at the most part
I
of
see
it.
what
But
you're
at the
saying.
same time,
Yeah.
Batista had that, because let's say if you would have inserted the dude that they were supposed to have before Batista, you know what I mean? Whatever the guy that
Brian
Vince was trying to bring in.
Nunchuck.
Before Triple H said he want, you know, no, I want Batista.
Yeah.
Let's say that guy would have went on and with Evolution out. You don't really see him dressing like that.
Yeah.
Triple H, and then you got Ric Flair, old ass, and then you would probably have to throw it on Randy then. But
But I would
Batista
Randy
outbeat
was
Randy with how
Yeah.
how the look.
But that was a young Randy, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
if he
see?
could, I don't know if he could have. Nah.
I like young
Randy
Randy.
looks like he don't even like all that suit shit though.
Nah.
So you know, most of the time that he just
Wearing
like
hoodies and
yeah,
sweats all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think he really like.
But it did give us an image of, like you were saying, the past, the present, and
Yeah.
the future. That's what made that just so over the top for me.
You never really seen that.
Like, dang, man, like, them jokers, man, they still got a presence now because of Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take it away from Evolution, man. That was a smooth move. That was.
Yeah, and it's no knock, and that's the thing. It's no knock toward the NWO, dog.
No,
No,
It's
no,
no knock
no,
toward the
yeah.
NWO. Fool.
I'm not
I
taking
just-
nothing away from
Yeah,
I
it was
even
just
feel, I even
everybody
feel
had an
the
individual
Shield,
vote.
they have an argument too.
You know what? I wanted to say that, but it's the fact of
For me, I think it's more we need to see. Like, I think it's a
Ambrose.
little bit more.
I feel like Dean Ambrose kind of if he would have stayed there, we don't know what he would have done.
Mhm.
I think he would have probably had another championship run.
Oh yeah, easily.
Seth, man,
That's my boy
he's
right there.
definitely
Yeah.
who he is. Roman Reigns is definitely who he is.
Those two are gonna be fucking Hall of Famers.
Easily.
When that
For
shit's
Seth?
over.
Seth and
Seth,
Roman?
Seth and Roman.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can argue the Roman one sometimes, but yeah.
So it's safe to say Dean Ambrose added that, kind of took that luster away from me looking at them as, I guess, in the top stables.
The reason why I say them is because what they've done in that short amount of time, and they did kind of bring something somewhat different to the table with how they would come out and they would surround people, and how active and how hardcore them niggas went at that time when they were doing that shit to people. And then on top of that, well, the future. Seth, of course, Hall of Famer, Roman Reigns, Hall of Famer, and if Dean Ambrose would have stayed over there in WWE, he would have been a Hall of Famer too.
True.
He'll be back though.
Yeah.
And he'll be back,
Mhm.
but I guess my argument with them, they're I can say the polished version of the new kind of wave
Mm-hmm.
of you doing these stables, but the people that stand out to me, the back door of this is New Day.
I was waiting.
Yeah, he took. I was finna get
I'm just gonna be real.
us there.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like
I was
New
finna get
Day.
us there because that what we talked about that one too. What came out of that? Every fucking body.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
They only missing one that I'm gonna be real, man.
He's speaking right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They gave him something.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I was just about to say it and you took it. So finish it, bro. Like go for it. Yeah, let them know. Let them know.
They gave, and the funny thing about that is, and I've talked this about with a lot of people. Xavier Woods to me is one. I think he's talented. I think that's talented.
Mhm.
Yes.
Underrated.
I think you give Kofi Kingston that championship because Kofi Kingston's been there the longest.
Uh-huh.
Big E comes right underneath him, right, and Big E's like the muscle.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think if there's anybody deserving of a championship between all of them, I think Xavier Woods should be the guy.
100% agree.
So do y'all think that he'll ever become WWE champion or Universal champion?
Yes.
Eventually, I just don't think on Universal. We talked about this before. Universal, I don't see a nigga holding that title anytime soon. But WWE champion, I feel like he can probably bear the weight of that one.
I'm still like.
So you said that before Kofi even won the title, you say Xavier Woods would be the one that's most deserving.
Yeah.
I say Kofi.
You think so?
You said
I mean,
Before Kofi had the title, out of them three, most definitely I feel Kofi.
I mean,
I
I just feel like
Kofi's-
Kofi's been there longer. I think that's the reason why you're gonna say that. But when you watch talent, like when you actually watch them wrestle, I think Xavier's a better wrestler than Kofi.
Yeah, he definitely has more talent.
I
do.
think
I think Kofi is a better wrestler. Though.
I think Woods, man, has the charisma and he has the talent now.
Yeah.
And he definitely
Like,
does
I
have
really
He does have more charisma than
Yeah,
both.
Like
guys.
this dude, his mouthpiece, one.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
His moves, he has a way of mixing in the new age and showing homage to the old school. Like this Joker jumps off the rope and drops the elbow. It makes it look flawless. You know what I'm saying?
I do feel he's very underrated as a wrestler though. He's very underrated.
Right. But I feel that with New Day all together, when we were talking about like stables, like I feel like they're the back door of excellence whenever it comes to a stable, man. Like
I think
whenever
they
you put them
surpassed
up
the
against,
Shield.
that's where
I
I'm
was saying, I know a lot, especially the newer fans. You know, they love the Shield.
And we being real, like
To me,
I have to think,
I think
that's
the New
right.
Day
That's
is just.
Because when you look at it,
better than the Shield.
when you looking at it overall,
Yeah,
everything.
and that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can say that if there's a group for me as a faction, if they would have stayed together, if they WWE didn't fuck this up, and they did, if they wouldn't have fucked this one up, they'd probably be bigger than every single faction that I've ever seen.
I believe it.
Which was my boy Bobby last name,
Hurt Business.
The Hurt Business.
Mhm.
I feel like the Hurt Business could have been big, and
They fumbled that
they
one.
Yeah,
fucking
I
dropped the
believe
ball on that one.
Yeah, I
And the fucking thing is, I think they keep trying to bring it back, but it's I think
For me, the only thing with the Hurt Business
take out
Cedric Alexander is
Take out
not
Alexander.
convincing to me.
Yeah,
That's
you got to remove him out of that.
I when it first started,
Shelton's
I said, hey,
perfect.
man, give him the ball heads, nigga. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, bring the fucking Apollo Crews.
Oh man,
Yeah, but I think that's what we were all saying.
Yeah, that would have definitely been fire. Yeah.
I mean, you can bring them
What
Apollo
female?
Crews.
What female though? Right off the top, if you what female you think at that time that they could have put in there to?
I feel like you would have to go with somebody who's badass, and I personally, if I wouldn't think of her as of now jumping over to the faction over here with Roman Reigns in them, I would think it would be Nia Jax.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Powerhouse.
strong.
That's what I was gonna say. Nia
Yeah.
Jax, though. If not Nia Jax,
Shayna.
this is.
I like Shayna better.
Shayna.
I don't know. I think Shayna in that shit in that role with them was.
She's
I would say
better.
Nia Jax because she's dominant, she's big, and she can bring something that. Because she's a pretty big girl.
Yeah.
So she can bring something, because these some ugly ass niggas. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got ugly black niggas with bald heads and beards and shit. Like, I ain't getting.
But you got pretty boy MVP.
You gotta
you know what
bring
I'm saying?
something else to, like, okay, what else? Okay, she's big, but then at the same time, you got a beautiful big girl with them. Okay, something is pretty out of that. Because they going to be ugly and demolish pretty much everything. So you got to bring something to the table that kind of can get, that's why I say Nia Jax. But I was going to say, that when the first thing that did come to mind, but it really wouldn't make any sense, but it would probably help her, Naomi.
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought about Naomi.
I think it's
Naomi
hard. 'Cause I
in
just don't see that mean streak in her. Like,
Because if you do,
Right. That's
we
why
don't
I'm having a
know
problem
yet.
with that one.
And then on top of that too, only place you really can kind of see her joining with somebody instead is
Bloodline.
the bloodline.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. So
believe me, I think I've talked about this plenty of times. The bloodline, if they added Tamina, if they added Nia Jax, they added Naomi. Oh,
But that's true bloodline right there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Oh.
that would.
yeah.
I told y'all the vision I had with that, and we can move on to Roman Reigns in today's product. So we'll talk about Raw and SmackDown a little bit as well too. But with the bloodline, like I told y'all, that's what I pictured for like Mania this year. You got Roman standing at the top, Usos tag team champions, Tamina and Nia, women's tag team champions.
That would have been fire.
Naomi, or it don't matter. It's just them three. Whoever, if you want to put Nia and Naomi as a tag team, but they ain't giving to me the goddamn SmackDown Women's Championship. Sorry, but either have Nia with the singles title and her, and you know what I'm saying. And I just saw like all them fucking standing at the top of the ramp at the end of fucking Mania.
you know what?
Yeah.
Don't even. Yeah, I'm
What?
in my head. I'm like, don't even give Nia or Tamina a single championship. Just give them tag team,
Mhm.
right? And give Naomi a
Naomi.
single.
The singles,
Yeah.
Right.
She's had it before, and then she kind of needs more.
That
of
shit, it's still iconic. No matter how you look at it, shit, just them coming together without
Yeah.
titles would be iconic.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
that would have been. Yeah, that would have been nice.
I think WWE, they have something in that, and they're looking right past it, bro. Once again,
Right past it. Like, and it, too, like, even talking about with the Hurt business, and we were talking about this the other day, that's what I wanted to see for Survivor Series this past year. The way that the path that they had, because I'm not going to lie, even though he won it, I am disappointed in Big E's title run right now.
Oh yeah,
I think they should have kept the fucking shit on Bobby because the way that at least for 2021, because the way you've had Roman dominate and the way Bobby dominated up until he lost it,
Right.
that was a fucking clash waiting to fucking happen at Survivor Series.
So do you think it's going to get back? Do you think they're going to put it back on Bobby?
Well, we talked about this the other day. I said, man, you go out and look at them right now. Bobby's supposed to be a heel. Bobby's supposed to be a heel, man. When you watch WWE right now, you turned it on Monday, watch the crowd go crazy over this dude. Like, these motherfuckers was like, that's not a heel. Hey, this nigga's a babyface again. Put the title back on the guy, bro. I really think it's leading to that, but I don't think it's going to get there. I think they'll fuck this up way before.
So do you think this is going to be, that was his only title run?
Yeah. Sad to say that.
They
I mean,
can't do that,
the
man.
fucking thing is, they should put the title back on him, and
Right.
then put the title on fucking Brock Lesnar, right? Put the title
Oh,
on Bobby,
man.
put the Universal on fucking Brock, right? Watch the clash.
Yeah, that would have.
Yeah.
Because that's
then,
a match.
shit,
That's a
next
dream
Survivor
match.
Series shit. We have the fight that everybody really wants to see.
That's a dream match.
Quick question: who's the better wrestler?
Between
Brock or Bobby?
Bobby.
Bobby, yeah, hands down. And you know, I'm
You know what?
I'm
I'm just asking
you know,
y'all that question. I'm not even gonna answer it. It kind of messed up because for one, I can't really say too much about Bobby because I haven't even paid attention enough to Bobby Lashley to even say no, it's Brock. So that would be unfair.
Okay, I'm a fan of Bobby Lashley, so I could be a little biased. But what I did, somebody asked me this question before. What I did was said, "Fuck it, let me go watch Bobby's MMA run, right? Then I watch Brock Lesnar's UFC run, and I'm watching them, and I watch these dudes wrestle, and I'm like, I feel like Bobby can go all day. Like I watched the dude go fucking round for round for round. Brock just didn't do it for me. Brock."
It's more of like a knockout artist, real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
long
this-
distance, Brock can't go.
But at the truthness with Brock, man, like this dude, I still don't know why he didn't go to the Olympics doing wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he is. He's a snappy wrestler, and we're talking about like the real form of wrestling. Bobby, this dude was a Marine at one time.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? This
Well,
dude
he won it over there.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like
High school too.
Yeah,
high school champion.
High school, college.
this dude was, man, like, you were totally right and accurate on him going all freaking day. Like,
Dude's a monster, man. Like,
this dude is man.
I always ask that question at my house when we're watching shit. I sit there and be like, I see Brock, I see Bobby. I was like, hey man, if there was an alleyway and you had to go down, nigga, there's one on each side. Nigga, you got Brock on one, and you got this big ass nigga Bobby Lashley on the other. Like, which alley do you go through?
Brock, easy. Because I know I'm outrunning. Bobby?
With
I don't know if this joke was
What
finna
y'all-
run on the
what-
wall.
I don't know if either. I'm listening to y'all because I haven't
But
watched
Brock got
Brock.
a Swift too.
But easily I would have said Brock. But since I'm listening to y'all tell me and how he is and the type of wrestler that he is, it makes me feel okay. I need to go and watch Bobby, and then I can answer that question.
Check him out, man. I'm telling you, he's to me, he's good at what he does. It entices the crowd most of the time. I feel like the crowd hates him, but then it's like a John Cena thing. They hate but love the guy. You know what I mean? I think the title should have been on him way sooner.
Oh, man.
That's
That's
what
what's
I'm talking about.
definitely.
And if that would have happened, I think we'd all be, this conversation would be going just out of fucking control. But I think WWE drops the ball on people like that. Like that's why they brought him back. They had to bring him back. It was like shit.
Yeah, because
So
he's
he's a top 10 wrestler.
As of right now? Or
No,
in
as of right now.
general?
If I ask right now, is he a top? I would say is he a top 5 wrestler right now?
Oh yeah, he's up there.
Easily.
But overall, is he in my top 10?
No, I'll put him in my top 15.
I've said that.
Wrestling wise.
Now, if you want to go just straight black wrestlers, it'd be different. I would
That's
say,
a
yeah,
different
definitely top
question
5.
for another day too. Okay.
All right, but
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, he is the truth. That's something I'm gonna agree with him on. Like that.
Yeah, I mean, I know y'all have been like the two big Bobby advocates that I've been around. I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't pay. Well, I ain't gonna say I didn't pay attention to him. I never jumped on that. Like he's one of those guys that I was sitting back like, what is it about this guy? But see, now I see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like what we were talking about with like the Cody thing. I don't see it. I was talking to you, Kenny Omega. I don't see what the whole big riff is. Maybe I will see it later on down the line. Don't know. But I was on that with Bobby, but now I see, and I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker here, like, they should have been doing like a lot of this shit. Like you almost look back at all the stuff they were doing, even with Lana and all that shit. You kind of feel
Yeah,
like, damn,
like,
that
why
was
y'all
a
waste
waste
your
of fucking
time
time.
on that, right?
are you doing?
Right. That was a waste of time.
Yeah, that
was a
to
total
me
waste of
was
time.
like, I'm like, damn, I would have wanted to see this. And that's why, like I said, the way that they started the year off and the way they had him and Roman colliding and they were just running through fucking everybody. Then them niggas change up their fucking music and it sounds like the top boss on Raw, the top boss on fucking SmackDown.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see that fucking clash so bad
Yeah.
this year at Survivor
And
Series.
then instead we got Biggie,
Yeah.
right? Which, and I've said this, like I just knew he was gonna lose that fucking match. I knew it. Like WWE fucks up so bad.
They pulled the trigger at the wrong time. And it's like you can't delay on a lot of these guys. And we've been saying about Roman Reigns a long time. When they messed up and they chose Batista over
That's
Roman
where they
Reigns,
fucked up with Roman.
that's where we saw the consistency of them not pulling the trigger at the right time. They wait too long.
Because I've always said they was a year behind with
I
Roman.
just feel like you shouldn't. I feel like with Roman it's so hard, man. Like I feel like you couldn't do shit with Roman until he went heel anyway. Like I'm sorry. Like that.
No, I
that
agree
that
with
other Roman Reigns. Like I was not interested. Like I was kind of like thinking.
I just always liked the guy. That's all it was with me.
Right.
I just kind of always because and my brother tell you too. I just always seem to gravitate toward the people that nobody liked. So it was like Triple H. Man, everybody fucking couldn't stand him. So I could fucking go. Same thing like with Roman. It was like nobody didn't like him. I mean basketball, Kobe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just those people. That's why I've always kind of liked. He's not my favorite out of the group. Of course, it's Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, but I just that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, he wasn't my
why-
favorite out of the group either. Seth Rollins was mine. So
Yeah.
Seth
Nah,
Rollins was
shit.
favorite.
Like, I was
Hands down.
I was like, he's the guy. The minute they came out there, I was like, this
Yeah.
motherfucker's gonna be a star.
You seen it.
The rest of them, like I said, John Moxley, I looked at him and said, hey, man, that's the new Roddy Piper right there. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I can see. That's all I can see.
Off the charts, man.
He would come out the way he acted. I was like, man, that's a Roddy Piper. Bro.
Yeah.
If they do him the right way,
Mm-hmm.
he can make it. And of course, they ran with his craziness. They said, hey, let's keep this motherfucker crazy. Let's give him title. Let's make him even crazier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But to me, Seth Rollins was the man. Like,
Out of the group.
It just, Roman he was supposed to be the muscle.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the muscle.
But we all knew.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
knew because of the look. The look
Yeah,
of
by
it.
his look,
Yeah.
we knew he was going to end up getting a
But the minute
championship.
I knew that, they said he was the Rock's cousin.
Oh, yeah, man.
After that, I was like, oh, there it goes. They're gonna try to push, and they're gonna try to push him to Europe. That's all I can see. I didn't care if he got the title. My thing was, don't give him the title too early, because you give that man the title too early, people are gonna want to compare him to what his cousin is, and he's not there.
He's never gonna be there. As much of a fan I am of Roman Reigns, he's never gonna be what Rock was.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's
that's
it's
in all
not even
realism.
fair to even like compare them to, because Rock's platform is
Yeah.
like, man, like, we know him as wrestling, but the outside world of wrestling, like, this dude is the top movie star in Hollywood.
And some people, that's how they know him. They
Right.
like, this motherfucker was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like Will Smith. He's a rapper. What?
Yeah.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
Yup.
What the fuck that?
Right.
That's like, yeah, The Rock wrestled. Fuck, he wouldn't be here if he didn't.
So going into 2022, what do y'all think WWE needs to switch
Everything.
yesterday? Like now, like if they don't, I know the number one thing that we always say. I know for me, Raw needs to go back to 2 hours. Period.
Yes, I think Raw is way too
It's
fucking
too long.
Yeah, you give me the
People's
main event
attention
sooner,
span is
nigga. I'm
not-
like, I'm invested. You take
Yeah.
the third hour, and I'm just like, oh man,
You done.
Well, they're like football's on, so.
They definitely need to figure out what's going on with their tag teams. Because
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
only 2 tag teams that we really know out there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All the rest of them are scattered around. They're making these sorry storylines out of them.
Yeah.
If you're going to do something with tag team, like, do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Bring back the Hurt Business, motherfucker.
If we want the hashtag bring back the Hurt Business.
Fucking bring back the
For
Hurt
real.
Business. God damn.
Because I know over here we've kind of talked about a lot of things that we had to talk about for a long time. You know, with pushing the Kofi, he ended up getting the fucking championship. The thing with Naomi, we ended up pushing that. So bring back the Hurt Business. I guess that's what
Yes,
that's
bring
what
back
y'all
the
next
Hurt.
thing.
Like you know how great those matches were. The Hurt Business versus the Usos versus the New Day.
Man.
Yeah.
Like
Fire
every time you
matches,
see
bro.
those matches, you're like, this shit is good. Like it made you want to watch tag team wrestling again.
Right.
Right? And then all of a sudden, Hurt Business was gone. I think one of them ended up getting hurt from New Day. It was, Xavier got hurt for a while.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
wasn't there. Tag team just dropped. Like
It's
the
not-
division was
this-
gone.
We forgetting about one other tag team that I don't know what they're doing with them. I don't know if somebody heard or whatever like that. Street Profits, man.
You know what? You know what? That's another one. That's another one I think is fucking awesome. And I just
Yeah,
think
that's why I
somehow
sound
they
like
get
that.
fucking
I
They
thrown
keep- they- yeah,
under
they-
the carpet somewhere.
Right, man.
Montez,
That boy's
It's a
bad.
goddamn
Man,
medicine.
I can't wait.
That boy's
Oh
bad.
boy, I hope you're gonna say what I'm gonna say, man.
What's that?
This dude hit the single market, bro.
Yeah. Mega.
Man, we looking. I may be stretching this. That's like a second coming of The Rock, personally.
If they give him free reigns,
Oh, they love that mic?
I think they give him free reigns and like they're not writing his shit. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm scared about Street Profits. I don't know why.
Because
It's kinda,
I mean they're
it was high on my list at one point, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I was a big fan of him, man.
but two, we were talking about wrestlers. So what wrestler did you hate, but now you love him? I let my brother go first. Like I got quite a few, but I got this number one guy on my list. But a wrestler, you motherfucker come on TV, grab the mic, you like, man, I'm not trying to fucking hear this guy. But now you're like,
I got a
I
whole
absolutely-
bunch. But
Who's number one?
I'm gonna have to say The Miz.
that was good.
I'm
Wow.
gonna have to say The Miz. Because everybody liked him and I couldn't stand The Miz until he turned heel. Either again, because he was heel already before, babyface, and then
Yeah.
heel again.
Yeah, that's
Whenever
how
he
it
turned heel again, that's when I liked him. Because I may have missed from his first heel run. Then
Okay.
it was babyface, couldn't stand him. Then once
Sucked
he
as a
first came
babyface.
back and turned back as a heel again, that's when I was like, man, it's undeniable. I love him. I like him.
That's hard. I like that man as soon as he came into I liked him when he was over in fucking real.
A lot of
So,
people
Really?
Yeah, I was like, when he said he was going to go into wrestling, I was like, that dude's going to be a fucking star. You guys, anybody who knows
No,
and they'll tell
I
you real
believe
wrong,
you.
I said, that man's going to be a fucking
I
star.
believe you. It's some people we call your quarterback. I called him. I told him when he got drafted. I said, this motherfucker there.
Hey, I was watching that dude up in college, so I
Yeah.
already knew. But
the reason why I like The Miz too, because he's awesome on the mic. He grabs the attention of the crowd all the time, and then he's a pretty good wrestler too at that. Because another reason I was like, well, this nigga is trash. Like he just trash all over. He's boring. But really start paying attention to him and taking biases out of just liking him.
Yeah, he's a
My
true
wife-
entertainer. I can agree
my
with that.
wife was like that. My wife couldn't stand me. This nigga, like,
But then too, when he had that championship run, he was at the top of his game. Though.
oh yeah. His
When-
mic.
when he was.
When he got on that mic, I was like, I couldn't wait to hear what the Miz was gonna say. My wife hated that man. I used to be like, dude, what the fuck is the problem? Like,
It's
but
just
she hated,
something about
she hated
him.
John Cena too, though.
Mhm.
Like, and I think a lot of people hate John Cena. I think a lot of people hate John
I
Cena.
did. I was one.
But I'd seen something in John Cena the first thing he walked out there and smacked the shit out of Kurt Angle. So I was like, this man is gonna carry this fucking show one day. You know, everybody was like,
But everybody has that. Like, so I was telling my brother, that's how I felt like with Triple H when he first debuted. I don't know. It just when he came out there with Sable, it was like that's my guy
He
right
came
there.
out with the
Well, I was-
goddamn ponytail.
Yeah.
Get your
You
gas
doing
back.
it, you know what I'm saying?
Get
Yeah.
your gas. Go back and do something else.
Yeah, no, that's been my
Take your ass back to Brick, motherfucker. I was
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
No,
nigga.
that's the accent he created. Yeah, that's I don't know, man. That was my boy
Motherfucker
from
made me
day
hate
one.
Brits, nigga. I was like, I hate you, motherfucker.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I didn't like Seth Rollins.
I thought you always liked Seth though.
I like Dean Ambrose out of the group, but
That's
I
right.
didn't. It was something about Seth Rollins. I was like, oh man, here we go. We get one of these high flying dudes, and then whenever they let him just have his single run like that, and I'm just like, I'm sick of this dude. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't
Like,
because when they did the Shield, right? 'Cause I know that pissed off a lot. of people.
No, it wasn't even that because like I wasn't really big on the Shield like that either. But I liked the Shield, but I wasn't like, oh man, these guys, they're the future of. I wasn't one of those guys at that time. And Seth Rollins, for them to give him that, I didn't like it. And then he kept getting grittier and grittier, and then he came back and he had this little moment where he was the hero, and he was
I hated
basically
that
like
Seth Rollins. I
the
hated
Slayer,
that
you know what I'm
Seth
saying, and all that.
That helps
I
me.
think he was like-
And I didn't like him, you know what I'm saying? I still didn't like him. I didn't start liking him, and y'all know I'm a fan of Edge. But it was some type of sick moment that he went through in his head that I was like, oh yeah, this dude, he'll go to the abyss to get.
Motherfucker was up in that nigga house.
You know what I'm saying, bro? So like it was that moment where I was like, yeah, I like this cat. This dude right here, yeah, I like him.
Wow.
Got it, or you want me to go?
You already know what my pick's gonna be. When I come to this shit, it's gonna be Roman Reigns.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I couldn't stand that motherfucker. I'd be like, get your ass on. Go sit your dumb ass down. You fucking missing promos and shit, nigga. Like you
Stuttering and
you
shit.
stuttering through a promo with John Cena, motherfucker, like that. Nigga, he's giving you a shot. You fucked this up.
Right.
Go sit your dumb ass down.
Uh-huh.
Like that was going through my head the whole time. Every time he walked out there, I'd be like, this motherfucker. Like,
I really thought that one where he's like, come on, it's a pro. Honestly, for a minute, I said, man, that motherfucker Roman done. Dog.
Yeah, dog. I was
They
like,
kept giving him a shot.
Yeah.
John wasn't thick on that one. I was like, dude, you
Yeah.
what?
Uh-huh.
And then when I watch him now, but I once again.
But John smoked him though, still smoking.
Yeah, he's still not going. There, come on, John Cena top 5 fucking mic work period, right? So, but when I watch Roman now, I can sit here and say like, I actually like the guy now. Like he's not like still not on the mic, but when I said this before, the reason he's so fucking great on this mic at this point is because he had fucking Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Like, Paul Heyman can fucking make a retarded monkey fucking great.
What did I just send you earlier? I said Paul Heyman got to be tripping if this has to be part of the story.
Oh yeah,
that
dude.
turn
Yo.
There's only a few people who I could ever look at like that. Paul Heyman's like probably number 1 on my list.
Cause I'm trying to figure out too when you sent me, I said, damn, his hair grow back on his face. Bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so, but I think even that, so I think that shit'll work, man. I think he's on side with Roman on day 1 or whatever. What is that? That's this week.
They
This
were,
Saturday?
yeah.
So that's what I think gonna happen.
Could you imagine if Paul Heyman actually could get out there and wrestle, and be slim and everything?
He used to do when he was younger, man. When I
Yeah,
watched that documentary.
the
He was small.
ECW Paul Heyman.
Yeah, man,
So-
he was small. He like my size.
What's this say if he would have stayed like that and started wrestling and still had the mouthpiece that he has till this day?
Shit.
He's really talking about GOAT. Not maybe not. I don't want to jump because we know everybody. I don't want to say the GOAT, but I think if he was a wrestler,
He'd be like
yeah, he'd be top. I'll go so far as say top 5.
'Cause
honestly,
he'd be like Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff was that way.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Eric Bischoff was great on the fucking mic, and then when he tried to get into the ring, he wasn't bad, but he just his run wasn't gonna go that far.
No.
He's gonna get outshined everything in WCW period. But I thought Eric Bischoff was kind of the same guy.
Yeah,
I love
think
seeing
Paul
two
kind of
just go at it.
smoked though. Eric Bischoff though. Eric Bischoff a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he a bad motherfucker. That
Paul
I will
Heyman,
say.
he got the coldest mouthpiece, dog. Whenever it comes to like,
Yeah, man. I said that before. I try to think of managers who
this dude,
who
he
can beat him like that. I mean, you had Jimmy Hart.
I mean, you could try to say Bobby the Brain, but I mean, Bobby the
Bobby
Brain was cold, but
Paul
he ain't
Heyman
no
is
Paul
my
Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
that is my goat easily.
Oh,
Cause this joker, man, he can sit here and like, even the last promo that we just saw him with the hair on his face,
Yeah.
he's sitting there like, I think this is the last time like you gonna see me.
And for a minute, you really kind of believe it.
Right? I'm telling you, man, it's like this
But
dude's
if-
just man.
But if you think about it though, in a way, after I watched that, because I really was like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch this day 1 shit. I'm getting my peacock back, but I know the match gonna be the matches. I mean, we've seen Brock and Roman. Okay, so the match is probably that's actually one of the matches, feuds or whatever I like. I really want to see what Paul Heyman gonna do.
Yeah.
That's really. I mean, to be totally honest, that's really why I want to watch the whole
So what
show.
you think he gonna
Because
do?
I think he's still gonna side. I think it's part of the storyline.
Yeah,
I think
so
he's
too.
gonna side with Roman.
With Roman.
Because
I think so
if
too,
you think
yeah.
about it, him and Brock kind of did the same shit
Yeah.
a couple years ago
Yeah.
against Roman. I think. So it's almost I can see like them doing that shit coming out Friday. Because you already know they're gonna leave us with a cliffhanger where and it's not gonna be a cliffhanger for Raw. It's gonna be a cliffhanger for
Yeah.
SmackDown where you have to wait all the way to Friday.
Right.
So that's what I think he does. I think he screws Brock.
That show's gonna be interesting. But,
Yeah. But I know for me, my wrestler that I hated, but I love now, is Kurt Angle. I'm telling you, I had this hatred toward Kurt Angle back in the day. And the attitude era, maybe because I was too big of an Austin Rock Triple H fan. I just always thought Kurt Angle was coming and just fucking shit up. But now that I've like seen a lot and stuff with him. That motherfucker, like I told my brother, is a fucking wrestling machine. He is what he says he is. He's a wrestling machine. But I just didn't, I don't know, maybe it was the character. Some people may be like, nigga, Kurt Angle. I don't know. I just did not like Kurt Angle. But now I love him.
I always said, man, you go back and watch the old school shit. You watch Kurt Angle, like, if you really pissing that motherfucker was funny, and he had his moments, he could wrestle. We all knew he could fucking wrestle.
Yeah.
When he got on the mic, he was really fucking good. People were kind of like,
Why you think he was hated so much?
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. In other words, he did his job as a heel. That's what I say. He did his job toward me as a heel.
You suck every time you come out, and even when he's a face, they still chant you suck, but it's like a respect thing.
And then some of the shit, the TNA shit I seen, of course, with him and AJ Styles too, that's when he started.
I had to really sit here whenever you said that, and I had to think in my head, like, is that accurate? Everything that you said is total, man, on point. Kurt Angle, it was almost like he was stuck in between these colossal attitudes, man. Yeah. And with his storyline was very true, because he was a wrestler, wrestled with a broken neck, won the gold medal, everything like that. And it was like, all right, you're a golden boy in regular world, but in wrestling world, you still got to prove yourself. And it took until, man, now for us to kind of be like, that Joker was kind of genius. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like what else? You won the gold medal. You got to wait another 4 years to go win another one. But you took your talents to the WWE, and you became even a bigger star outside of winning another gold medal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna agree with you on that one.
I don't know. I know a lot of people like him, but that's just one guy.
That's wild, bro. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one, man.
you know what? I'm going to say this because I'm watching this. People were in the chat need to see this.
They got anybody shit. I ain't even check. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Bailey.
Who?
Bailey.
You know what? Let's get to that.
Wow, bro. Her promo live.
Let's go to that. We did this. Y'all can go back and watch the motherfucking video. Go find it. I think we did this about 2 years ago about Chet House. We talked about our top 5 female wrestlers.
Oh yeah, when we got rolled.
Right. We about to do that shit again because my shit has drastically changed. So we gonna go down the list.
Here we go, bro.
It don't matter, and that's the thing. Don't matter. We going ability, looks, and then with that so this is gonna be a 2-part segment. So we gonna go into that, and then the question that I sent all y'all to, the best WWE Women's Champion. So that's the next segment. Okay. So you hit the top 5, whichever one you want to hit first, Women's Champion or top 5. But I know mine has drastically fucking changed a lot.
Okay.
So, and for those of y'all that's watching, I'm about to go live on TikTok. Yeah. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. All right. What's up? Brothers of Destruction podcast.
What's good?
We up here. I told y'all. One last ride. What's up, TikTok fam? Thank y'all. I love y'all so much. I really do. But yeah, we getting back to it. So y'all just gonna have to sit and watch. You got questions, then type them and we'll see if we get to them. Okay. Top 5 female wrestlers. Best WWE Women's Champion. Oh yeah. It's about to go off the rails.
You already know. Everybody's
about to go off the rails.
I'm just like, all right,
They're gonna be here for.
Y'all gotta watch this shit.
I might need to go and throw this little shit. Now is the time it goes off the rails.
Who going first?
Woo.
I'll let y'all start this out because
what's that? 88.
Okay, well, we'll go. Okay, let's see. So this one was hard for me. I'll go ahead and I'll do my top 5. Number 5 for me right now, Sonya Deville. God damn it. I know she's that way, but man, that woman is hot, bruh. She just is.
I'm about to
Yes. Looks, ability, she got ability. We know she can go, right?
Mine
She can
looks, but oh, you talking about wrestling?
Everything.
We talking about beauty and all.
Beauty, everything.
Wrestling?
Sonya Deville.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know she's an MMA fight. I know she fight. I mean,
Yeah.
but in WWE,
I know it's like
she's fucking trash.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you there, but I'm going
Oh,
just.
you just
she
saying
looks, and I know she can. She
All
can
right,
go. I know she can go.
Because I didn't know if we was going on like one end.
No, well, it don't. Well, you know
So we
what?
talking
It
about just who you like.
basically, yeah. Because number one, y'all already know. No, yeah, baby wifey, y'all already know. Number one, y'all, I don't even need to go there. It's Naomi. That's number one. Two, Bianca Belair. Shit. Who? Three, Sasha. Four, Bayley. And Sonya Deville.
So we going
The
that was
only
on
one
the
I
list.
like,
So
the
we
only
going
one
list.
I don't
So
Bayley had the longest.
Bayley.
She just had the longest title run for a whole year.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
even besides that, man, she got them cheeks. Let's just be real.
Right. So that's what.
Let's just be real.
That's everything. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Everything. Whoever it is, your top five. Y'all know she number one because she fine as I don't know what. I don't care what nobody say. Oh, she been slacking or she ain't. Naomi's number one. She's number one.
That's in his
You know what I'm saying? That's bias.
Yeah, that's
I
in
feel
his
like
book.
she lost some ass over these years, nigga.
Where?
Maybe it's just me.
Where?
This is an old picture, nigga. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Nigga, like,
You said now she done lost some ass.
I feel like recently I've seen her and I'm just like not as struck like, oh my god, you know, like I don't see it anymore. I'm like maybe
the sternness is
maybe because I've seen her so much.
You saying like the booty of the sternness is
Like
maybe that's Uso nigga. He
Off the rails.
inflated it a little bit.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Going off the rails, I told y'all. And then too, Bianca, we all know, Bianca, she's strong. Women's champion, got the pretty much the
Man,
women's
she look like
superstars
she
in
is
here.
not deep, dog.
Yeah,
Like, for real, dog. Like,
Hey,
let's
my
just be
nigga.
real, dog. Like, that girl look like she knows all types of sports. The
My
thighs
nigga.
is incredible.
My nigga.
She'll probably, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga.
She's up on my list.
Yeah, but I mean, and she fine.
I would put her number one right now.
As
Well,
sexy,
my-
as like
Over,
Yeah.
I don't care. I know y'all gonna put Nia.
The
So
only reason I ain't putting Nia right now is because, man, she did some controversy. We're going back to the videos. We ain't gonna talk about that right now because me and my man, we gotta. I gotta understand if she was kicking with him at that time or was kicking with me. And we're gonna talk about that.
if y'all are not watching, go over to Hayes Evolution on YouTube and y'all can see this live.
Yeah, check it out.
man.
So, and then who I think is the best women's champion? Trish Stratus. She
Of all time?
trailblazed all this shit.
Of all time?
Yep. That's who I think, Trish Stratus, because I just think, man, she trailblazed a lot of shit to what it is now. I think they took a dip when they went to the Divas division, and then of course we have pretty much the girls we talking about that kind of brought it back. So I think if you take the Divas shit out and you go from the Trish Stratus era to the era now, you good. But I think Trish Stratus is, that's me. I think Trish Stratus is the best women's WWE champion ever.
I'm a disagree. I'm gonna disagree.
Oh, wait,
Now,
I'm done. You can go. I'm done.
I'm gonna let that one ride for trailblazing. But Squill, man, your lady over there. And let's just be real, man. She's a flair, and she did it as a woman.
Shakur not gonna like that.
She
though,
took it to
'cause
a
you
whole
said
nother
she's
level.
a player, so I can't
Like,
wait to hear what you gonna say.
She took it to a whole nother level, man. Like, this girl was doing backflips, not in the ring, like off the ring post, down below. She was doing it all, man. Yeah, bro. She took it to a whole nother level in my head whenever I saw this women's division.
With all that competition that's there. Too.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'll give. Yeah,
And that's why I put her as probably the top female champion. Dang, man.
But
I
real
didn't think
quick
I would
question.
ever say that, but of all time, yeah, probably so right now.
But real quick question though. So you don't think Trish had Mickey James, Chyna, Lita?
But
Somebody-
let's be real. China at that time, she was flirting between. They were letting her do some stuff with the dudes, and then letting her slide back that way. Like China would. It's not convincing Trish Stratus would dominate over China like that. Hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Now, if China would have held on some belts longer, you know, had some serious runs, and kind of broken away from the setup that they had for her at that time, running with Triple H and, you know, DX, we could be seeing China right now.
Yeah.
But that's the one reason why I didn't put China in mine was because I didn't know where. Because I don't really look at her as just
Right, she was a hybrid. There ain't too many females that done that.
Well, if you say it,
Oh, did you
that's-
watch your top 5 though?
yeah, I'm finna say here. Go ahead.
Man, the top 5 was pretty much yours, just switching out your lady, man, and putting Belair at number 1. I'm gonna say it, man, Nia Jax too right now, because I'm a little disappointed in her. She making these TikToks. Like I said, we gonna go back on that, man. We may even have to do a separate, you know, setup on your man. How you feel about that?
Naya!
Hey, man.
Yeah.
We got young beloved for you over here,
See
man.
that? And whenever I meet you, you already know what this is.
You gonna tackle your ass!
I ain't gonna forget that. He said, well, I'm gonna tackle her ass. That nigga ain't playing, boy. Well, for me, I mean, yes, of course, I love Charlotte, you know, but at the same time, when I look at it overall, I'm like, to me, you just brought her up, it's China. And when me and my brother was talking about it, I'm like, I have to put her there because she could. That's one of the reasons why I like Charlotte so much, because when I seen her, I can instantly see her. She can wrestle dudes, and I feel like she's better than some of these dudes too that are out here as well. And it not taking away from any other older women or whatever, because they can wrestle dudes too as well. I just feel like Charlotte is one of those ones that can really do everything in the ring with some of the dude wrestlers, even the strongest of the strongest. I really do feel she probably get her ass demolished, but it still would be a good match. Why I say China is because China could do exactly what my point is for Charlotte. I feel she could probably do it a little bit better because of the strength. She's dominating the women's division. At that time, yes, she did have, when she first came, it was really, in my eyes, really was just her. Because when she was around, I don't remember any other women at all. Now, as you get deeper on, now you got Trish Stratus coming and all that, but China is kind of at the end of her rope at that time. When these new ones are coming in, the Litas, Victorias, shit, you can even throw in Undertaker's like Michelle McCool. You got a lot of people forget about Molly Holly.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people forget about Molly Holly. Molly Holly can wrestle too.
Right.
She was a champion.
Yes. So a lot of people don't. They need to give her respect too, because Molly Holly was.
Yeah, she tough as shit.
You know, you got that, but that's
I know
why.
it's something that tomorrow we forgetting too, though.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. Jacqueline was a nice one too at that time. There was
One
a
hell
lot
of a
of.
champion.
Yeah.
It was.
One hell of a champion.
So that I feel like China was, and then after that, of course, I'm going to say Charlotte. I feel like China was, as far as being a women's champion, not just overall, so just as a women's champion, I feel like she was the greatest of all time. But my top 5, I guess I'll go from 1 down since it's easier. Number 1, of course, Charlotte. That's wrestling wise.
Okay.
Not looks. I don't really care for Charlotte looks like that, but she's still pretty to me. Number 2, gotta go Natalia. Because I love Natalia. Yeah, I know it's very hard for me to not put Natalia 1, but Charlotte just better than her to me.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm ready for it. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like she's better than, she took it to another level. And on top of that, she got it, some of her stuff from Natalia, or Natalia grooming her.
Yeah.
She just has better, she's more athletic, she has more bringing to it than to me. So you got her. Now I got Bianca Belair as number 3. She didn't jump a whole bunch of a lot of people. So she's just fine as hell.
She's fine.
Like, I just imagine me pulling that hair, but that's all we going to a whole, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So number 1 we got Charlotte. Number 2 I got
I think we all done thought about pulling that
Oh
way.
yeah, she swing that thing so much. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm gonna just wrap that thing around. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait, hold on, forgot. They do, y'all ever want to get y'all girls to put that Bianca Belair braid in their head? They do sell it on WWE Shop.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Hey, my baby kind
Some of you hoes ain't gonna look like that. I'm gonna say you that. Y'all gonna buy that shit and put that shit in your head and you ugly and shit. That just don't work.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it don't matter. I mean, you buy it and I'm gonna pull it out anyway.
Yeah. And set it on the fucking dresser.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, throw that shit.
After that, I'm a number 4. I'm gonna be a little biased on this one. I'm gonna go Victoria. I like Victoria a lot.
That girl there was bad.
Man, a lot of people don't give her that credit, man. I'm like, but for me though, it really wasn't wrestling yet. Because when I was liking her, I didn't understand wrestling then. I was just going off a straight look. She's crazy. She's wild. I like those crazy girls. I like all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
She was a little different. She had the dark nails and all that, the dark lipstick. It was just different to me. And I'm like, damn, man, she's fine. I like her body.
Yeah.
So, and then after I going on, I'm like, okay, she can wrestle too as well. I don't feel like she's one of the top talents, but she can wrestle. And then number 5, I gotta say her, man. I really don't want to. I'm trying to think of somebody else, but it's a toss up. I gotta say Lita, number 5. I wanted to put Alexa Bliss, but I gotta go Lita. Because the reason why I say Lita is because a lot of people like to give Trish Stratus all this, but it's like, well, look at the competition she was going up against. Look at her, one of her biggest rivals that she had. It was Lita. Lita was awesome as well too. So they both pretty much kind of helped each other's career as well. Because if there was no Lita, it maybe wouldn't be a Trish Stratus, and if it wasn't a Trish Stratus, it damn sure probably wouldn't be a Lita. Because Trish Stratus was already kind of solidifying.
That's true.
You know, then once their matches came, and then all this type of stuff going on, and then Trish Stratus was with Edge and Christian for a little while before Lita. Lita was with the Hardy Boys, and then of course they went with Edge.
All falling out,
that
all the
crap.
big shit
All
that
that,
happened.
all these type of rivalries going on within that. So, but.
Oof.
The thing, before you go, the one thing I want to say, the thing about the reason why what my brother said about Trish Stratus, the reason why I don't put her there, and you can, but I don't put her there is because yes, she had other women that were good as well. It's just that now it's like you have. When you say China didn't really have that when it came to a competition. She didn't have that. So now I understand that debation with Trish and China. But now you have Charlotte now. All the the 4 horsemen, those other 3 girls are amazing. So her competition was mainly those other 3 girls, and then you got all these other women too who are amazing as well. So the competition that she got, that's why I'm saying Charlotte is the GOAT. Charlotte is the best wrestler that I've seen as a woman. Because look at all the competition that she's going to get, and then on top of that, look what she's elevated her wrestling. Because really, when she first came in, Charlotte was good. She had the athleticism. It was there, no doubt. All she needed to do was get with someone like a Natalia, who was pretty much a technician in the ring, one of the best wrestlers as a woman in the ring on the ground. You get her, which Natalia actually said this as well. I told Charlotte, just listen to me and follow me. She did that, and now look what Charlotte's saying.
Right.
If you say Natalia's the best wrestler, okay, but she doesn't have the athleticism that I feel like she has, that Charlotte has. I don't feel she has the mic skills that Charlotte has. I don't feel she can have a heel run like Charlotte can have. I don't think she pisses the crowd off the way the way Charlotte could or grab the crowd. It's a lot of other different things I feel that Charlotte does better.
I just think one thing with that heel run and then my bad, I'm sorry.
No,
Because I think Natty, back in the day, she was very good here.
Oh yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
Still not better.
Yeah, still not better than Charlotte. I just wanted to give her heel run, her heel work.
Baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you still look good. And make sure when I get home, whatever, and I text you, you get my side. The cats and all that stuff. Make sure the cats ate and all that type of stuff like that. And tell TJ, when he comes, whatever. I hope he's out of town. Stuff like that. That we can video call and stuff like that.
Off the rails.
Oh man, this is gonna be okay. So how y'all want this perfect best wrestler? Woman?
Well,
I'm ready to see
that's
you
the
do
best,
Greatest-
greatest WWE women's champion in your top 5.
Damn, that's a hard one. That's still a hard one for me. But, man, I'm sitting here thinking, man, like there's a lot of women that came out of this. Saw Stephanie McMahon.
Damn.
Hold on, we
I
look.
forgot about it.
I forgot about her and looks. 'Cause I
Looks,
love her.
yeah.
Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah.
But then I also think about her as a champion, right?
She was actually pretty good though.
She wasn't bad at what she did. People can hate on her all they want. People hated her at one point. If there's anybody who I think could have been way better, without the athleticism, who could have been way better than Charlotte, it's Stephanie McMahon. Period.
Overall.
Overall.
Okay.
Like, I mean, you
Okay.
think about that woman and you see what she's done for just WWE in
I
general.
never thought about that, and I agree with that.
That woman is something different. But, wrestling wise,
No.
she sucked at first and then she started to build herself up and I was like, damn, she can actually wrestle. Who the fuck's teaching this girl? Like, it was, you know what I'm
The
saying?
reason why I
Like,
agree with that a lot is because she's a McMahon too. So people would, just like the Charlotte argument,
Yeah.
a lot of people would say, oh, well, you got there, you got this, and you did this. So if she was one of the, let's say she was, a lot of people were saying that she was one of the, or is the top women's champion. A lot of people give her a lot of hatred because she's Vince's daughter.
True.
So they feel like you got a position,
It's
so
that-
they're gonna hate you even
It's
more.
that Ric Flair syndrome. It's that Flair syndrome,
Same
right? Like,
thing.
I hate Charlotte because it's Ric Flair. You know, I love Charlotte because it's Ric Flair's daughter, whatever the case may be. But, the evolution of Stephanie McMahon, just in general.
Mhm.
Like, when you watch
I
her
can agree
from
with that.
the beginning of when she started, when she was trash.
Mhm.
And then you watch the growth,
Look wild too.
and then Teddy. I don't know if you can say that, but.
No, look while she was trash then.
Oh, yeah.
Once I don't know what happened or whatever, but when she got that mature look, I was like, ooh, then she started making them mean faces, and I'm like, ooh.
That's what did me.
Just nasty thoughts came in my mind every time. I was like, this is going on way off of wrestling every time I look at Stephanie, but whew.
So I would have to put her up there. I really would. And I want to go with a whole bunch of wrestlers. I could have said Charlotte, because Charlotte is great, don't get me wrong. I could have said Natalya, but Natalya just doesn't have the run all the time that I think she should have. And then you're talking about two different areas. I would love to see them battle in a prime of Natalya versus Charlotte, because I really think Natalya would mop the floor with fucking Charlotte. Just to be clear.
Both in their primes.
In their primes.
That's a good argument,
Yeah, that's
but I
what
still
I'm
think
saying,
Charlotte. I just think
I
Charlotte.
don't think she
Charlotte
would mop
has
the
the
floor.
I think she would. Groundwork. Charlotte's not beating fucking Natalya. We get them in a submission match.
Okay,
Charlotte is not beating
I
Natalya.
can see that.
I can see.
Yeah,
I
But
can see
but
that.
if she doesn't get her in that, what else does she have?
In just a match, power, she's not beating Natalya.
Still?
Not in power. Come on.
And really, in a way, y'all saying submission about Natalya, Charlotte can have an argument that she can beat her in that.
With what submission? Just the figure four? Or I'm sorry, the figure eight?
Yeah,
I think who gets it first.
yeah.
Even though, and I know we know it's
I'm gonna say
not.
Charlotte got it because of Charlotte's speed. She
might-
has a
I
speed
get that.
that's
And the
just
strength.
unmatched
No.
right now, man. Like
Strength wise, she is not stronger than Natalya.
Natalya-
Natalya, I think because of her low,
Center
small
of gravity.
contact, I think she has the more strength out of
If
him.
she puts her in that sharpshooter with that long ass back that she got, I promise you, she's cracking.
I think. Oh, so Natalya wouldn't crack if she put her in a figure eight.
I just think
Oh,
I think the figure eight's overrated, but yeah, that's me. I just really
Yeah, that's
think it's
why I was
overrated.
in right there.
I think it's made. I think the figure four. I think the figure four was fucking dope,
Mm-hmm.
but I really think the figure eight kind of. I mean, I can see some of it. Like I can see where that pressure's going, but I feel like it lets off of a lot of where it should be, and I think most people can probably get out of that if they really want.
If they don't lock it right. But I still like people
But
can get out of
Charlotte is the
sharpshooter
master.
a lot of that sharpshooter.
If you
don't lock
if
that
you
right.
sit on that sharpshooter the right way,
Yeah, that's
you are
what-
not going.
Yeah, if you sit on it right, but a lot of people don't. But the only argument that you do have against me with that is because the two best that does it is Brett and Natalya.
Oh, yeah. No,
So
and
now
that-
if Natalya does catch Charlotte in it,
But
she probably is on the
but
break.
I feel like Natalya has more than just that sharpshooter though. When it comes, she can put you to sleep in a lot of different ways. Go back and watch her matches, man.
But that's if she can get Charlotte
I'm
in
just
the
saying.
moves, you know what I'm
And
saying?
I
Like,
watched
Charlotte-
Natalia's
That's why I
match.
say.
I watch a lot of
That's why I
Natalia
say
and Charlotte.
who gets it first. That's what I think. Who
And I
gets
feel
it?
like Charlotte
I always felt
too
like,
fast,
even
man.
in those matches that they had, the recent matches that they had,
Mhm.
I felt like Natalya was carrying Charlotte.
And even
I feel like
even
it was
on the
the
main
best.
roster, because the
When
NXT
they
match,
wrestled each other?
most definitely.
When they wrestled each other, no, she definitely carried it there.
Yeah.
But even on the main card, I still think it was a little uneven. Watch it. Go back and watch it.
Yeah, no, that's the interesting point.
Yeah,
'cause
go
I
back
gotta
and
go back
watch
and
it.
watch it.
Go back and watch it.
I am too.
I'm telling you.
I don't think so.
She and as good as Charlotte is right now, and I get it, everybody loves Charlotte because of who she is right now. But when you go back and watch their matches, man, I'm telling you, like Natalya was carrying Charlotte a lot of those matches. Kind of like I've always felt like Charlotte carries Sasha Banks.
No, I don't agree with that one. Well, you know, I probably.
I mean, yeah, but you it's different.
Yeah.
I don't.
Sometimes Charlotte does carry Sasha though.
Yeah.
Sometimes she does.
There's
You
a
see
lot
it
of that.
sometimes. Because this is what I was gonna say about Natalya. I feel like she would have a slippage before Charlotte would in the match. Even though she's the one who, she's that technician, she's that groundwork. I feel like somehow, some way, she would end up slipping before Charlotte would. Especially now.
That's the argument.
Especially
that-
But age is coming along, so I can see that, but I don't.
Even in their prime.
But
I feel
Because I
like-
see Natty, she does it a lot. She does it a lot.
I
She
would-
gives those matches away, and you see, like, okay, you was doing good, you had it, and then something happened, and then the other person ends up taking over.
That's where I feel
See,
like
I always
the
felt that-
speed thing is the factor in this
Yeah,
because
it's quicker.
you can see Charlotte has to slow down for Natalya. It's not that she's not making the moves. It's the fact of Charlotte is almost like a freaking gazelle moving around in that ring, on the outside of the ring, whatever you want her to do.
That's funny.
She
you say
moves man for a Natalya. Now,
That's
if you want to
funny.
be technical, she can. If you say, hey, all right, I need this move done. Yeah, Natalya, man, she's gonna do her thing. But if you're doing it in these those like segments, how they're going back and doing these moves and stuff like that, nobody's gonna deal with that type of speed from Charlotte. It's not happening. Maybe I'm tripping, but the speed is what is really coming in. Is really coming down to, man.
That's hard, man. I see it.
I feel like it's a lot of different things.
That's a
when
good
you say
argument,
speed,
though.
I do feel, of course, yeah, she's quicker and faster.
Cause she be moving, bro. Like, man,
Yeah.
she's long, she's moving, man.
And she can go airborne if you want to do that. If y'all want to go there, you want to go airborne. I ain't Natalya ain't going airborne.
No, she ain't finna
You
do
have,
that.
she gonna
That's
have.
what I'm
I
saying.
haven't
As a
seen
small-
her go airborne in a long time, but she has done it. But I haven't seen her do it in a long time.
As a small package, yeah, man, she can wrestle. You know what I'm saying?
Natalya? You
Yeah,
said-
yeah.
oh, yeah.
She hands down.
That's why I
She-
say
she-
she's
you
a
doing
wrestler.
this
She's a straight up wrestler.
wrestling, and we take speed away. Yeah, man, Natalya, she's probably that good.
Because I give it to her so far as carrying her, because you see her carry a lot of the, like most of the other matches you watch with Natty. You watch her carry Alexa Bliss for
Yeah.
sure.
Awesome, yeah.
You know, Bailey,
Bailey, yep.
Sasha.
Yep.
And it's a timing
Was
thing with her.
the other
But
girl
what is
just like
she
Charlotte?
supposed-
What's her name? The one that's not there anymore because she got pregnant.
Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans.
Oh yeah, for damn sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, what was she supposed to do? She's at the top.
Yeah, she's
of
the
all
top
of them.
woman,
So
and
she's
she's
really
trying to.
kind of like that god or top of the mountain to them anyway. So she's really pretty much going to have to guide them in these matches and be in that role anyway.
Mhm.
But as far as like talent and ability and all that stuff, I really do feel like there's other women too on there that are actually better than her too. She's just that one who you can, she's overall all around great.
Yeah.
So you can go to her for pretty much anything.
Right.
That veteran advice.
Yeah, she has that. You can't do that with any of the other ones now. I mean, you could say Charlotte and the Beckys and all that, but that's for right now. I'm talking about like overall, because she at that time, nobody is as of right now, back then, Natalya's the only one.
Yeah.
And even a little bit, a few years back, she was still the only one, and everybody looks up to her before that. So that guidance and all that control in the match and being a ring driller and all that, when you go against her, she's gonna be the one controlling. So to me, it's like she's gonna kind of look like she is carrying matches, but then sometimes you gotta really, really look, and you're like, okay, yeah, you're carrying it, and I see because you're that veteran. But this is when mess ups come, or we don't really know what we're going to do right here, or we're going to switch something up right here. Okay, we're going to turn you rather than Charlotte.
I've always, and me watching it, I guess I've always felt that she had to slow down. It wasn't because it's not because she's tired.
Natalia?
Yeah, I always felt like she had to slow down. I think she's fast. I think what she goes out there and does, quick at it. Everything she does is on point. But when and I don't think Charlotte has that speed, but Charlotte's so long that her moves look so slow to me. So I've always felt that when they fought each other, Natalya has to slow everything down for Charlotte. Right? Like it like I said, it could just be how I'm seeing things, but I'm a little different. I sit there and I can analyze the shit out of this stuff because I've always done it. You know what I mean? So I'll be sitting there and be like, hey man, like, is it just me or y'all seeing the same thing that I'm seeing right now? You know what I mean? But there was a lot of times where I sit there and be like, shit. And I have to ask myself, who's fucking up right now? Is it Natalya or is it Charlotte?
Who's floppy right
Yes,
now?
right? And that's
Who's getting tired? Who's not finishing their moves all the way?
I know
Who's not
Charlotte
putting that grip?
sometimes isn't finishing. I can tell you that shit.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
that or not
She
selling.
does not like to sell shit. And I mean, it depends on who she's wrestling with. Just depends on who she's wrestling. And Charlotte has these other issues that I have where I think she trying to hurt people on purpose. But it's a
Nah, I don't think so. I ain't gonna say that.
I'm just
I
saying.
don't think so.
I really do. It's just one of those things, man. But
Well, maybe Nia, because them motherfuckers was fighting.
Yeah, they was
Nia will mop the floor with fucking
They was fighting.
That I do agree with
But
that.
she told me as a
Yeah,
friend, man, they was already tripping in the back. You know what I'm saying, bro? And I told her, hey, don't let that girl do you like that now. Don't let that girl do you like that.
Hey, y'all seen it? Hey, Charlotte tried to get mad, tried to wrestle with nigga.
Yeah,
Nia said, let's get your ass back. Nigga, Charlotte rode her ass, cleaned up that ring. It was like, nope.
You don't want that. You don't want that smoke like that. Nah.
But
you don't want that.
top 5, Nia's number 1. Right? It's just my girl. I can't put anybody above. Man, she's too fine for me.
That's why I say when Naomi keep nobody. No.
He just saying that because he's a side piece.
To me. Because I don't give a fuck what everybody say. I fuck the dog shit out to me, the nigga. And wrestling wise, Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Hands down. I don't think if you unleash a Shayna Baszler, I don't think anybody can beat her. That's just
I agree that that's my girl there. Not like that, but
for are we talking about all time or just people right there? Because
right
I
now
think
all
we kind of
time.
name right now. I think all of us.
Yeah, I think we had all time. I think most of mine probably were right
I
now.
would put Caitlyn up there.
Yeah, man, I was doing
Oh,
right
I
now.
forgot
I
about
was love Caitlyn, man. I don't know what
Man,
it was.
Caitlyn
She was
Yeah.
truth, man.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm sorry.
Caitlyn was, and then AJ.
Forgot about it. Yeah.
She used to be one of my favorites.
That
I can't.
to me she's another that can go down as one of the top women of all time for WWE. So
And for wrestling, right?
wrestling looks too. She not bad.
I was talking about for looks.
She's not
Oh,
bad.
okay.
I mean, yeah, she
Yeah,
can wrestle too.
we talking about looks,
Real
that's
good.
fine. But if we talking about beating, nah, I ain't backdooring that. I'm gonna see you come down. Just being real.
But yeah, so that would be mine. But
So we're wrapping up with the women here with this last one though. So the question I have: which woman should or could have been WWE champion?
What's this saying, man? Nia Jax, though. Like, she should have stayed for a hot second. She should have been that right now. Let's just be real, man.
No, I mean men's like the WWE champion, the title that Big E got right now.
Oh, for me?
Oh, which woman could?
What woman?
Oh. Yeah, Nia Jax.
hands down, probably Nia Jax. Yeah,
Nia Jax.
I'm going with mine's is the pass. I'm going with China.
China.
Oh, yeah, China, yeah.
I think they
See,
missed the
man,
point with that.
This is the problem with that, man. Cause China is I don't put her as she ain't no.
Do you see her
she ain't
more
no
as an attraction, like an Andre the Giant?
Yes.
Like that?
Yes. That okay, yeah. You now you got me to what I'm trying to say. She was like a phenomenon, dog. Like you don't get that. Like we ain't seeing nothing like now. Oh, Shorty at what is that? The black girl. You know who I'm talking about?
That's an AEW?
Yeah, bro. Man, what is her name, bro?
It's something. I think the girl. Is it something McGill or some shit like that? She in
I
AEW.
know you're talking about.
She fine, bad. Man, my phone died. But I get you.
You know who
Because
I'm talking-
I think
like,
she's
it's-
going
it's
to
its
be like
only-
an attraction.
Right.
Mm.
And I feel China is like, oh man, bro.
She's probably the closest thing to remind you of somebody like China.
right.
Interesting.
And China is just
the
one of
black-
those.
Yeah, I
got
sent you a
braids. What
picture.
you talking about?
No.
You know
She
what
wears
I'm
she
talking
wears her
about.
hair. She wears her hair down.
And it's like a blonde color now.
Yeah.
I think I know you.
I said you
Man, bro,
before.
like this girl, like man, bro, it's crazy. But China,
Somebody type her name in the comments. I can't. I probably won't be able to see it, but type her name in the comments. It's K, but I want to. She in AEW. She's a tall black girl. She's in AEW. When I see her name again, then I'm probably gonna flip the fuck out because it's probably something I should remember.
like China was just, bro, whenever she stepped in that ring with them guys, and she was doing full blown body slams to these dudes, like it wasn't like struggling or nothing like I don't. It's hard for me to put her in the ring with the females like that.
Jade Carter.
There it is.
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah.
I was all the way off. What the hell was I talking about?
She is.
Yeah.
She is full as fuck, man.
Yeah. She about the closest thing you gonna get. Like man.
So it's like China is just one of those ones, man. Like I keep forgetting about her, not because of disrespect, no disrespect to her, because she was the only one that did it like that, man. Like she was convincing whenever she walked out with Triple H and the fellas. Like he was like, oh yeah, she gonna hold on. Like we ain't gotta worry about anything with this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Any other female, I can't put them in that besides Nia
I
Jax.
put none. I'm finna say,
There's one. And there's one, and I just feel like people forgot about her. But then she had a short run, and I think that's the reason why. But I think she could have fought wrestling. She could have wrestled men, women, and whoever else she put out there. There was a lady by the name of Karma.
Yeah, what's her name? King Kong.
King
Yeah.
Kong.
See, I know as the other name.
When she
What
was
is it?
Karma when she was
Yeah.
in WWE.
But what was her
She got
other
pregnant,
name?
didn't she? And she had to leave.
Lady Kong or King
Yeah,
Kong.
that's what it
Yeah,
was. Yeah, Lady Kong.
Yeah, that's another
I
one.
always felt like she was one of the when she got pregnant and had to leave WWE, whatever the case would be. You know, I think if she would have stayed,
Yeah, she was.
there was
Yeah.
She was dominating all over the
on
place.
that roster who was gonna fuck.
Right.
Not even me, because when she came out in the Royal Rumble, because she was one of the ones that came out in the Royal Rumble at one point. It was about to toss out men, and I was like, this is bad.
Yeah, I know. Awesome Kong.
Awesome Kong.
There it is.
Yeah, she was definitely
Yeah,
the truth.
I think her. Yeah.
The truth. I agree with that.
So
So she
she
goes
that I
in.
miss all the time. So I'm like, man, I wish she would just stayed there.
Yeah.
Like but, yeah.
so if she did, she wouldn't be able to be in that category with the women. She'd be in her own.
Yeah.
yeah,
China.
she man, like she was
But
just too dominant.
But that's one of the reasons why I say that China is, because she's one of the women that you have to take out.
Yes.
So she's separating herself. So that's why I feel like she's the best woman.
Yeah.
And
And that makes sense.
It's kind of one of the first women to be like that, coming on the TV screen, and then you kind of setting not a bar, but you kind of setting the groundwork for all the other ones that's coming around now, a la Nia Jax and all that, because Nia Jax is strong as shit too. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure she can power bomb one of these men too as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, match wise, an actual match, I don't know, but if you got a promo going or whatever, I'm pretty sure she might have before, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, she took
Body slam
RKO.
somebody or a dude
Oh,
before.
man, that should be who?
Nia Jax.
She's the shout out our truth.
Yeah.
Then she body slam.
She,
somebody.
she really beat the shit out of
Yeah,
him.
And
though.
she like threw that nigga around like he was a toy. Like I was like,
That's what I'm
God
saying.
damn.
See, like,
Which I know that kind of on the shoot that She fucked him up for real.
Yeah. No, yeah, he even says it. He's like,
Yeah,
I
she
know that
fucked
shit's
him
gonna
up.
happen. You just came out and beat the shit
She
out.
ain't doing me like
I might let him.
that. I ain't feeling it though.
No, I'm not gonna lie, man. I might be like, look, bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
You need to chill, nigga. Like, all right.
Yeah, she tried that one time.
You fucking grab me like that.
Yeah, like who
I am a
touched me?
boy.
Like yeah, had to look at her up for that. I'm like, who you talking like that? Like,
Nah, yeah, I get that. But yeah, I would have to say Karma at one point.
that's
Like,
good, bro.
yeah.
Karma,
that-
China, Nia Jax, like these women are people. Beth Phoenix, another one who I think.
I say that all the time.
Yeah,
Beth Phoenix about Beth Phoenix.
she
Why
was
don't
like
give her that love, man?
Yeah,
when
bro.
Caitlyn first came in, she was swole as shit. There was another woman who like you really couldn't fuck with her, like dominance wise.
Jackie's
Was
another one too.
Jackie, when Jackie was there,
Man,
Jackie.
yeah.
Jackie.
And then in WCW when there was a lady named Midnight, bitch,
I remember her.
I don't remember that one.
that was another one. And then I wanted to say Victoria, but then I was kind of like, I'm not sure.
Victoria.
You might can throw her in there though,
Yeah,
like
she
maybe even an
was.
honorable mention.
Man,
Because
she
in her time, she was, she kind of
Yeah, but compared to them, I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna say
Yeah, she
Nah,
probably.
she could be in
She's
there,
like
but
on
you
the
gonna
back
be probably
end
at
of
the
it,
back
like,
end.
that's why I
Maybe
said
you
you
can't-
can't.
And then Natalia, when Natalia first came in, because Natalia was swole as shit. That was another person who I was like, she could probably wrestle some of these dudes easily.
She looked like she can fight.
Yeah, because for a minute they kind of would get her and Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when they did that tag team, I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, boy,
Yeah.
y'all ain't fucking with that tag team. If there was a tag team championship at the women's tag championship at the time, if they would have got those titles, it wasn't nobody gonna beat them.
You know, looking like Cat.
Same thing I say if they would finally
fucking
fucking put Nia Jax and Tamina together, right? If they put these two women together, that's a tag team title run that I would just love to fucking see.
Which they should have did, but I mean, at least that's what I
Yeah, we
was
was saying that for a while, yeah.
Yeah, I would
I
say
mean,
that.
both of them had it, so it's like, what did you have Natty with?
Like, why not put them
Yeah,
why not put them
I
together?
like
Yeah.
that.
Why they kind of like family anyway? Like,
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like that would have been
They
perfect.
think
Yeah.
WWE just stupid, but that's it.
Slack.
So as we move along here, man, let's just take a pause real quick. Get everybody to kind of shout out all their stuff where they can be found on social medias and things like that. We all appreciate y'all staying in here this long. We hope, it ain't really seem long to us, but I just want to take time to tell everybody thank you. The people that have come in and you probably might have already left, or people that have been watching from the beginning. If you guys have left any questions and we haven't gotten to y'all, sorry, we're far away. We kind of, you know what I mean? We still working some kinks out with a lot of stuff, so just don't think that we're not appreciative of y'all, So I'll take the time out, just say, y'all guys know the phenomenal one, ATH the Great. You can find me on Facebook, Athens Hayes, Instagram, Athens_P1, of course on TikTok, the phenomenal one, ATH the Great. So y'all make sure y'all go over there, y'all plug, go over there, like the content, things like that. I appreciate everybody for the support of not only Hayes Evolution, but myself, and as well as everything that we got to come. So let everybody plug their shit and we'll get back to it.
All right, y'all already know where to follow me at, of course. On my YouTube channel, go and follow me on at the Fade King 210. That's my Instagram page. On Snapchat, Shakur Hayes 2. What else we got? My Facebook is just Shakur Hayes. That's my first and last name. What else I got? I got my other Instagram page. It's the King Throne Barbershop. Y'all go follow, not follow, but y'all go make sure y'all go and try to order these shirts for us that we're making on tpublic.com. And that's pretty much it that they already pretty much know though, so.
Okay. As for me, you can find me on Twitch. Obviously, to my Twitch that's up right now. I ain't
What
glad
up?
y'all sticking through. Checking out these men, man. Hey, we having some fun here today. So come check me out. Silk 14 Twitch. Go ahead and hit that up. Or I should say Twitch TV, Silk 14. Go ahead and check me out. Other than that, you catch my gear. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. Mr. Hard Hitter. You know what I'm saying? Hardhitter.com, hardhittergear.com. Go and check that out. If y'all like anything that I got on, it's over there. Other than that, man, that's all I got.
You can follow me at Elite29. I'm gonna be putting up some more drone footage that I do. You want to hit me up at atsi.us.
Any of y'all that have any businesses out there that needs surveillance cameras, access control points, any of the data lines ran, holler at me. We can definitely do some competitive bidding on that, and we can see what we can do for you.
So the question y'all probably have right now, what is it that these niggas don't do? That's probably it. What is it that they don't do? Man, we all do a little bit of everything, man. Man, it's great, man. And where we're going with this podcast, we really trying to get this thing going. So, I mean, it's not necessarily keep it, get it going. We've been going, Leroy's, his Twitch has been going. We just kind of bringing all this stuff together, man, and watching where it goes from there, man. So, but we know we can't do a lot of this stuff, man, without y'all. So, like I always say, man, appreciate and thank y'all, man, for all the support that y'all give us, man, on all these platforms. Y'all have no idea. We, probably could never thank y'all enough, things like that. Oh, one more other thing, too, because I know we probably forgot about this, but January the 15th, 2022, at Rolling Oaks Mall, it will be WrestleFest. There will be a ring there, as well as other independent wrestlers there, signing autographs, things like that. Hayes Evolution and Hayes Evolution Restoning will be in the house. I will be there showcasing some of my work. So come through, check it out. We'll probably have some shirts on sale there. My brother will be there taking appointments for the barbershop and things like that. So just come out, enjoy the wrestling, and just enjoy it. It starts at 12. It's a free event. So bring your ass.
Bring your ass and your kids. Bring your kids too.
Oh, yeah.
That way y'all can go ahead and
I'm coming.
everything.
Yeah,
So definitely pop
yeah.
up this month.
So we will have a table set up there. So come over. Look, if y'all know us, okay? I'm talking about the people that watch. If y'all, you can come up and you can say hi. You can come up, you can ask for a picture. We'll be more than glad to take it with you.
Don't be shy.
Right. I don't want to see any of y'all messaging me talking about, yeah, man, I saw you, but I didn't know whether to come up to you. Like, just come up, man. We cool with the motherfucker, right? We cool with the motherfucker. Just like we sitting here talking right now. That's how we are. So, man, don't be afraid now. Don't come with none of that fucking too goofy shit now and that.
Just touch my ass.
Yeah, because you might catch shit. You do that.
You gonna catch your
You
body.
get you get fucking
And I ain't talking about probably necessarily from us. Hey man, you at your own risk.
Yeah, my wife, you bet that. Nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit, man.
All that.
So let's go ahead and jump back on into this, man. And I got another question for everybody.
Yes,
This one is easy. Well, this might be kind of easy, maybe kind of hard, but one wrestler, don't matter what era, don't matter what promotion, but one wrestler that never held the main title that you feel they should have got a title run.
Ooh.
I'm gonna let one of y'all go first on this one. Woo! Unless y'all got to think about it, because I know mine.
The thing is, I have a few.
Yeah, I got a few.
And that's
That's a hard one, man.
main card.
Main
Should
title.
have held the title.
That you know without a shadow of a doubt should have got. You sit back now and you be like, how the fuck this motherfucker didn't get no goddamn title run?
We had a conversation. Okay.
I must go first.
Okay. Good.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say you need me. Okay. I'm gonna say you. I gotta go, Mr. Perfect. Gotta go, Mr.
Kurt
Perfect.
Hennig.
I forget that he did not hold that title.
I gotta go, Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that really just kind of biased, really mainly, because you can go. I don't want to say other people because I don't know if that may be y'all's, but it's a lot of other people that you can say. But I liked him a lot. I feel like if I was wrestling a lot then and caught him in the beginning, he probably would have been my all-time favorite.
Yeah.
Maybe Ric Flair would have, but I know for sure he would because I liked him a lot, man.
Why do I think we're gonna mention everybody from this little era? I hope we do, because I really that shows a lot about somebody that y'all love so much, but don't want to put anybody over. But y'all always talking about Cena and everybody else not putting nobody over. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got, of course, my man that's up on the wall right there, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. I don't want to hear shit about when he got it and sold it to he should have got a legitimate title run. But number one, and I know why he didn't get the title run, that he was well enough deserved, one of the best on the mic. Go back and watch it. And of course the gimmick was awesome, but that's Jake the Snake Roberts. And I know he had a lot of demons, and that's probably why, but Jake should have got a couple title runs.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Man, it's hard to pinpoint one. I don't know, go ahead.
All right, I'm not gonna go so far back. I told you this the other day, man. I feel like Zack Ryder.
That's right.
I feel like Zack Ryder was a guy who could have held that title and probably uplifted it from where it was at the time. Like, and they just kind of went to bed with that one too.
Big fan favorite.
Yeah,
Too.
yeah.
He was at the time.
I really think, and it's not like he sucked in the ring. It's not like he sucked on the mic. You know what I'm saying? He could have carried it. And I said this the other day, man. I feel like that's why John Cena gave him the opportunity at one point, to beat him for that United States title, was because he was like, hey, give this guy recognition. Dude, look what he's doing. Like, come on, like, what are we doing? And I think this is, but at that point, that's one of the areas where I think fucking WWE was really starting to fuck up a lot of shit. So that's.
You think his gimmick played a part in that a lot too?
To uplift him or to take him away?
To uplift him, to where that way he can get to that level.
Yeah, his gimmick was
Because at that time it probably you got Cena and all that, and then how he would. I mean, it wasn't the same as Cena's, but like you kind of seen this kind of what his gimmick was kind of before, kind of. That's the only reason why I would think that. Like, okay, they probably didn't because of his gimmick, but then at the same time, that is what a lot of fans really liked him at that time.
Yeah.
Like he was a fan favorite.
Well,
at
and
that time.
he was with the people. You know what I'm saying? It was always like, I'm gonna go out here with the fans. I'm gonna take pictures. The entertainment championship, whatever it was that he was doing at the
Well,
time.
I'll say this. Maybe do you feel like they didn't feel he would be a good champion because of not wrestling or none of that? It's just the gimmick he has, and he feel like it would burn out quick.
I don't, me personally, and I don't even like Zack Ryder, but he was really over. And I knew it was something wrong. Remember when he won the IC at WrestleMania and he dropped it the next night?
Yeah.
I knew it was something, they had an issue with him or something then. And I'm more a fan of him now as Matt Cardona and all that type of stuff. And
I just look at it as a basis of do I think he can carry the company.
Yeah,
I think
that's
so.
what I was
You know what I'm saying?
like, are they scared to put him out there? Like,
And
I don't think you.
I personally thought he could have carried the company. Like he didn't have to turn heel or anything. He could have stayed the person that he was and carried the company. But I just feel like that was another guy that WWE was like, I don't know what to do with him after he gets the title, so don't give him the title.
But in the climate that we're like, let's say in the last 7-8 years, you don't really need anybody to carry the company because you have all these freaking names that you could pull from, and the storylines are so, not so much of the storylines, but like the character is already over the top. Like we watch a Brock that shows up year in, year out, and just off of him, he ain't even got a belt. You know what I'm saying? He was causing so much static for the WWE, or other cats that would just come in and you could just plug in like that. So I think with Zack Ryder, I think it would have been a good time, like downtime season, like right now.
Yeah.
Put that belt on.
Yeah.
but I do feel they missed opportunity. They missed a huge opportunity.
Right. Because whenever you said that, I wasn't thinking of anybody in like more of this era type setup.
Yeah.
But mine is, man, R-Truth, dog. Like, it was a time where this Joker was feuding with he had little Jimmy on the side of him. And this dude, he was doing some stuff that you like, I don't know who writing your stuff right now, but you got me convinced you crazy and you out here finna act a fool.
But
I
then
know
too,
rapping
even when he had that feud with Cena, they kind of had you like, is this motherfucker like literally like, is he laying fucking beat John Cena? Like I know he had that capital punishment.
Right.
And when you look at both of them, when you looked at their size at the time, you was like, shit, nigga, Archer don't look that much smaller than John Cena.
Right.
He can go with him. The Mike skills, he was like, he can go with him.
Yeah.
Right.
But then they started getting that goofy shit, right? Like, and I think this is one of my issues with WWE black wrestlers. They love to do them in a way where they depict them as some goofy motherfucker, right? Like
Bojangles shit.
New Day. Fucking, I like New Day.
I just said that yesterday.
I like New Day, but when you watch them, you're like, dude, what the fuck are y'all doing?
When they put them in that position, I feel like they were supposed to fail. Like
Yeah.
that was just something like, okay, we gonna give y'all this for a minute. That way y'all can all be together
Yeah.
because they want the black people all together, whatever, and blah blah blah. Y'all do what y'all gonna do, and they end up turning that shit
Into something
you
gold.
like, damn.
But R-Truth's done the same thing.
Archer,
though.
Right.
Even with that
The little
24/7
Jimmy
title
thing,
shit.
little nigga, I was like, nigga, fuck
Stupid shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate saying it, but it's just like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Instead,
But my shit, well, even though it was funny,
It
I ain't
was.
gonna lie, it was funny. Was when he would come out and then it's like the match is wrong. So I think one time we were having.
Oh,
was it didn't
my
come
bad.
out- yeah, like I didn't like the shit, but it was funny. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it was, but it kind of pissed me off as a black man. So I
Yeah.
was sitting there like, so y'all are trying to say that we don't know what we're supposed to be doing.
That
But it's
nailed right on the head with that motherfucker.
Like I was the same way, but when we brought up the Hurt business, that like reassured me like, oh, okay.
They can put us in a serious role.
Right. Cause that was like, man.
What I've learned in watching WWE is they're going to do two things. They're going to make us goofy, or they're going to put us against each other really quick.
Right. And now I don't like that part.
The Hurt Business, gold.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had to have a beef between Shelton and fucking Cedric, and it's like, why?
It's like they fighting inside the
Why?
organization.
And now both of them are fighting Bobby Lashley. Why?
Right.
For what fucking reason?
But then again, that's what makes New Day what they are. They didn't
Because they'll never fight each other. They're never gonna break up.
Right.
I get that, man. I get it. But Big E, you look at Big E right now, and you say, hey, if you were a little bit more serious, man, your title run would be memorable.
But that's the sad part about like New Day, man. If we dig really deep into it, like you said, they were set up to fail. But they used the internet, the goofy stuff, all that to work with them. And then even Big E now, like, man, this dude knows, man, this is probably the last run I'm gonna get with anything right here. And I'm gonna have to fall back into this roster. So we done seen him do announcements at boxing events. He done been in football games, pumping up, the University of Iowa.
Yeah.
He always
He's
got
doing
videos with
his-
his barber too. Every time he get his haircut, he always got
The thing is, he's doing his job. As
Right,
WWE champion,
right.
he's doing his job.
Right.
But
The TV part of it.
when it comes back to him being on WWE, you're looking at it, you're like, man. The reason I remember Bobby Lashley's shit so well right now is because how dominant he was.
Yeah, that joke was
Big
like
ass black dude
non-tolerant.
who
Yeah.
was dominating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
I get what Brock did to Kofi in 24 seconds. Or was
Yeah,
it?
that squash. Yeah.
I was pissed off about that for a
Man,
while.
I was fucking angry. Still am. But then I watched what Bobby did to Kofi Kingston.
You think that's why they did that shit?
Out of Kofi Kingston.
But you think that's why they did? Like they thought at that moment, like
I really think
we know black people was pissed off about how Brock did it.
I don't
so
think
we gonna
that.
have.
I'm gonna go so far. I think WWE has built these back doors for they know what dream matches people.
Oh,
they've
yeah,
been talking about this Bobby Lashley and Brock for years. So you gotta keep him on the same kind of like collision course. Like, oh, this Joker dominated like that. We need to make him dominate the same way.
When it comes together, you kind of got majority
Two forces.
Right.
Yeah.
So just in case if we gotta pull this trigger,
I'm sure they'd fuck it up.
yeah, they probably
They'll have Brock Lesnar beat Bobby in fucking 16 seconds.
Do y'all think even the match is even gonna happen? Because
No.
we all thought.
No.
We all thought a couple years ago when
No.
Sting came out. That was the first thing you thought. I know it was for me. When you
Sting
saw
was
Sting,
Undertaker.
you was like, oh shit, we gonna get Sting and
Yeah.
Undertaker.
No.
Nah, we
I
got
think-
Sting and
Triple H in a match. That's one match though. I always tell people Triple H should have won a match, but
I didn't really care for that match. Just to be honest, I was like, I don't know. motherfucker. Like
I didn't like the match, but I like the concept that they put in it. You know
Oh,
what
with
I'm
the
saying?
NWO coming out.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. But yeah.
I think that was kind
But
of
the
like
match, that should have been
when
Triple H.
that
That should
happened.
have
I think that was something
Yeah,
like
exactly.
okay, we didn't have the Undertaker and Sting, so what else could we bring? All right, it can't just be Sting and Triple H. Okay, they both had stables. All right, we're going to throw that in there too.
Yeah.
And then at
They
the
tried
time,
to
what was
give us
going
what they
on?
thought
So,
we wanted.
because that still wouldn't have outlasted the Undertaker and Sting. Nothing would have.
No, hell no.
It wouldn't have.
Yeah, that would have been the most iconic match you've ever seen.
Yeah.
More iconic than John Cena and fucking Rock.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like,
I agree.
This is what I'm saying.
I
Like,
agree.
the WWE know what the fuck they're doing sometimes. But back to these black folks that should be up here, man. Ron Simmons, right?
Mhm.
There's no reason for him never to hold that WWE title when he
But
was
he's
the
one
leader
that's-
of fucking
yeah.
nation, right? Like
Yeah.
that makes no sense.
Just
To me.
one of them, yep.
Like, instead, you put him in a group that depicts the same characters of fucking the Black Panther Party.
Hold on. Yeah, let's go back to that. Because I want to talk more on that nation part, man.
Yeah.
I got something
Like,
to say.
man, when we really dig deep in that, I can remember as a kid that being like the biggest thing at one time, bro. Like these
Nation?
jokers came, yes, bro, and they were out there.
But that was something
Fist up.
we even had something. I remember that's something we even had shit to look up to. With
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
this is what I'm saying.
and going to what you were saying, like they have a way of making us, hey, take this red nose, go out there.
Yep.
Come on,
Mhm.
put on the show. And some of these jokers is like,
Crime time.
we can go back to Bobby, like we said. Whenever Bobby came back, we was like, oh, we finally finna get the champ. He gonna be a champion. We knew he was gonna be a champion, but then you put him in the storyline with Lana
Yeah, I thought he was done.
and this trash, dog. And we was like, what? Like, come on, bro. It was almost like, hey, man, you gotta eat this dog shit before you get out there.
And that's exactly what it is. So you did a good job. You did a great job what you were doing. You know what? I'll go ahead and let you with this title for a little bit.
Right.
Or go do it one more time to make sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So,
Like,
yeah, man, like, it's man, that
I
that's not
give,
cool,
when we was
man,
talking about the
man.
nation, I told Dante the other day, I never liked JBL. Like, in the beginning, I didn't like him until Ruthless Aggression era. And I started watching him, started liking him. But why nobody ever gives Farouk, or I call that's what I remember.
Yeah,
You know,
Farouk.
or his real name, you know, Ron Simmons. Why don't nobody give him credit? Because he's the one who kind of mentored him at the time. So, but it's just, oh, well, JBL, he's good, this and that. Well, look who he learned from.
Right.
yeah.
Look who was mentoring him. If there was no APA, he wouldn't be where he was. I don't believe so.
No, but Ron Simmons, if you go back and you watch a lot, and that's the one thing I don't like, because it's a lot of them that he mentored. And you hear how
Rock
some
too.
of them, The Rock, D-Lo, a lot of them, even The Godfather, if you watch, I think it was the Stone Cold podcast where The Godfather was going to take his ass to WCW.
Mm-hmm.
He had talk with Ron Simmons like, nah, you don't want to go over there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to treat you right.
Yeah.
So, it's like, he doesn't get a lot of credit, but I'm with you with that because I think almost every little, even our age now, but at that time we were teenagers or whatever the case may be. All of us at that time, in the Attitude Era too, saw Ron Simmons as the head of the nation. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and you seeing him feuding, I think it was with your boy, with Brett, and then even
Yeah.
with Sean, and you like, damn it, I want him to get that fucking belt.
Man, bro.
You would have never thought he would have not won that title. Like,
Bro,
you would have said that every
right.
day and was like, oh shit, today's the day. That motherfucker's gonna come out. He's gonna win it randomly. He's gonna get that fucking title. Never,
almost-
never
But
one time.
even in that moment, like you said, they pin us against each other.
Or they make us a stereotype, like my cousin just said on chat. They make a stereotype.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's crazy
Like,
how they did it, and then
But you see too, real quick, how they try to cover that up. If y'all paid it, I don't. This is just what I got from it. How they try to cover it up. Well, that was the launching pad for The Rock. Yeah, I get that.
I understand that. I get that. I
But
just
y'all still missed a point. Right?
but that just stop stereotyping us like that, man. That doesn't make sense to me.
right.
Like, not all black people are from the hood. Not all black people wear saggy pants.
Yep.
Not all want to be the leader of fucking nations, nigga. Not, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, not all want a fucking shucking job.
Mm-hmm.
None of us wear sag our pants here. We all sit up here.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
And this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's they're gonna do the same thing with fucking street products. I shit you not.
Yeah, I believe that.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just wait and see. It's gonna happen. They're gonna. I haven't seen where they haven't done it yet. Beyond Bel Air.
Yeah, I'm pissed off about that.
Nah, I'm sorry. I still, in as much, even once she was gone, I actually miss Becky. But when they pulled that shit when she came back, I was like, it kind of made me kind of get a bad taste in my mouth for Becky. You know, at that time, because I'm like, y'all pushed Bianca all this year, and then she loses the title like that. I think that was a bit fucked up. I don't think they would have, honestly, not to knock y'all girl, I don't think they would have did Charlotte that way. Or if it was like,
No.
You know, and going back to the ball, like this is what happens, man. You think about the women that like that though, man, and how many women should probably be champion. Amber Moon.
oh, they royally screwed her.
I forget
Lord.
about
I was gonna say something about her earlier, man.
Well, I mean, that we
About
that's
being
talking about
in
the
the
WWE
stable or
release.
something like that. They could have did something with that.
Oh
girl,
yeah, man. I don't get me wrong. She got hurt. She got hurt at one point, so I thought
I chasing
I
the
kind of had that.
24/7 type.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like that's another one who I'm like, there's no reason for her not to come to the main card, and just with her wrestling ability alone, not to be a fucking champion.
Yep.
Shayna Baszler's another one. I mean, but that's not a black woman, but that's a white one. But
Yeah.
another one. Like you sit there and you're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing with it? Turn her into a gimmick, run her with Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never liked what they did with her.
With
I
Shayna?
No.
Amber?
Amber
Yeah.
Moon,
I just never did. I was like, you see it, like, damn,
She had these classics in NXT, you know what I mean?
Good.
Even what hell, she was had classic matches against Oscar.
Yeah.
Oscar's another one who, that you actually the one who actually made me start paying attention to Oscar. Cause just by her gimmick, it was like one of them. You shouldn't be judging a book by its cover. And when I seen her, I'm like, whatever.
I'm gonna tell you right now that I personally think that she didn't have a good run in WWE because she just don't speak no fucking English.
I believe that, but then again, we just
I think that's why they're doing Shinsuke dirty the way.
Right.
Because we know Shinsuke mega dog.
You have to think about your big champions. And anybody who's a champion, they can wrestle. Asuka has that. Charisma, she has it.
Yeah.
Mic skills, terrible.
yeah.
I can't. And for the American people, I feel like that's the thing that sucks, right? Because you're wrestling here,
Yeah, because we
So-
drive the market of that.
right? So if we sit there and we want to see the promo, like we want to see what you're gonna say. If you can't come out and say things, it's like,
Yeah.
do I really want to watch you every week?
And that's all you really ever heard her say is, you know, nobody's ready for Oscar.
Yeah. Well, and you know what's funny about that? You can say that every week. Go out there and prove it, and then if I can leave, I'd still get behind you.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that when she started to come out to try to actually speak, and it was hard. Like it was hard for me to watch her do it because I was sitting there. I was like,
It kind of, yeah.
this what?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly.
It takes a lot of courage for a person to even get
It
out there.
does.
on that,
It
yeah.
does, man. But the people aren't going to get behind it.
No,
They're going to sit there and be like, And I know Vince McMahon's probably like, yeah, you went out there and you kind of
Drop the ball, yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Don't
saying.
put her
That's
right
sad,
there.
bro. Yeah, because she could have been bigger than what.
Oh,
she
definitely.
had right
Yeah,
there,
she
man.
should've.
She ran it at NXT.
Yeah.
She fucking ran NXT to come up to the main
Shayna
card.
Baszler, Shannon Baszler too.
Oh,
2
but
years.
but she's not good looking enough. Is what,
But
is
yeah,
what Vince-
I mean,
is
I
what
know
Vince
that's what
thinks.
it is. Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
hard
think we
on
all
the
know that's
eyes,
what it is.
It's hard on the eyes.
For me,
yeah.
I like her.
Yes.
Yeah, shit.
Shit. I'm just saying, man.
Yo, the power.
Oh, I think what we at?
Oh shit.
Oh, we at 10. 3 people are watching in this month.
Plug that
Oh,
up.
is it a plug right there? 'Cause I'm about to plug that thing up in a second.
You can chill, you can take it.
Okay. So, I already kind of got my answer for this one, but this is just a good question though. This is a good one right here. I think, me personally. The most overrated legend. Most What wrestler everybody talk about that you like?
The one that goes around saying the word nigga.
Yeah, I was just, man, come on, man. I swear, we just met today. And me and this dude right here, we didn't even plan this, like, for real. Like,
Hey.
we didn't, you know what I'm saying? He wearing his contacts right now, but I saw he wearing his glasses.
I wear my glasses. I wear my glasses. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like we brothers. Like, for real, I was just about to say that, man. Like, that dude's overrated, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, if my dad was here, my dad would say otherwise. My dad loves Hulk Hogan, big fucking Hulk Hogan fan. But when it comes down to it, I don't get me wrong. I like what he's done for wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He can't.
Uh-huh.
He's the first. If without him, without Hulk Hogan, you wouldn't have John Cena. You wouldn't have the people who come out and make these promos like R-Truth. You wouldn't have fucking Ric Flair. That's true.
Right.
Right. Like, you wouldn't have these guys. But in ring, and my cousin about who was
There's no Come on, man.
At all.
And my dad's gonna be as biased because he's a Hulk Hogan fan, and the other was a Ric Flair fan, right? So when I'm watching them argue, I'm sitting there like, my cousin dad made the point like, what does Hulk Hogan do? He'll come out, you know what, brother, nigga, and then hit you, big boot you. You and then fucking drop a leg on you.
Leg drop. That's it.
And then what?
Nothing else.
Done. So, in ring capability, I'm like, nigga, you do nothing. On top of that, after in ring capability, Mike's, don't get me wrong, he wasn't that bad with Mike. Wasn't that bad. But but you kind of knew what he was gonna say all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I kind of knew what he was gonna say all the time. Eat your vitamins and fucking say your prayers. And
He was good for kids.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Gimmicky, right? Like, I understand. Promote, especially back then.
Serious
Promote
about
things
that.
that need to be promoted for little children. But after that, what?
Nowhere near Ric Flair, my skills.
No. You let Ric Flair shoot, and Ric Flair's gonna kill you.
Shoot, you give him a line. You give him one solid line, he going out there. He
He
finna
would
say everything.
have
You know what I'm saying?
about 2 shots of Hennessy or whatever he was drinking then, Jack, whatever, and
Yeah, he put the camera on him. Let him
Yeah.
go. Yeah. Most definitely,
Yeah,
Hulk
I
Hogan
think
was that guy.
I think that's across the board for all of us because I would say that I was going more toward I wasn't thinking that deep, but I mean that's what it was. Mine would have been Hulk, but overrated Goldberg. I'm sorry, y'all Goldberg fans.
I can agree with that too.
To me he's one. But if I had to, it would be Hulk. It would be Goldberg. Goldberg to me is just so. I get it. I know that's mostly when people like him. When you like him, what is it you like about Goldberg? The spear and the jackhammer.
That's all he really
Nigga, that's
did.
all you see.
Yeah.
I liked him only because how he would come out with the spark and the shit.
His entrance.
Yeah, his entrance.
Yeah.
His
And,
entrance.
the build up. He come from the back in the locker room and then all that banging his head and all that shit. Like that's cool, but yeah, like he's overrated to me too.
Yeah, I'm just.
Man, I don't wanna
I've
say
never
it.
liked him.
I don't want to say he's overrated.
Goldberg.
I like him enough to be like, I can see what he did for WCW at that time where, man,
I don't dislike him, though.
They needed a Stone Cold.
And they needed a Stone
They needed a
Cold.
bald-headed white man.
Yeah,
Like, that's about to beat up people. Yeah.
And he was that fixed, man. Like, he didn't have to talk. You was surrounded with age of talkers, so we just need to see somebody go out there and kick ass.
But once again, that's the thing, man. Like, he's another one of those entertainers that I just, and I'm saying entertainer. He's another one of those entertainers that I just like. What do you do?
Right.
This next subject is hidden.
Like, what the fuck do you do? You come out of here and after your entrance, nigga, do I really want to see you wrestle? I don't.
Right.
Like,
Right.
yeah, you don't come out here, kick the nigga, and fucking
Yeah.
spear him, and then jackhammer, and then after that, then what?
And then holler.
Are you gonna put him in any holes today, nigga? Like, you gonna do something else besides what you've already done?
Yeah.
Like,
And
that's
then
my
too,
problem.
you know, and I got a little problem too because he hurt one of my. Even though I know you don't, I know you don't like his entrance, but nigga, that shit hurt me, nigga, when that nigga fucking dropped Taker like that.
Yeah.
You know what?
man.
That's
that
a
was.
First of all, that
That-
match shouldn't happen. Let's be honest. That match should not have fucking happened. I go back and watch that shit. That was a Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
I go back and watch that, and I get disappointed in wrestling in general because I'm like, nigga, like you know, one, I'm not shitting on Undertaker. I know his legacy is what it is, but this is an older guy. He's past it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you had no rights to.
and Goldberg is just freshly back to fucking wrestling. And you think that he's gonna come out here and pick up the Undertaker the way you think he did in the early fucking 90s or late 90s, whatever? Like, dude, that's just not gonna fucking happen, bro.
Right.
Like, you could fuck around and kill the Undertaker, bro. That would have pissed me
That
off.
almost happened.
Like, that
And then when you look at the wrestling, actual wrestling, it's supposed to be Goldberg carrying that match. No, you knew Taker was gonna have to carry that match, and then he's at that age to where he can still get through, but he can't carry. Now, he just couldn't. I'm sorry. I mean, I hate to say that about Taker, but at that time he couldn't. He needed someone else that can actually be the one kind of carrying it for him at that time.
Right. You know, the thing is, I fear no man, right? Like, if Goldberg was here today, I'd tell that motherfucker right now, like, nigga, why don't you just quit? Fucking retire. Like, get your ass off the fucking team. You don't need to be. First of all, there's no fucking reason for you to ever fucking beat Bobby Lashley. Let's get that shit fucking clear, nigga. I don't give a fuck if Bobby went to your house in the middle of the night, beat the shit out of your son. Nigga, there's no fucking reason for you to ever beat Bobby Lashley, nigga. Like, that shit pissed me off really bad. So I was like, man, at that point I knew. At that point, it's like his shit's done, and Goldberg is still has this fucking iconic character, which really shouldn't be. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like what he did for WCW, but at the same time, he should not be talked about when we talk about the fucking greatest wrestlers of all time.
I think that's why they put them up there.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's why why they put Hogan's and let's say him too as well, and it's like. I think that's what they factor in. Like, okay, well, what they done for the company, or what they've done, or they had this. It wouldn't be this without them. And it's like, I just don't see them being. It's not that Hulk Hogan, I really don't like. You know what I'm saying? I don't like nothing about him.
But you know, I get you bringing them back every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
You bring them back every once in a while, you know, shucking jive for us, and then fucking, all right, go about your business.
Mm-hmm.
But bring them back. Like, if Hulk Hogan came out right now and said, I think they have one more match, I'm like, nigga, I don't want to see it.
No, nigga.
I don't want to see this shit.
Oh, well, that's
I don't want to see that
Like,
shit.
let's go back to the original shit that you said. No, this nigga said nigga. You feel what I'm saying? He was talking about niggas.
Yeah.
Like,
You got
what's
people in the back that don't even
like,
respect them anymore.
right, man. So I could just imagine back in the cut, whenever you was dealing with, you know, the junkyard dog, and whenever he walked out of your face, this is up the old uppity nigga wearing, you know, the coveralls, go back in the field.
JYD.
Like, come on, man. Like,
But I mean, those are the stories. You know, Teddy Long,
and then
you
you
know,
let people
people.
bang your wife and all that other nonsense. Bro, I can respect you, my motherfucker. Don't get me started right now, dog. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So we got that. So now I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm gonna state this because I know this right here is gonna be. This is probably gonna get real tense, but I'm gonna bring it in. So if we go back to 1996, 98, around that time. And we was all talking about this. I've talked about it with my brother. Talked about it here with Leroy too. One of wrestling's, I'm not going to say it's because everybody has their own opinion about what the best rivalry is. But without a shadow of a doubt, the most intense rivalry that was ever shown on WWE TV and outside of it. Bret the Hitman Hart, Shawn Michaels.
Greatest goddamn word I've ever seen.
So, I'm going to bring this in that way for maybe some of you kids. Oh, shout out to Anthony. He was watching. He was telling me he couldn't comment. My bad. Shout out to all the people over here on TikTok that's watching or that's been watching. I appreciate y'all. But this rivalry was so intense. I almost, well, no, I don't. I mean, I do. I put it with Tupac, Biggie, East Coast, West Coast. At this time, it was so intense, and at that time, you had to pick a side. Like, I remember going to school, and it was like, nigga, who you rolling with? Bret fucking Sean. That's how it was. It's almost like y'all, for most people that are our age, y'all kind of know it was either Pac or it was Big. It was East Coast, it was West Coast. In the wrestling world, it was fucking Brett or it was Sean.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I rode with the Heartbreak Kid. I'm not the biggest fan like how my brother was, but I just rode with Sean. I just didn't like Brett. Like, I didn't. I got respect for him, like, I just did not roll. And here's another reason why, one of the main reasons why I rode with Sean, and this is totally biased like a motherfucker. I met Shawn Michaels. He was at one of our football games against South San. He was on our sideline. I shook the man's hand and all that good shit. That's why, I kid you not, it was that moment, I was like, nigga, I'm Team Sean, nigga. Literally, I'm Team Sean.
Okay.
So,
First of all, you already know my answer.
Yeah.
I haven't answered that one. But
we're going to talk about the whys.
Bret Hart, right? To me, the greatest wrestler to ever fucking live. Period. There isn't a single person who I think can lace up a pair of boots, get in the ring with Bret, and actually, really, just take him and just beat him, right? Like there isn't a single fucking wrestler. His mic skills, I think, could have been a little better, but when he did get the mic, he wasn't better. In ring performance, second to none. Like who back then? Shit, even now. Who could literally get in there with Bret and actually just like take him the distance? I cannot find one.
It's only one.
Sean,
They had the 60. I think the
Sean,
60.
that's the only one. That Sean is the only one.
I do feel
Sean was
maybe
more of
a
a-
few others, maybe.
Back
What,
then,
At that
or
time,
back then, and
Back
that.
then,
he had a brother that could do it.
because I really
Owen? I don't think Owen could beat him. Owen was good. Don't get me wrong. Owen was good, but I think it could have been. It could have been that. It could have been that veteran of Bret, but I just don't think.
I'm gonna go on the limb and say Owen. I felt like we didn't have enough time with Owen to actually see him surpass his brother. That's just my bias on it because
That's hard, man.
this guy was.
That is true. I mean,
But is it because you do? Is it because you're Team Sean, or is it because you?
I'm gonna be real. I Bret Hart. Whenever I first got into wrestling, I liked Bret Hart. The thing that I found out about him was he was from Canada. I'm being real. I'm being real. Like this is crazy.
You know, some
Like,
people
as a
like that's
kid,
petty as shit.
You
Really
like,
okay? Like,
as a kid, I was like, damn, you ain't even from America. You know what I'm saying? And then hearing about Sean, you know, he's San Antonio cat, you know, stuff like that, you know, repping Texas. And then he was just cool. Like, he was cocky and all this other stuff. And I was like, man, I rock with him. But if you want to be honest, like I started liking Owen Hart because the fact of he was this brother, he was like the underdog. You feel what I'm saying?
true.
And that's the only reason I'm throwing him in this talk right now. I really felt like if he would have lived, man, and didn't have that tragic accident, his ceiling was just opening up bigger and bigger.
yeah, no, that's true. I really believe that, but I still believe if Bret would have stayed in WWE, he would have had way more
Okay,
title
yeah,
wins.
that's where we.
Brett fuck that. That's why I can say when Vince McMahon did say Brett screwed Brett because Brett should have never left.
Like, did he?
Yeah, he shouldn't have never left. I think even after the Montreal school drive, like, I ain't maybe take some time off and you come back. And here's why. Because WCW to me, it killed Bret Hart, but then it's like, Bret Hart, WCW, like, do you really, like, he's a WWE guy.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I guess that's maybe what it is. I've never seen Bret as a WCW guy. That's
No.
almost like,
But I can't lie. When he got there, he had his runs. United States
Yeah, United States title, yeah.
WCW champion at one point. Like he had his runs, man.
Well,
He-
of course,
he
because
did pretty
their
good.
talent was trash over there anyway.
True.
And he was
Man,
already
that's
good.
And he's
So,
great, right? So
you overshadowed all of them. So,
But then once again, I switched over to watch WCW because of that. You know what I'm saying? It was like, well, I want to see what Brett's gonna do. Like, and then every once in a while, you had to bring in people like The Rock. You had to have Stone Cold Steve Austin, because without that, nigga, like the Goldbergs, the Bret Harts over there kills fucking WWE.
In NWO.
Easily, because they were already developed over there too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Bret, but once again, for me, Bret's Bret. Like I can't think of a guy who's better than him, and I think that's my issue. Like from now and to the past, like I always go back and I'm watching shit 24/7. I'm like, who does what Bret does? Bret can go off the top rope, middle rope, whatever you want, cut promos, fucking just literally out wrestle you. Like outside the ring, he does what he's supposed to do. Like who beats Bret?
I got a couple of names I'm gonna
No,
throw.
I'm gonna say straight up.
who can hang with him?
Who can hang with him to make him look like he's just not the guy to carry
Oh,
the
okay,
torch?
well, you saying
as the greatest.
As the
And you
greatest.
saying that it's only one person, but when you say people that can hang with him and can kind of not look bad when they're wrestling Bret Hart, I feel it's a few. Like, I'm probably gonna sound biased. Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero. I feel like those they can.
That's
Chris
the
Benoit.
It is. Chris
You
Benoit
know,
did
yeah,
really
like those guys, like I feel like they could hang with him. Now I'm not gonna say I don't feel like he would school them, but
No.
I feel like he could hang with them.
Yeah.
But me, of course, is Shawn. I mean, everybody already know it's Shawn. It's all day
You got
clear.
three
It's
Shawns
Shawn Michaels.
before.
But I'll tell you this though, when I first started watching wrestling, when I was a kid, my first love was Bret Hart. I didn't know who Shawn Michaels was. I didn't know who Razor Ramon was. I get to that point while I brought up Razor. It was Bret Hart for a while.
Yeah.
Then once I started getting a little older, it became Razor. I was playing a video game. It became Razor.
Razor's Edge, you know what I'm
So
saying?
I'm like, okay, I like Razor. But then once I seen Shawn, it was like, okay, on the game, I see him, I like everything about him. They got the long hair, okay, he come out, he acts like me kind of somewhat. It's just different. It was something like, it was like a better version of Bret Hart. To me.
Who?
Shawn.
Mm.
Like, look, I'm looking at Bret. Like, Bret is just, that's it. But then I see Shawn, it's like,
He was flashy.
I feel like he's better.
More
He's
flashy.
flashy, he's quicker, he's more
Yeah.
entertaining. He's up and coming now because
He's
Bret was already there.
yeah,
So you
Bret's-
Bret looking at Bret, but then you got Shawn, it's like, okay, this is somebody who can challenge him. And I'm not even thinking
yeah.
wrestling wise then. It's just like,
See,
okay, this is somebody who can challenge him.
And that's the hard thing. Well, it's hard for me with that one, right? Because I like Shawn. I did.
Mhm.
I just didn't think he was better than Marty. Right? So
Man,
But I remember
oh,
we
I
had
never
that
thought about that,
conversation.
but damn,
because I didn't think he was better than Marty, I didn't think he should have the spotlight.
That's
But then-
funny
but
that
then-
you
but
say
then-
But he was
but
the
then-
blonde, and he
but
became
he
the blonde, and it was
but
like
did he eventually get better than him?
well, Marty was nowhere around him.
Yeah, with Marty.
He never wrestled again.
I mean, he wrestled eventually, but after the glass throwing and all that shit that Shawn did to him, like, it was over.
So okay, Marty. Then when he was wrestling, and then let's take Shawn at his height. Still wasn't better than him.
I don't think so.
Because actually, Marty Jannetty was the leader
I
of the
think
Rock.
Marty out wrestles him. I think Marty was just flat. Marty was flat. I think Marty was flashier at some point, and then Shawn wanted that spotlight. Like, so Shawn was like, I want to take over. I want to be seen more. Right? And Marty had to take a back seat because WWE was like, hey, you know, they're liking this blonde guy. Let's shoot him, right?
Yeah.
So at that point in time, I was like, yeah, man, I don't think. I think if Marty doesn't get hurt or however that shit happens, and Marty has a single competition run, I think Marty's better than Shawn.
In the end,
In the end
game. Yeah, that one.
I can't say that.
Well, I guess because we have what we can
But
see.
it's because we have Shawn.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm telling you, I really feel that if Marty would have stuck around and
But he was good too. Like I
And that's what I'm
remember
saying.
watching, he was good too.
like it's a matter of fact, we'd be having a totally different discussion. Because we'd probably be saying his name just alongside of Bret and fucking Shawn. Right? Like it's hard with that one.
I look at this Bret and Shawn Michaels thing almost as you have that Camaro and then you have that Firebird. Pretty much almost the same vehicle. You You know what I'm saying?
Just which one you
But it's the
prefer.
one that you
That's
prefer.
you're gonna pick. Yeah.
And Sean is just like on my end. Sean was definitely the one I preferred in the outcome of it. The reasons, one, because Brett, he was too clean cut for me. I preferred the more
until he
raw
went
version. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like I preferred the more raw version of a nasty, young, attitude, cocky person versus this dude that was cocky, but he didn't do no wrong, like you said. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was clean, man. Everything that he did in the ring was a very precise movement. Sean, he get that ass whoop, and he would do his kick up, boom, he'll have another, burst of energy, and you like, what the hell? Like, and then even with his kick, it was perfect but sloppy, but it was like, damn, dog, like he put it right on that motherfucker's chin, dog, like, this is wild, you know what I'm saying? So, Sean, his entertainment, man, just kind of stood out more for me.
Okay. Well, I'm not going. I can't go against it because I don't think Sean's a bad person to even say up there. But like I said, my bias is always going to say I'm gonna pick Brett. All right.
Yeah,
That's
but
just-
Now,
for
I ain't
me,
gonna lie, them glasses, when I was a kid, I was like,
Yeah,
that's-
you wanted to be the kid in the fucking crowd. I was like, am I getting those
Yeah,
motherfuckers?
put it up, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
The shades, that was another life right there. You like, oh man, I want one.
But isn't that just crazy though? Like in those times, probably right when you came in, right when we were watching it, like in those Federation days, like when you think about like when Brett come out with the glasses,
yeah.
or when the Undertaker debuted, and probably literally fucking you literally had nightmares about this guy. Well at least I know I have. But in other words, how believable these people were.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Warrior and all these guys to, where it is today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing, it's cool, but, it just, a lot of people don't understand us as wrestling fans. That kind of takes me into, one of the last questions I have with saying what wrestling means to you. Because a lot of folks, they look at us and it's like, oh, y'all watching that fake shit. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't really
I
bother me.
hate that bothers me. That's the bothers me.
I think that gets under all our skin.
Yeah.
Right. If you're a wrestling fan, like you're gonna look at it and say, fuck if it's fake, if it's real. Right. Entertainment.
But
Right.
is
I
it?
fucking love wrestling.
Thank you. It's entertainment.
Yes.
But actually, is it really fake though?
No,
It's not.
It is not.
You got-
There's so much shit that happens in there. People getting hurt 24/7. Watch motherfucking Stone Cold Steve Austin. Right.
Broke his
goddamn neck. Owen.
Yeah.
Owen Hart, and then you hear the story, that nigga Owen, like, I think Steve was like, man, he didn't even fucking apologize or say anything.
Right.
Like, I was like, damn, for real?
That's wild shit.
It's Canada in
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Owen Hart,
Rest in
man.
peace, man. But yeah, man. The Undertaker, right, almost getting hurt, or getting hurt. Fucking Goldberg, right? Like, and there's little things, little shit can happen 24/7. That if a motherfucker told me that wrestling's fake, I'm like, okay, well let me body slam you real quick.
Yeah.
True.
I always tell you to jump off the house.
Let me put you on the sharpshooter.
Jump over the rope down several feet. You know what I'm saying? And land on a couple of bodies. Like,
Let me do something simple. Let me just throw you into the barricade. Then.
Yeah.
And see if you like.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, get the fuck out of here. That shit is as real as anything else in this fucking world. People just shit on it because they don't do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Bro,
Be brave enough to come to one of these fucking wrestling events, piss off a wrestler, and then fucking jump in the ring with that motherfucker and see how real it actually is. Everybody don't do that shit.
because truth be known, like everybody's testing out the waters with like boxing right now, and everybody realizing, man, I gotta have a lot of stamina. It's a ton of wrestlers that have stepped in the ring of like ultimate fighting and everything like that.
Yeah.
And these jokers, man, their endurance and their athletic abilities is right there with them.
Yeah.
They may not can strike with a person, but their athletic ability is right there with it.
Yeah.
You going into survivor mode just like if you're in a boxing match, you in survivor mode. Just like when you in same thing, you in survivor mode.
Yeah.
The only difference with wrestling is, well, really, I always bring up Triple H in the quad injury when he had that.
My God.
Or you got Mankind when he's falling into the nails, or they getting thrown off top of the cages and all this type of shit. They still have to keep going.
Right.
Basketball, football, they pull you out. depending on how bad it is with boxing,
Yeah.
they're gonna call the match. They're gonna call it off.
So
They don't
the
do that
UFC.
with wrestling. You know
Show
what I'm
gotta
saying?
go on.
So it's like, well,
Yeah.
why are y'all downgrading, acting like saying that this is fake when just because they have entertainment and a storyline behind it, and because when they beginning of a match they're kind of punching each other, they're really not contacting as much. Well, some of them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's about it. Everything else you probably not gonna do. When we went to the wrestling school, I was looking like, all right, I'll go out there with him. One dude got slammed one time. I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, like, you ain't
I'm not finna do that.
Or even hitting the ropes, man. Like people, the ropes are not
Get
made
the
of
wrong
cotton.
way.
No, they're not.
Right, they're not.
Burn the shit up.
Exactly. Like these people have webs and shit on them just from hitting the ropes.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell them too, shit, go hit the ropes. Go jump off your house and then come back and holler at me.
Yeah.
Cause you probably
You know, we're not even talking about the stipulations in matches. You got Hell in a Cell, TLC, man, come on, man. It's just crazy when they say that it's fake.
The
It
people
gets
with
under
that
my
shit,
skin.
It's the unknowing, right?
Yeah.
And anytime you don't know something, you can always say what you want, like it's fake.
Right.
But the minute you start to realize you're in there and you're doing it, and you start to realize how real that shit is, I'm pretty sure most wrestlers who are young were probably like, "Oh, wrestling's sweet, I can do that." Got in there nowadays and was like, "Damn, this shit's actually hard work." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they have to train just like the next guy, and that's what I'm saying. Like, training the way they do, you're gonna take injuries. Hitting bumps the way they do, you're going to take injuries. There's a reason why people don't do this shit 24/7 throughout a whole their lifespan, right? Like because there's injuries that are gonna occur because it is real. People just piss me off with that shit. But it's
it just it's one of the things. Like I said, I try not because you hear I at least hear the shit at least twice a year somewhere here on social media. Why ain't watch that fake shit? Or why you know? And it's like, well, it's not fake. But then it's almost like how we was talking earlier. I'm at the age I think probably brother. Here I'm gonna be 40 years old. I don't have time to keep explaining my fucking self. That's how I feel.
Yeah, if that's what you want
Like,
to
I'm
watch,
not
that's
gonna
what we want to watch. Like,
explaining myself about it.
So
So it's like,
most of the time, the ones that are saying that they don't get it. They don't understand it.
yeah.
Or they say this. This is what I
Yeah,
love
I was
all
just-
the time. They always say this. Oh well, you watch wrestling? Oh no, I don't watch wrestling no more. I don't watch that fake shit no more. I used to watch it back when they can't even say the Attitude Era. They'll say, oh, back when the Rock and Stone Cold. Like my brother said the other day, because it was cool. That's why you say. That's why you watched it. Because it was a badass white dude on there. Then you got the Rock on here talking shit with the Versace shirts on. Then you got Triple H on here, who's pretty much nobody even likes. But still, you got these three, you know what I'm saying, dudes or whatever. So it was cool at that time. You know what I'm saying? Stone Cold coming out here driving beer trucks and all that, and you got DX. People doing all this shit at school.
sucking and all that.
It was cool then.
Iconic.
You know what I'm saying? It was cool, but now
You were walking to a school.
they used to do that all the time.
I don't
Man.
know how many teachers, nigga.
Did that shit so many times.
Suck you, bitch. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
So Leroy, do you think the Attitude Era? Because I already know their answers. Do you think the Attitude Era was the best era of wrestling?
No.
Which one do you think it was?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rufus,
He didn't even know I
He
answered.
officially in the
He didn't even know I answered.
Yeah.
But let's explain it to you. Because see, think about it. Like I told y'all, I'm about to be 40 years old, right? So I know this is a lot of you younger guys. Oh, well, y'all don't let the Attitude Era go. Look, that's maybe a lot of us, or a lot of them, but not necessarily me. I understand that the Attitude Era, and I sat and I listened to everything they just said just right now. You know one thing they did not say? Not one fucking match. Not one. So even when we talk about the Attitude Era, what match comes to your mind? Like the actual wrestling match, maybe Austin, Brett. Well, I don't even know if you even call that Attitude Era. Where Steve Austin passed out in the ring. I don't even know if you call that Attitude Era yet. I don't know if they had actually turned over to the Attitude Era yet.
Was that Attitude Era?
You know?
No, that was just before.
Yeah.
That was
So
just
like
before.
right. So it's like, what match? Yeah, you have the fire promos, all the antics and things they did during the Attitude Era that are memorable. But wrestling and match wise, I mean, really the matches to me that come to your mind is like Mankind
They
Undertaker.
had
It wasn't
iconic-
about the matches.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
They had iconic moments in the matches
Yeah.
or whatever promo was going on before. Like, it was never a match you look at and be like, damn, that was a classic match. Or that was. They only say it's classic matches because whatever somebody did or whatever moment happened in that match.
Stone Cold and The Rock, maybe.
Everybody always says that one too.
That's probably
That's the only one that they
probably
would say.
The best? Yeah, probably. Maybe
one
with,
of the four that they had. I mean,
but then too, because but then too, I wonder like, so when we was talking about like the first Hell in a Cell match, that was in the Attitude Era, right? Between Taker and Shawn.
That was-
Yeah,
that was
Taker and
actually-
Shawn.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, we have Taker and
Taker,
Shawn.
yeah, that was
But if you think about it, nobody really gives a shit about the match because Kane debuted.
I mean, I think more of iconic, like even before then, like ladder matches, Razor, fucking Shawn,
Mm-hmm.
like that's before Attitude, right?
Yeah.
Then after, anything after really. Like,
Well, even Edge Hardy Boys, that was part of
That's-
Ruthless Aggression, wasn't it? Oh, that probably was
That
maybe
was like
toward
that
the
was-
end of
I feel
the
like that was like almost leaning into it.
because Attitude is
That was
like,
the end of
Attitude
Era.
was, it's safe to say Attitude was just built for entertainment. That's whenever they got the stamp of basically sports entertainment. Everything was generated off of entertaining all of us. And all these promos and all these different characters that they were bringing to light. It was nothing, wrestling was not at the front hold of that anymore. It was
No.
like, we have to entertain these people.
yeah,
Ruthless Aggression,
Mm-hmm.
they said, that's enough.
it was a blend.
We need to blend, yeah.
It was
We need to really put this all together now.
Because think about the beef with WCW and WWE at the time, it was more about like those gimmicks.
Right.
It really wasn't the, I mean, of course it wasn't the wrestling. You
We
think
forgot about
that.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
wrestling
you
was out
don't
of
even
the
think
picture,
about that
right?
because it's like WCW, like, get out here, this is like the B team. Jay,
Yeah.
like, come on, really? But then it was like, okay, it's not, WWE is not beating them because of that, it's because of the storylines and the gimmick
Right.
that these people have over here. WCW, you ain't really have that over
WCW
there.
had all the old school talent
Yeah,
that was
old-
already
That
doing
all were in the
it.
NWO.
Yeah.
Right.
Every last one of them was in the NWO.
And but this is why fucking people our age was flipping over watching WCW most of the time. It was
Right.
like, oh, let's see what they gonna do.
Mhm.
At least let me go back to my old when
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
for eight,
yeah.
it was 8
Yeah.
weeks that they beat
Mhm.
WWE for. I mean, but
And then all of a
Yeah,
sudden, all of a sudden, DX decided to challenge, right? And draw
Yeah.
the tank up to this motherfucker
Mhm.
and be like, hey, yeah, knocking on doors. And all of a sudden, it was like, oh, yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about WWE. Let's go back and see what these niggas going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That helped build that Attitude Era at the time. And then after that, WCW lost and everybody came back and fucking transitioned into the Ruthless Aggression Era where everybody was moving in and you had younger up and coming talent like John Cena who just randomly fucking pops up, the Batistas, like
Randy
like,
Orton.
Randy Orton's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even Triple H, it's a piece of that, right?
Yep.
Brock was Brock had came well
Brock
maybe a
was
little after in that beginning. No, Brock was with you,
Yeah,
right?
he's
Brock
part of
was
the
with
Ruthless
them.
Aggression.
Part of that.
Part of
Uh,
that.
Yeah, because he came in what?
That-
Came a little after, but I
2015.
think
Yeah, like all of them. Like you know what I'm saying? And you're like,
Well,
okay,
all
this-
four of them, and that's like
Yeah.
Ruthless
Yeah.
Aggression.
We-
there's a whole
and
bunch of
those
others
are all
we forgetting
four,
about
like,
too.
those are all four icons, right?
Yeah.
there, I think. Who? Forgetting about who?
It's some more in that group.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but
Those
you
are the
think,
top.
you think about like,
Women's wrestling?
even too Kurt Angle at that time as well
Kurt,
too.
Kurt,
like we
Kurt
was talking
transitions.
about.
Yeah. The women wrestling starts to pick up.
Yep.
I mean, then they fuck it up with divas, but then
Yeah.
they, you know what I'm saying? It started to pick up. So the Ruthless Aggression era to me is like the era that needs to be talked about the most.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
That's the
when
era
they
that I-
put the stitching in everything.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
era that
Together.
I catch myself watching the most. Like I can go back to anything in the Ruthless Aggression era and go back and watch it. Attitude
We
era,
actually took
I'll
it
go
back.
back and I'm like,
It almost looks different now when you watch the Attitude Era. Because I know I was one of those guys like, man, yeah, the Attitude Era. Then I started watching the Ruthless Aggression Era, and it's like, when I hear people talk about all these classic rivalries, that's the thing, people. It's the same people that can't let go of the Attitude Era
Yeah.
and all that, but then they're talking about, oh yeah, when Edge and Taker had the Hell in a Cell match when he threw him in the at the end of the match, Ruthless Aggression Era.
Yep.
Those were the feuds. I mean, you think when Randy was it when he punk hit fucking John Cena daddy, and,
Yeah.
you know,
Ruthless aggression.
yeah, so going to each other's house and all that kind of shit.
JBL,
Yeah.
JBL had a John Cena.
Yep.
You had even at that time, you even had Kurt Angle and we was talking about Shane.
Shane,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
Oh, don't forget about Shane O'Mac.
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Don't forget about Shane O'Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
motherfucker there.
Like, come on, man! Like all these classic matches that you remember at that time, you like, man, it's so many that I feel bad that I can't just name off the top of my head right now. It's like it's a bunch of them. Edge with the Undertaker. Shit. I mean, golly, it was a bunch. It was a
You got
bunch.
a son.
Then at that time,
Unmasked Kane.
yeah,
Man,
you
you
man,
Unmasked Kane.
you
Yeah,
had.
man.
I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you had Randy and Mankind when they were going at it when he
With his
threw him.
daddy and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time was that? Okay, Ruthless Aggression.
Because he did it with the Undertaker too.
I mean, the
He said
Brock
at that time,
when he was going at it with Kurt Angle for a minute, even with Taker and Brock.
Ruthless
You
aggression.
got Taker and Kane when they were going at it. You got Edge, Christian, and the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys, even though they were kind of in the Attitude Era.
That's one that mixes. That's a hard one.
But
Because
that classic match they had, when was that though? Was that Attitude
I'm
Era?
honestly,
I wouldn't say
I think that's
No,
Attitude
Spirit.
Era.
I want to say that was
I
Ruthless
think-
Aggression, man.
When he speared
That was
Jeff
like
off of that, when he speared Jeff off of the
Wasn't that still Attitude?
I want to say
Off the ladder, and then
I
they
kinda
hit
wanna
the other
say
ladder.
Ruthless Aggression.
That was Ruthless Aggression.
with that, oh yeah, that was in 2000.
That's hard. That's
Because it was in 2000 at that WrestleMania where they had that
The only way that we
that
know
three that
TLC,
they had that TL. I know it was at WrestleMania
It was,
2000.
yeah.
I know that, so
Yeah,
I think they had already transitioned into or
That's hard. I don't
Because
know.
yeah.
The only way
I'm trying to
they-
think of when the transition happens, and I think that's
Yeah.
what's.
I thought it was at the beginning of the year, whenever that happens, not WrestleMania, how they do it now. You know how they do WrestleMania now, where they reset the whole like
Thing after
basically
Mania.
show
You know what?
after WrestleMania.
It might
I
have
think that was
been
it.
2001 when Ruthless Aggression starts off. Because 2000,
'Cause you remember they used to have a stamp that
Triple
said
H.
attitude.
Triple H.
Because even
Yeah.
on that video game, it was
Yeah.
a video game on Nintendo 64 that came out that was it had 2000
because
on
each of
there.
the McMahons had a representative for that match, and it was Triple because he actually retained the title that night, which pissed off a whole bunch of people. Remember, because he had that match, it was Mick, Triple H, The Rock, and Austin.
Yeah.
It was like a fatal four-way, and then Triple H still retained the title. I might be missing somebody in there, but
I want to Google that now.
yeah. But I know that was at WrestleMania 2000, and then I know that match you talking about was at WrestleMania 2000. So I think Ruthless Aggression era did start. Because I always, when I think of Ruthless Aggression era starting, is when John Cena
John
come
Cena
out and
smacks
gets
the shit out of
fucking
Kurt Angle.
Kurt
That's
Angle.
what I'm saying.
That
So,
starts Ruthless Aggression. That is the start.
Oh,
of
that's
Ruthless.
when. Well, yeah.
That's why he comes out and says it.
So that's probably
That
What
was-
was
that's
it?
the thing, that was
Remember
2000.
when Vince was challenging
Wasn't
all
that
the
2000?
superstars, right? And that's when he was saying Ruthless Aggression.
Yeah.
So that, and then that's thing what a week later.
that
or
was like the
something?
same.
Is that when Kurt called out
whoever.
Call out whoever, and then John Cena
And John
came
Cena
out with
shows
the
up.
red and black
tights
trunks.
that he had.
So
So
whenever
that's
the
when
hell
it
that
started.
was.
Man, I'm Googling
Yeah, whenever that was, that's when Ruthless Aggression
Like,
started.
it got me kind of like, what? Like, man, what?
Because I know I just turned around too. I think I just downloaded
Well, let's
it.
say this: even if it was Attitude Era, it was the end. So it was
Yeah.
still, we still kind of like, was
True.
this.
True.
So it's like, okay, well, if we get it to Attitude Era, take it. But it's
Yeah.
still a few months down the line,
Right,
a year
yeah.
later, that we in Ruthless Aggression Era. So
Because that was the first time that we saw John Cena, am I right?
Now we might have seen
When
it
he
before,
came
but
out.
we didn't know who the
Yeah,
hell
we
he
see
was.
him raw.
John Cena and JBL had a lot of good matches.
A
Man.
great.
That was a great feud.
They had a lot of. I'm just thinking, man. There was a lot of good matches. Man.
When even with JBL turning into when he was
He debuted in 1999.
Yeah.
when he was with
John
Farouk.
Cena.
Mhm.
I think even that's Rufus. I think from now.
So,
Yeah.
is that when he?
That was
so-
November
they was beating the
the
shit out of him.
Do you think?
Remember he came out. Remember he came out. He was like wrestling already, but I can understand the debut in
Because
2000.
I always felt like WWF was the last part of the Attitude Era.
Yeah, it was because that's when The Rock came out with
Yes.
that.
And then whenever they switched over brand,
Yeah, changed the name.
yeah, to the entertainment, that was 2001.
Yeah, that was the
So
ruthless aggression.
that's when they started the ruthless aggression.
So 2001.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's when SmackDown debuted in 2001, or it was already?
No, SmackDown was already.
SmackDown was already-
Yeah,
SmackDown was already-
Pumping in
yeah.
1999.
Yeah, that was that was the start of the Rock himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I
That was
remember.
the Rock.
So that
Rock
you know
show.
what that makes sense. So that means that match.
They made SmackDown for the Rock.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like, yeah,
Like
that's-
saying the SmackDown.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
was his
they
thing.
talking. Yeah.
So yeah, I could see where WrestleMania 2000.
Damn, I didn't realize
That was the end of the
That's
Attitude Era.
crazy, bro. Like how much power that dude
I
had
remember
at
that time.
they made a show just for him.
Yeah,
Because
like,
Raw, because Stone Cold said automatically, you will never have a Raw show without me, right? So after he had said that shit, people were like, oh, I'm gonna be here 24/7. Yeah, he gonna fight for that title all the time. So as big as The Rock started to become, it was like, shit, what about me? So they were like, you know what? We're making a split.
Yeah, another show.
And then they make SmackDown, and the first person that comes out that
Rock.
SmackDown that day, and I think it was on Thursday, was fucking
Yeah, it
was fucking The Rock.
Yeah,
And he hosts the show. He comes out and talks about it. This is
Yeah.
now my show.
Yeah.
that shit crazy.
I remember all that shit. I was
Yeah.
like, this
Damn,
motherfucker.
bro.
And that was that
Hey,
was
he brought back
Attitude Era.
memories when he
Yeah,
said that. I was
Because I
like,
think
damn,
what was
yeah.
it that night when they opened it? Wasn't it? Didn't he was Triple H the champion? Was that the night that Shawn Michaels super kicked fucking
Yep.
The Rock? Yep.
Damn, bro.
We know our shit.
Yeah, like, man, that's
We know our shit, okay?
Yeah.
All it takes is for somebody to say something and trigger something. Then
Right.
that's why I say, man, all I can do is just go back and watch something. And I remember all that.
Man, I'm telling you, man, wrestling was my thing. Bro.
I was gonna ask
That's
this question
legit.
though. I was gonna ask this question though real quick while we was talking about John Cena because I was starting to watch him a little bit. People always say he can't wrestle. Do y'all believe that he can or cannot wrestle?
John Cena can wrestle.
Yeah, he can wrestle. He may not be.
No, he said that, yeah, but can
on top of the mountain.
they act like he can't wrestle at all? Like
Or
he
those
cannot
are the
wrestle?
I'm
only
gonna
five
tell you.
moves.
I'm gonna tell you when I realized John Cena could wrestle. Right when he fought this man.
Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens?
When he fought
I
Kevin
love
Owens, is
Kevin
when
Owens.
I realized that John Cena can fucking wrestle. Like when you go back and watch that match, and I'm talking about, to me, that match is one of the greatest matches I've ever fucking seen.
Mhm.
Like no botches or anything. These dudes, for their first time wrestling each other, was fucking.
On
immaculate.
Raw is when they,
That
or
was
was
on
it
Raw.
pay-per-view?
That was on Raw.
Okay, I think, yeah. When he, no, because he did that shit to Cena a couple times when he came and stepped
Yeah.
on that belt. Was it that night that he stepped on the
came
fucking
and
United
He came and
States?
stepped on it. He came and put him in a hole. He fucking kill bombed him
Yeah,
that one night, and then the next night, the next Monday Night Raw is when they fought each other.
yeah, okay.
And that shit to me, it was better than the pay-per-view one.
He's one of my underrated cats.
Oh yeah,
Kevin
for
Owens?
sure.
I
They
think
for sure they dropped
we
the
all
ball
saw
with
it
that guy.
like hell.
Like, but that's when I realized I watched John Cena and the holds that he was doing and everything else to try to put KO down, and I was like, this motherfucker like can really go. Now I still classify him as one of the greatest entertainers of wrestling, but can he wrestle? Yes.
And you know what? Because we were talking about that the other day real quick. Explain that to people that's watching. How you look at it when you like, when somebody asks you, when you was telling me about wrestler and entertainer.
Okay, so when I look at it as a wrestler. If you ask me who's the greatest wrestler, I'm gonna say somebody like Bret Hart, somebody who can floor match you, do a whole bunch of stuff, cut promos, everything, all together, well rounded.
Okay.
As the wrestler. The entertainer is more of the guy who comes out, makes the crowd love you. Like they're gonna love you, hate you, but you're not doing as many holds, right? Because you really don't know that stuff, but you're for sure,
Mhm.
right? Like you're that guy, like John Cena. John Cena's an entertainer.
Or okay,
Randy
like
Orton. I
like
think Randy
like
Orton's
Jeff
entertainer.
Hardy. Jeff Hardy's
Jeff Hardy's
entertainer, not a wrestler.
Daniel Bryan, wrestler,
Yeah.
right? Like CM Punk. CM Punk's a hard one, right? There's times where I think he's a wrestler. He's like that mid. Like he's really good.
I can say he's an
I think he's
entertainer
a-
now over a wrestler.
When he,
Yeah.
yeah, like I think when he first came to WWE, he was a wrestler.
Yeah.
I think it's the difference when you look at it. The Hulk Hogan's entertainers.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimately, yeah, Dean Malenko, wrestler.
Man,
The man of 1,000 holds
that
for a reason.
dude, yeah, man.
And that's why I said, like, if people bring up Chris Benoit, I think Chris Benoit could wrestle, but I think Chris Benoit was more of a. It's hard with him. Sometimes I think he was more of an entertainer too.
Eddie
Benoit?
Yeah.
What about Eddie?
I think Eddie was both.
I think he
Woo,
was both.
Eddie's
Yeah, I
both.
think, yeah.
Eddie's
I think Eddie was both.
Eddie's fucking great.
I think he's more of a wrestler than entertainer, but he's both. Most
My
definitely.
wife's family is actually related to Eddie Grill.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Man.
Cool. You see her uncle, he looks just like him. It's weird.
Man, I bet you probably be like, whoa.
When I first met him, I was like, the fuck out of here. Oh, y'all are Guerreros. I didn't know that.
Man.
It's pretty dope.
Man.
Yeah, but
That's crazy.
yeah, man. That's how I classify things when you're asking me. So you can ask me who's the greatest wrestler. If I don't bring up somebody like a John Cena, it's because I don't classify John Cena as the wrestling category. Like I look at him as one of the greatest entertainers. He'll go down as the greatest WWE entertainer of all fucking time.
Higher than that guy up there, The Rock? You think?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like we were saying earlier, I think he has blown out the wrestling part,
Mhm.
and he's
Sky was aiming for
That's
like, what do
why-
you not see him on?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Fucking credit card commercials, fucking wipe your ass with toilet paper. Like I think,
Right.
Everything.
and the Rock's everywhere too. But when I think of John Cena, I still think of wrestling. I still think of him in fucking WWE. The Rock, I'm like, he's transcended into fucking movies.
It's more of a
Yeah.
movie
Yeah.
star. Like
I start thinking about Kevin Hart whenever I see him.
Yeah, like, but don't get me wrong.
Before wrestling.
You would not have him without him. Like,
True.
But I think that's how we're gonna see him in a couple years ago too.
yes, yeah.
But they better hurry up really quick because he's aging fast.
Oh
You
yeah.
can see his hair and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh
But, yeah, I think-
that man looked like a broke down politician.
Yeah, I think we look at him a little bit. Well, I don't think he'll get as big as Rock, but in the movies, I think he'll get there, and then that motherfucker there is gone in 2-3 years. He's going to Hollywood.
Yeah, he got
Him and her, they're both gone. 3 years.
Shit, for a moment, I thought he was already in Hollywood, but that was Jason Momoa. Oh, that's fucking man. Okay, man, ain't the same motherfucker.
That's part of the reason why I said when me and you had when we was on the podcast, and we was asking the question about the greatest WWE champion. What you explained is the reason why I said John Cena. It wasn't because of his wrestling ability or just that. Like, no, when you look at it overall, it's like I feel like he's the best WWE champion. Okay, like we was talking about Brett too. Like Brett is that clean cut, never got in any trouble or what they brought to the business and all that. That's why I said what John Cena is. You can't deny that he has even kind of I feel like he elevated The Rock. I mean, more than The Rock. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, all that stuff, and it's like all these other people have gotten in trouble or they brought stuff to the company, but then it was an issue. So when you look at the WWE Championship and you like, who's the best one to hold it? Oh, well, Hulk Hogan. No, it's not, because he was a fucking liar. He wasn't that. Like, then you just say, just wrestling ability anyway. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Then you got, Ric Flair. What Ric Flair was doing, he got so much dirt up on him too. You know what I'm saying? You think about all this type of stuff, you're like, nah, well, the best one I would probably say is John Cena. That's how I look at it.
I thought Rick, like, when you talk about, like, again, that's one of them things where, like, us as wrestling fans, you got to be very clear with what the question you're asking me. So if you're asking me, like, who's the best WWE champion or WCW champion, I'm probably not going to say Ric Flair. Now, you ask me who's the greatest wrestling champion, Ric Flair's been WCW, NWA, overseas, New Japan, all that shit. Right. So that's why it's like, you ask me that?
Well, you can say AJ Styles.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like right now, like I'm telling him all the time, that it ain't got nothing to do with you. I just look at AJ Styles, and right now, I just feel like he's the best wrestler. You got Daniel Bryan, who makes me be like, oh, like you really is right there for me to say it. But it's like, damn, AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles got a little bit. Just I guess the finesse is what gets it.
So what do you think, wrestler or entertainer with AJ Styles?
I mean, from watching him from TNA to New Japan and everything else that I've seen of it, they're making wrestle. I think when it comes to WWE, he's more of an entertainer.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but I've said this before. I think WWE loves to water you down and fucking make you a gimmick anyway. So like, it's probably not his fault. But I think if you told him to go out there and actually put on a match and wrestle, like this dude can do that.
He's gonna elevate.
Yeah.
But then there's another guy I think that we all forget about that I think he can wrestle. But I mean, I get it now. WWE, probably even in New Japan, he was more of an entertainer. But I think he was both. Finn Balor.
Yeah, we sleep on him.
I think Finn Balor can wrestle, but I
It's
think
hard
the
with him.
versus.
I've always thought he was more of an entertainer to me. Like I always look at him, I'm just like, you just come to entertain the crowd, man. Like,
Yeah,
but
I watched
can he
the
wrestle?
Prince
I think he
David
can.
shit too. When he was the Prince
Yeah.
David, I watched a lot of that shit too.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, this motherfucker can go.
It's hard when you talk about some of these guys, man, because you can tell some of these guys can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see they just being held back.
Yeah.
And
It's
some
like,
of them
man,
you don't even be liking them, and I be like, I don't even like this dude, but yeah, I can't deny, like, you can't. It's just,
That's what happened with me
you
with him.
can't, like, it just can't.
Okay, like he's like one of those guys you like, man, you can't hate KO though. Like at first I was like, man, I didn't put that in Kevin Owens, but now you just
Right.
you can't go. Kevin Owens
Like,
like
he's
I say
one
the
of
same.
the ones
I
that.
say the same thing about what's his name? God damn it,
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn is starting to grow on me because.
see, I'm starting not to like Sami
You know what I'm
Zayn.
saying?
People are
Like,
gonna hate Sami Zayn.
but
That's because he's doing his fucking job.
You're true,
But-
that's probably why.
But that's what I'm saying. Like what you were saying. Like man, it's either you hate him or love him.
Yeah.
And if he got me hating him this much, it's just like me liking him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing what he's supposed to
But
be
he can
doing.
fucking wrestle. That dude can fucking wrestle.
Yeah, man.
Sami Zayn, yes,
man.
yeah,
It
yeah.
pisses me off what they do with him 24/7. Like,
I'm still scared. Like man, like he's gonna get hurt. I don't know why it's that, but
Is it small?
it was because of that previous injury that he had, and like it set him down for so long. And I was like, man, dude,
That's how it was with DB.
he's so wiry.
yeah.
It's like, dang, bro, like don't hurt yourself again. Because if you hurt yourself this time, you'll be sitting at that booth, dog, and you gonna be announcing or doing whatever you're gonna be doing. And that's what scares me about him. Kevin Owens, it's almost like you can't break this guy. Like this dude is just.
resilient.
Bro, if Raw could build a show that was, I mean, like, totally raw, almost like ECW, he would be God of that show, bro. Like, that dude has this level of,
I can see that.
I can see that.
of
That's
man, if you just giving him, like, here, I want you to go out there and just be as gritty as you can tonight. Cool.
yeah, that motherfucker's dirty.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
That motherfucker is.
Bro, he was Sami Zayn's best friend, and then he just
Oh,
snapped
y'all-
and he was
y'all-
doing that hollering, like, ah! I was like, oh,
Y'all
snap.
fucking stay tuned to what's gonna happen on fucking day one, bro. Because that motherfucker's God. Him and Seth.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I was just about to
yeah,
bring
bro.
up Seth Rollins.
That's what I'm saying. The level of
Right.
craziness that I done seen Seth go to, and then I know what he can do. That's
And not
that's
just that,
lightning in the
in
bottle,
that
bro.
same ring, you got a Bobby Lashley who's pissed off.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's
So y'all,
fucking-
so do y'all
fuck
think
on
y'all
point.
think Big E retaining?
No.
Or that's it.
No, I think this is it. And I'm a Big E fan.
I want to say it's it, but nah, not yet.
I think it's
Not
it,
yet,
bro.
man.
I think they gonna pull this, man. They gonna pull it from him, and I feel this is best for Big E because I think they need to start rewriting
His
how we
character,
look at
you know who he is. Yeah.
I think we look at him as this teddy bear, and I think we need to get rid of that now. It's
I think
over.
they can do that without breaking the New Day though.
Yes.
Well, they're gonna have to.
Right. I think
They're
they
gonna
just he just gonna have to go to another level. He's still in B team for me.
But I think if they do that with him, if they show Big E's aggressiveness and the change of attitude, I also think that they need Kobe Kingston and Xavier Woods to do the same thing
Right.
because they match each other. They really do. They when they're together, there's nothing like them.
Right.
If you put them on the same page of changing them into like this ruthless aggression style, man, that team is fucking unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like, they need to stop fucking them guys, man, and
Let
let
them
show them
something,
what they have, bro. Like they are killing them today. But man, it is what it is with that one.
Yeah.
So we got the Royal Rumble coming up. What, about a month? Yeah, about a month.
Yeah.
We'll be over here at Little Roy's house watching it.
We got the projector up, baby. Come on, let's go.
I already got my pre-game pick. And here's why I got it.
I don't think I had that yet.
He's back on his single run, and he needs this shit. This is one thing he hasn't done besides win Money in the Bank. Yep. AJ has to win the fucking Royal Rumble this year.
Our house.
That's who I'm going with, unless he just...
That's a hard
complete
that's a
fucking
hard-
bias, but I'm trying to take my bias out of it, right? So take my bias out of it. With him getting back on this singles run, AJ Styles needs this Royal Rumble win. He's done everything else, but I want to see him win it. Of course, he's probably not going to go after Roman because they probably got a bigger match in mind with that. But I want to see it for it to go on his resume. That as a fan, I want to see him win the Royal Rumble. I think that's one of the only things he has
He
to
hasn't
do.
done it, so.
So, I mean, I know the Royal Rumble moments are for other people to win to catapult them, but who else, unless y'all gonna tell me, who else do y'all feel is more even deserving, or not even deserving, who else can you even see, like, winning that shit now? You know, they ain't really,
Yeah,
you
we
ain't
don't
really,
really know who they really.
Yeah, I was like, it's hard. I feel like you gotta wait like 2 weeks or a week before it happens to even throw shit out there because
next podcast,
They-
I already got, my pick ain't gonna change.
they throw some random shit at us and it's just like, who? Why?
That one, I don't know.
I mean, he's another one that needs it though too. Kevin Owens another one that needs it too.
It would be nice to
I
see
think I
them
picked him
do
before.
what they're gonna do right now.
John Cena.
But that Seth Rollins and KO. But I would like to see them at that moment, like this is for all of them. You know what I'm saying? And both of them are selfish like that.
Yeah.
It would be dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'd be dope because you know you're gonna get that fiery match. That
Who, Seth and
everybody-
KO?
Yeah, bro.
But I think, was it last year? Didn't they have a match at WrestleMania? A few, was it last year or the year before last?
I think it was the year before, maybe.
Yeah, they were in a few.
I think
But,
they
KO was
But at the
babyface
time, like,
then.
man, he
Yeah,
was
they did
playing
feud.
like the
They did feud.
baby face, wasn't
Yeah.
he?
No, KO was the babyface.
Okay, so like
Wait,
now,
that wasn't
Yeah.
working out.
Yeah, he's straight heel.
Yeah,
I kind of want them to have this like heel moment where you just had to pick, like, hey, shoot, one of these jokers is gonna be firing,
Yeah.
because we can see this dude's on the dark side. This dude just got back there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I can't pick the Royal Rumble or how that's gonna go yet.
But that was just off the dome.
We all-
That's why I threw that shit out there.
And we do.
We wait till the next one for that one.
We do it at the house, man. We always pick our last four. But it's like, who do you think's gonna be the last four? And
Okay, that's
from
right,
the
you
last
did say
four,
that.
That is dope.
from the
Well, I
last
got you.
four, we'll say because it's always two from SmackDown, two from Raw. Usually, that's usually how it is. And then from that last four, we'll say, "You got your money on." That's
How much we
that's
need
usually-
to bring?
that's
It
usually how
don't
it goes.
matter what we
Nah,
bring.
man, we ain't gonna do. We'll see.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
That's, I like that one. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up, man. Final question: your wrestling Mount Rushmore.
Oh man, it never changes from Jump Street, bro. Like, shoot, man, I'm gonna throw.
Shit, we've covered everything. I don't even know how long it is. You see this shit? We covered it all.
Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, The Rock, this one's gonna be tough. And the only reason I'm doing that is because it keeps coming in my head. Andre the Giant, dog.
But that's not bad at all.
That's not bad.
I think a lot of people agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Andre's left off a lot of. I mean, he's gonna be off of mine.
Like,
too,
if
so.
you think of phenoms, like the actual attraction, that guy, he would be wrestling all around the U.S., bruh. And he was like the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, Andre the Giant's gonna be here.
Man, that's
Yeah. It's kind of hard to. I don't know. You know, I mean,
that's
I think the only reason why he won't be on mine is because I never saw him. That
See,
was
and
my-
I started getting into those documentaries and stuff like that, watching Andre the Giant, and it started making me respect him. Like, he was a side-so type thing, man. Like, he could have went to the circus and made just as much as money, but
Oh, hell
Yeah.
and this dude, he got in the ring. He was a real wrestler. Even whenever he was in his like sick days, where this dude was basically clobbering people and then falling on folks and just laying there.
Yeah.
But like, he was an iconic wrestler, man.
So do you feel he's underappreciated? Because we did forget something. It was a subject that I did miss. I don't think I wrote it down, but it was like unappreciated wrestlers,
Right.
which you saying Andre the Giant.
I think we
I
passed
really
over
got
him a
one.
little too much. I think we took like.
The issue with him is the reason he gets passed over is because you're Hulk Hogan.
Right. Right.
Just to be clear, if Hulk Hogan doesn't come along, Andre the Giant's the greatest thing smoking.
Right.
Right. Like, but Hulk, you can hate him all you want,
Yeah.
and it's hard, right? Because even with my Mount Rushmore, you can hate the guy all you want, but Hulk Hogan's there. Because you have to look at what he did for wrestling. Most of us probably would not be watching wrestling now if it wasn't for fucking Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
But that was the problem with like Vince's dad. Even whenever he talked about Andre the Giant, nobody is not one federation, not one wrestling camp that could control him.
Mm.
They had to share him. They knew that. They were like, this dude is wrestling. You know what I'm saying? We cannot just pin him into our system. Hulk Hogan? They said, man, we're gonna make an image with you.
Yeah.
But you gotta listen to what we tell you. And you can't go dip off, you can't go nowhere. You gotta stay here and listen to us. And that was the controlling factor of making WWF start getting this TV time with a small, television company called MTV. You know what I'm saying? And broadcasting this type of stuff.
We know our shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That Mount Rushmore was hard, man, because I feel like they should have more places than just 4.
Yeah.
Right.
And like I said, Hulk's got to be up there. And as much as nobody wants to put him there, he has to be there.
Man, that's tough.
It's hard. I feel like I'm going errors on this bitch. Right?
Yeah. It's
It's always the same era too. It's kind of hard because I'm like, now I don't want to pick one.
You already
Same
know
era,
because
but
you
it's
got
kinda hard,
Stone Cold and The Rock.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, but I also have Brett
Right,
So-
and then all that in that mix. Ooh, bro.
You got Sean.
and Sean.
Because it's almost
And you
like
don't want to leave people off this fucking list.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the hard part. Because for me, it would be Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, fucking The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin, but it's leaning more towards Stone Cold.
that's probably what reminds me, even though I'm probably
If
more.
we talking about pure
Rock.
wrestling, yeah, Stone Cold. Because Rock, I love the dude in wrestling, but man, that dude Hollywood, bro. And that's what really makes me be like, man, I like The Rock. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, damn,
But
man, The Rock.
That's why he will go on Mount Rushmore.
Because he
what
did, he transcended.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, out of it. I feel you on that. That's dope.
Y'all
It's hard.
already know one.
The one it didn't John Cena.
I can see John Cena being up there.
Yeah.
That's what
It's
I
like some
struggle
people, man.
And I want to put the Undertaker on there. I really do. So I want to take somebody else, put the Undertaker on there, but I'm like, who? Like who was named that?
with. They should have had 6 spots. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
They should have-
Mount Rushmore needs to be goddamn every president on that motherfucker.
You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
So like when I start thinking, I'm just like, man, I hate it. I can throw fucking Triple H on there, and the motherfucker, he can argue me if they want to, but look at what he's done for wrestling.
Yes.
True.
Right? Like it's
That's something that I
and
respect. That
I
man.
think of the people that's done so much for wrestling.
Yeah.
Right? John Cena, you're never gonna get another John Cena. I'm sorry, bro.
But that's how like I judge it, and even with that, you're not gonna see it again.
Yeah.
You just.
And
I don't care what you try to create. It's not gonna happen.
it's like as much as I want to put The Rock there, it's like John Cena does more for the community, kids, everything else, man. And I don't give a shit if he's making movies or not, but it's John Cena.
In that role,
Yeah.
and that that I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because
That's the hard part. But yeah, that'll be
It
fun.
sucks, bro. Yeah, man. Now you making me.
you
think
living a
back,
few
man.
off, and you just gonna have to. That's just it sucks. Because my mind is going right now. I got I'm like 4 others. It's 4 others. I'm like, oh my god, I can't even put y'all up here. Sean, of course.
Okay.
Gotta go to Undertaker. It's like you have to pick between The Rock or Stone Cold.
That's a hard one.
And then you got John there too. Undertaker. My God, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go Ric Flair.
That's a good one.
Me.
God damn.
Oh, yeah,
I got you. We got one more.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go Cena. I'm gonna leave The Rock and Stone Cold off.
That's fair. I mean,
I'm gonna leave them off because I feel like if you put one, you have
You
to
gotta
put the
put-
other.
that's-
You can't just The Rock, well, Stone Cold. If you do that, it's kind of feel like you're going biased, kind of, but
Okay,
you're not wrong.
I guess if I take them off, then I just put Undertaker there.
Yeah,
Because
I feel like he has to go.
Yeah, I feel like
Like who said y'all said something? Oh, like Hulk. You said like
yeah.
he has to go. I feel like Undertaker for me, he has to go. Like
yeah.
for my generation.
That's so hard,
He
man. I
just-
hate taking either one of them.
But the scary part about that, like, cause you know we love Sean.
I really was gonna. I was like, man,
Shawn
I want to
is
take
not-
Sean off, but
yeah,
I'm like,
Sean is not better than the Undertaker. One, not just because of the Undertaker's history, he didn't beat the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I'm struggling with that.
But I think about what you've done for wrestling too.
Right.
It's like if you got Taker here,
And then you,
Sean is like kind of. I'm going biased, kind
so
of.
yeah, like so if I had to
That's
remove
hard,
Sean,
man.
who would I put there?
Bret Hart. Bret Hart's big
Nah,
I can't do that.
Bret's
That-
big Undertaker.
but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like I can't put Brett because Sean and him they mirror each other to me. You know what I'm saying? So I can't put them, and if I can't put The Rock, I'm gonna do it like this.
It's hard, man.
The Undertaker, Andre the Giant, I already said. Those are two. The other two, man, bro, for wrestling, man. And we're not just talking about wrestling, we're talking about what they did for wrestling, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Vince
Everything.
McMahon.
Took mine.
Oh, Vince is the face
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah.
Right, so he has to sit there, you know what I'm saying?
Like
Like
we're
this
doing
dude-
money, nigga. He'd be on $1 million business.
Right, yeah,
So,
yeah. So like Vince, and then my last one, man, this is hard, bro. This
Oh,
last
we
one.
made somebody mad because we wasn't responding to it, so he got in the comments.
Oh,
Thank y'all. You know what? Thank y'all on TikTok for getting on his ass and getting him up out of there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for a chill.
Yeah,
Man,
he
settle down.
like, he said he
Relax.
wasn't
Relax.
responding. So it was one of these guys who started. You know, I don't know. We watch wrestling.
Calm down,
Yeah,
man.
relax.
Like, yeah.
Man, we in the hey, man, we in the middle of chat. How the hell
Right.
we gonna
We got
answer
other
chats
lives we
while
gonna
we
go
talking to
on.
each other?
Man, like,
Sometimes
you
you
want us
can't
to
do
look
that.
at his comment.
It could have been at the
and be
end of
like,
the day. You
"Ooh,
came back and said,
what's his name?
He
Don't even
just
give him
wanted attention, Frank.
No,
Eater.
don't even say his name. Like,
Yeah, he wants attention. You came to the wrong spot to get attention, motherfucker.
like, come
I
on,
tell you
bro.
that.
Like, you really that sour?
Yeah,
You
came
know how
to
many
the
other
wrong
lives
place.
that you can get on and other platforms that you can get on
You
that
can make your own.
You couldn't DM us. Don't bring that back over here. You couldn't DM us. We didn't told you what our TikTok and IG was and Facebook and all that. You send us a message or something. I mean,
we could have had a
it's too late
questions
on.
and answers at the end of the goddamn show. And this is what you do? This
Like,
man,
come on,
nigga,
bro.
come on,
Like,
man.
what is your problem? Settle down.
Yep.
Settle down.
Frank,
What you gotta do at the house? Like, what are you doing? What, your girl there or something? Or dude, you got kids? Go do something, nigga.
so Frank Eater. Peace out, partner.
And we just shout you out.
Yeah, cause
And you gonna get some followers from
blocked, nigga. Bye.
I mean, it is
not
what it is.
Yeah,
So-
thank
Yeah,
y'all.
I mean,
here on
I've been-
TikTok getting on his ass.
I've been kind of neglecting my
Appreciate
chat. Hey, I love you guys for being here. Don't get me wrong. You know, but sometimes I just can't. I can't.
Yeah, my phone.
I can't jump on and
Yeah,
talk.
like-
I ain't even. I really.
I know it's sad, and you know, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Yeah, because I know, like, it's like, you know, I'm sorry we couldn't get to a lot of y'all. I know Anthony was like, man, I can't comment. I'm like, all right, well, I ain't even bought an iPad, so, you know, I kind of feel bad about that, but, yeah, all right, TikTok, I'm out. I'm ending this live. We about to wrap this up. Peace. Look, okay?
But wait. Before you do that, you're Mount Rushmore.
Oh, my Mount Rushmore. Undertaker, Shawn. Shit, I gotta put Hulk on there, man. Even though, shit, I kind of don't want to, man. Shit, Rock. And Triple H. That is just bias.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, well then I gotta stop that. Probably 'cause I'm trying to get to these motherfuckers here because y'all done pissed me off.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Y'all done pissed me off. Look here, man. Real quick. I appreciate y'all.
Guessing like this is my
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I said, five.
Shit, I forgot.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
You 5. I'm like, nigga, Sean, you going? I feel so bad. I thought about taking
No,
Sean.
but the thing is with the Mount Rushmore thing, the reason I even asked that, man, because there's really no wrong answers with it. A lot of people, you know, make those things. We done with that. Make those things, and then it's so many people that get upset because they feel like somebody, you know, oh, you didn't put this person on. Y'all don't have Ric Flair on there. Y'all don't have. Look, man, nobody has a wrong answer when it comes to Mount Rushmore, man.
It's around Mount Rushmore. You're the artist of it. So,
Yeah,
like, come on,
you-
chill out.
there's no wrong answer. I love that question, but then there's no wrong answer, man. I more like it for the conversation that comes from it.
Right.
So that's what I like about it so much. So
And you can look at other people, just kind of see their point of view of how they look at wrestling.
And
It's
the
like,
funny
right.
thing is, I was gonna take a nigga off there and put on a female because I was gonna put Charlotte on that bitch for a second. But then I didn't because I was like,
that would have been dope.
because I feel like there is certain women that's like China. I feel like China.
Mount
If I had a
Rushmore.
female Mount Rushmore, China would definitely be there. But I also think that she can be a part of that top four of my Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? So it's I built it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did that. Nigga, don't fucking come to me and be like, nigga, that's wrong. Because you're right. There's no fucking wrong answer.
Yeah, it's not. It's a fun question. So some of y'all look. Here, let me say this. Some of y'all are very lucky today. All right. I can tell some of y'all probably ain't got no home training, or you just mad, or whatever the case may be. Because I know some of y'all want to be heard, or y'all want us to shout y'all out and all that kind of stuff, wherever the case may be. Look. This is the first time we did this. Next time we'll be a little bit more prepared. I'm not really apologizing for anything, but when you bring next time, when y'all motherfuckers come on here probably with that bullshit, trust me, we're gonna get on your ass real quick. So a lot of y'all got lucky. So I done read some of these comments on this TikTok. I really have, but it really was only that one guy. But I guess you don't get no pussy, or you don't get enough attention. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the problem is there, but I don't know. Nerd motherfucker, I don't know. I never understand why people come in the lives and then just get like so upset because you're not responding to them. Like that's insane to me. But
yeah, it's me. I like it. I'm glad that y'all coming over here with the negativity because
I just want to catch them though. That's my thing.
Clicked in. So you come in with negativity. All right, well, whatever, nigga. We got your view, and you are watching us, and we entertaining y'all somewhat. We're doing something for you to click in anyway.
Right.
So you didn't like what we said, okay, and whatever. Like, but he is right though. When we catch you
You got lucky.
oh yeah, shit, we gonna go in on you. But
You got lucky, because boy, you lucky. I wasn't sitting there seeing that, because boy, you would have got a mouthful right there.
I got mods for my shit. You know what I'm saying? So Twitch has mods, man. So my wife be in there modding my stuff, and whoever else mods, I'm not sure. So shout out to her and whoever else does that. My brother-in-law's in there, so I know he'll handle if it needs to come down to it. So we keep that shit straight.
Yeah. I don't even think it was. I don't even think it was somebody. He wasn't even a follower. I don't even know how you found him.
Yeah.
Oh, no matter. The minute he comes in on Twitch, we can ban him. Just like that.
Okay.
So
I got him.
that's why I'm
banned
on
out.
Twitch, man. I am.
But
Shout out to Twitch, man.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers do the right thing.
It was only one. So
We vibing.
Yeah, like just like he was like, they won't answer my questions. Shut the fuck up! Like, what are you talking about?
I got kids that won't even do that, nigga.
Yeah, I wish somebody would. That's what he said.
In front of the
Yeah,
monitor, bro.
I wish somebody would. I wish they would respond
I
to me.
wonder what his question was.
Probably, as a matter of fact,
I can't even go in and
I wanna
see
know
it.
what his
yeah,
question
like, I'm kind of
He
want
had-
to just message him and be like, hey man, what else?
He probably
what
either had a
questions
dumb
you got?
question or whatever he was trying to say. We most likely wasn't gonna agree.
I'm trying to see if
It's probably gonna be something dumb. Because if you that mad because you didn't get to say what you was gonna say, it was gonna be something.
I didn't answer a few questions. Anybody get mad at me?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no,
people,
man. I just
I
like
ain't tripping on that.
They didn't answer my question. I'm like, what the? Are you serious right now? This is
Yeah, ridiculous, man. That's sad. Anyway,
Yeah, I was gonna say anyway, y'all know I'm in the waves and all that stuff right here. Hey man, y'all go talk to Rashad, holla at Sherrod 3WP, 360 wave process. Y'all go if y'all want any of these brushes right here. Here's one of them. I got a blue one like this too. So you know what I'm saying, we just going out here promoting other people and stuff like that. Shouts out to PHB and Waves and who else I'm gonna shout out? PB to Go. Shout out to y'all boys, man.
Shout out to everybody who's, like I said, been showing support to everything that we're doing, the podcast, as well as myself on TikTok with this phone conversation stuff, man. I did not think it was going to go to where it is, but I am so grateful and thankful to each and every person that's duetted a video, nice comments, things like that. People that have tuned in here, listening to pretty much, a relaunch of our podcast. As well as like Instagram, watching the YouTube videos, unboxings, things like that. Man, 2022, man, is gonna be an awesome year, man. I'm here and I'm claiming it right now. It's gonna be an awesome year. So I just want y'all to stay tuned to a lot of things. Go on to TeePublic or get your shirts and stuff ordered. It will be a lot more merch coming. I know Leroy's gonna plug his, but go to Hard Hitters. Go ahead and get that stuff. But I can already announce the next podcast that we do live. He's hosting
Hey
it.
man, come on, man. We can do it. We can do it.
Oh, your boy Dante. Hey!
My nigga.
We gonna need you up here on this panel next time, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that nigga on. We finna do this. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to who's on YouTube Live.
Yep.
Shout out to Hayes Evolution, Fade Kings. Can't remember yours.
Elite 29.
See how I was close. I was gonna get it. It was on my head. Elite 29. Shout out to everybody who's in the chat, vibing with me at this point, vibing with us. Shout out to the Brothers of Destruction podcast. Hey, we're here. Love to have fun with this stuff, man. So if y'all come in, next time we do this, y'all come vibe with me. I might answer some more questions and stuff, man. Who knows? Like I said, if y'all haven't, stop by hardhittersgear.com, check that out. Get whatever you need, man. There should be more to come in the future. So much more stuff in my mind to do. Other than that, so I'm loving it.
nothing else to say.
It's an awesome time, my guys, man. It was an honor.
We made history today, man.
It was an honor.
We showcased our knowledge with wrestling today. We got our different views on it from each other today. So now
Niggas come together all the time. Ain't nobody fighting.
Yeah.
We ain't fighting, we like this shit a bunch of times,
Yeah, I'm gonna say nigga a few times.
That's what we do.
They probably got said about 3,700 times.
Now I will say this. The beginning of my stream didn't start the way it was because my shit went in demo, so that fucked up. So I didn't get the mental health part of things. I apologize for that. But if y'all need to check out that part, y'all can always head over to his YouTube page, check that out, and next time we talk, I'll probably bring it up a little bit more. We'll talk more about that.
Now make sure if you're not. First of all, man, if you're going through something, you're not alone, man. Or woman, you're not alone. I can say that, man. Like,
Pray first. Don't want to put your faith in God. Pray first. Then let him go where he leads you. And, make sure you talk to some people.
All right, with that, I'm done. Hey, baby, if you want to go ahead and rate out, you can go ahead and rate out after this.
And we out of here. You can run it back. Bow. I'm about to hit the off button. Peace.
Y'all know what it is.
Oh man, you good on that one.
Success.